Flabby. Who was that? Conan? Conan O'Brien? Oh, yeah. Now the microphone sounds good. All right. Oh, if we could have had this yesterday. Good morning. Well, what a show yesterday, huh? Really. I mean, just what a show. We had the push-up show yesterday with Scott the Engineer. I will discuss with you what I plan to do about Scott the Engineer. I have come to a conclusion. I came to the conclusion this morning.
Really?
Yes.
Just this morning?
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct, goddammit. Yeah. Norm Macdonald will be in here. Evidently went on letter last night. Norm Macdonald got fired from Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update segment.
Fired?
Yeah.
I wonder how they do that.
He'll tell us. But it sounds crazy and
wrong,
nuts, because maybe he's the only...
Who do they have in mind for this job now?
The guy who used to do MTV, can't think of his name, comedian, big husky guy, husky voice.
Colin
Quinn, yeah. Big mistake, you know. I don't know Colin Quinn from a hole in the wall, but Norm does a wonderful job with that. But Norm will explain everything.
All right.
And Norm will explain everything. I have a million things to talk about. Not only Scott the Engineer, who just came in here and shook my hand and is now being the nice guy, Scott, hoping to get the money from us.
Because he came in this morning. In all the years that we've worked here, Scott comes in most mornings and he just throws the tapes he has to give me on the counter and mumbles if he has anything to say. And this morning he came in and he said, "Good morning, how are you?" Yeah, well, he wants his money. And I have really thought about it. I even called some people. I spoke to some people. I'm going to tell you everything. I want to take a commercial break and tell you how I feel. I'll tell Scott if he wants to come in for this. There'll be no problem with that. And then I want to talk about 90 million things that happened while we were on vacation. I mean, so many things happened. It was like the world couldn't wait for us to leave.
Yeah, Michael Kennedy skis into a tree. Kathy Lee comes out and makes her dopey statement. Sonny Bono goes ahead and... Well, I got a funny story about that. Sonny Bono goes ahead and skis into a tree. OJ opens his mouth. I mean, there's a million things going on. And then we get the biggest ratings of our career in New York and barely a headline. I'll explain why. I'll explain all to you.
You'll tell us all.
I'll tell it all, baby, because you deserve to know. And I'm going to open the phones when we get back because, you know, the show aired last night.
Oh, it's the Scott Show. That's right.
The push-up show aired last night. We had a 1-800 number hooked up so that people could vote on whether they thought he did the push-ups. I guarantee it will be 90% of the people said he didn't. Maybe 10% said he did.
You know, while we were having our own arguments in here, at one point I looked over at that bleacher section that we had set up. Even the audience that we had arranged was fighting with each other.
Robin, there were fist fights in that audience. 2 people had to be hospitalized.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it really is amazing, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm thinking. I also want to mention something called the Blockbuster Awards. I'll give you more details when we get back. There is so much to talk about. Literally, hold on to your tuchus.
Okay. I got a tuchus. I thought you were going to say a hat.
I wasn't talking to you. Hold on to your big, flabby tuchus, because you will be entertained when we get back. Yeah, I love it. Whatever you said. Yeah, baby. Come on, man. Don't hassle me.
You blew the whistle once! If it wasn't a push-up, you would have blown it more! That's all I gotta say!
What did he say?
Hey, I'm leaving! I know it! You gotta pay off!
Adam, you're on the air.
He blows up better than anybody.
Yeah, he does blow up good.
There's no way in hell that he did those.
Yeah, well, you know.
You saw it last night?
Oh, my God. Those were like girl push-ups.
May I make my statement about Scott?
Go ahead.
Because Scott came in here like a gentleman and shook my hand this morning, which was the thing he should have done after the...
But he didn't say anything, did he?
No, he did.
What did he say?
Hello.
Oh, I meant about the contest.
He said he was a little carried away. He did say that.
Well, who carries him wherever he goes?
You know, when I made the bet with Scott, do you hear something?
I think that's his radio.
No, that's not my girlfriend.
Oh, that's you? Oh, okay. Well, why don't you go take care of her?
You know that he didn't do those push-ups.
Helen Keller knew he didn't do those push-ups.
Well, you know, people, because I talked to people who just heard it on the radio after the show, and they said we came off really bad.
Oh, we did. Yeah, you spoke to our agent, too. So of course, we came off badly, but I don't care, because if you saw the tape...
did not see what was going on there.
Well, I'll explain myself in a minute, okay? I think I've come to a fair conclusion. For me, anyway. Adam, you're on the air. Hello? No, Adam. John, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I was watching the show last night there. I have to admit, I was impressed with the improvement he made from the 2 to what he did last night.
Right.
But from what I saw, it wasn't quite 17.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I was in the room. And all I can tell you is forget about what you saw on TV. Scott keeps saying the whole rule was that he had to touch the guy's hand. The premise still was that he was going to do a push-up.
Right.
And let's face it, our referee got a little overwhelmed. He's a young kid, and he's an intern.
It was terrible referee error.
Yeah, it was terrible. But from the first get-go, Robin and I looked at each other, and Gary as well, and we all said, wait a second, he's not doing push-ups. Now, let me tell you what he did. Let me describe to anybody who didn't see it. Scott he was up high, okay? His back wasn't straight, which I didn't care. I don't care if his back was straight or not. Here's what I object to. His hips and his stomach would come down and hit the floor. Now, picture this in your mind. His hips and stomach would hit the floor. He'd lower his arms a little bit and then bring his arms back up.
That's right. And then he
could barely do that.
Then he'd lift his hips and stomach off the floor.
Yeah. So what he did was something called the worm, which is what we're all calling it.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, well, maybe I'm being cheap here or something. Gee, it's $10,000 for me. I'm being a little cheap for Robin. It's $10,000 for her. Maybe I'm misguided. And that's why I even asked the referee, but first, like, what's the deal? What happened there? He goes, no, he didn't do them. 4 times he said he didn't do them. Scott started yelling and screaming like you heard.
Yes.
And got everyone nuts, and everyone started feeling bad for him. And I felt bad for Scott. There's no question. He worked real hard. But the premise was he was going to do push-ups.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, afterwards, after the show and everything, it calmed down, and I know you spoke to Frank Flores. You spoke to a couple of people, too, Scott, right, after the show?
No.
You didn't? Oh, I thought you did.
No.
So I didn't know who to talk to. So I had Gary speak to Frank Flores. I told him to watch the tape, because Frank Flores is a personal trainer, used to be.
And a physical therapist.
He's the only guy I knew who knew anything.
Yeah.
I said, I want to be fair to Scott. I do. I desperately do. I hope you believe that. Maybe you don't. Okay. I don't know if you buy into that. I said, listen, I feel like, Scott called me a welcher, and that hurt. But I didn't get a chance to call him a welcher. I believe he should have been nude and paid me $1,000.
That's right.
Hold on.
Didn't.
I don't welch on bets.
Hold on.
All right.
When we bet the Yankee game, I didn't say, the Yankees got a bad call by the umpires. That doesn't count.
That's right.
Okay?
Fine.
I did my bet. I paid off the bet. I walked on the street.
So let me ask you something. When you were done, and I turned to the referee 4 times, and I said, did he do the push-ups? And he said, no, he did not.
No,
why did you not take off your clothes and go on the street?
Because
you screamed like a baby, yelled at me, and wait a second. You welched on the bet.
No.
Now, wait a minute. If you're going to say that the Yankees, you couldn't say the Yankees lost because of a bad call. If the referee says you did not do push-ups, you have to go with what the referee said.
No, so what he did
during
was
the push-ups,
screaming.
He said they were fine.
No, he didn't.
Of course, he would have said they were bad while I was doing them.
When he got done, I said, did Scott do them? I'll abide by your decision. He goes, no. Then I asked him again. He said, no. Then he said again, no. And then he said a 4th time. I went back and looked at the tape. No. 4 times.
It was one whistle.
Whatever.
One push-up.
He said you didn't do it.
Hey, Howard, by the way, a lot of people called in, and I listened to the tape several times. The whistle blew twice when Scott was doing the push-ups.
I know. And forget about that. Forget about all that. Scott, as a man who's now claiming he can do push-ups, if you could get on the floor now and do 5 without worming and putting your pelvis and your belly on the floor and then lifting what you did yesterday.
I didn't know I was being judged on form.
Of course you were. You had to do a push-up. You didn't even do a push-up. You did what are called girl push-ups.
I didn't put my knees on the floor.
I didn't say you put your knees on the floor.
You're not supposed to touch the floor. Your thighs were on the floor.
Your thighs and your belly.
And your belly was on the
floor.
I was
trying. Yeah. So I was like, during it, I'm yelling, but of course you couldn't hear me. It was crazy in here. Yeah. The Radu screaming and the audience screaming and all these guys screaming.
Nobody heard
push-ups. All right. People were looking at you that were sitting in the audience, and you just didn't say anything.
I was screaming into a microphone.
Oh, my God.
I mean, there was no way to stop you.
Okay.
So how do you...
I stopped. At one point, after 9, I stopped.
For rest.
to rest.
Yeah, but you said there was no way to stop me. I stopped.
I kept screaming you weren't doing push-ups. You would have stopped. You never would have stopped.
You had an opportunity to stop me. Everybody had an opportunity to stop me, right?
And then when the guy was done, I turned to the ref. Did he do him? I don't think he did. He goes, no. I said, did he do him? No. Then Scott started. This is what Scott said to me. Here's what he said. This is what you said to me.
All right, go ahead.
I got it right here.
Of course, I'm sure you got it a million times.
If you weren't doing a push-up, you would have blown him more. That's all I got to say.
So you carried on like a screaming maniac, which was smart. You're a good screamer, a lousy athlete.
Yeah, I know that.
What did Frank Flores say? You never
So Frank turned to me and says, look, those aren't push-ups. And here's my point. Just because, Scott, literally, he walks in and I go, remember to tap his hand. We went through what a push-up is. We had Doug Goodstein do push-ups in a meeting.
I wasn't here.
I mean, I think you know what a push-up looks like. What you did didn't even resemble a push-up.
It was the worm.
It was the worm, and you know it, and I know you know it deep in your heart. I'm not saying you didn't work out and you tried your best.
And you were better than you were when you first started.
But you didn't do push-ups.
Those push-ups. The two that I did that day.
You did better push-ups that day.
That day you did a push-up.
Yesterday.
You did one push-up that day.
No.
And the second one you crumbled like a stroke victim.
I did 2 that day.
All right, whatever. 2, I'll give you 2. You couldn't do. And then I said to Frank, listen, I want you to make the call. I didn't even say this to Frank. Gary did, and Gary can tell you the exact conversation. I said, have Frank. If I knew if I spoke to Frank, maybe he'd be kissing my ear.
Right.
I said, ask Frank to watch the tape and tell me if these are push-ups. He goes, they're not push-ups. During the commercials, we said to Radu, your trainer. He told us off the record. He wouldn't have accepted one of them.
It wasn't even like I asked him.
I don't know what he told
you
up here.
I know.
Off the record, he said,
well, I'm trying to be fair to you.
We're not push-ups. I wouldn't have accepted most of them if I were the judge.
I don't know what he said. I wasn't here.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
I'm lying to you then.
I didn't say that. I don't know what he said.
What is it, Gary?
Just so you know what happened with Frank, and it was like 3 or 4 other people on the sales staff who had actually watched Scott work out through the window over at Red Dudes. Again, as a listener, you got the impression
that he was doing something.
That we ripped Scott off.
Yeah. Right.
So the guys, they're lucky enough to work here, and they said, boy, we'd love to see the tape. And I said, Frank, I really want you to look at this tape.
Right.
Because I wanted him to see it.
Yeah.
And everybody came down very skeptical, like we were being mean to Scott and everything.
I don't want to be mean to Scott.
But Frank said, he goes, maybe. There's 6 good ones on there, maybe.
Maybe. And I'll tell you what I think. I think there are maybe 2 good ones. And I'm being generous.
But all the
I don't think those are push-ups.
Even the guys in the E-room.
Did you ever see me do a push-up? Scott, did you see me yesterday do it?
Yeah, I did.
All right, that's a push-up. No offense. I mean, Scott wants me to pay him because he worked out.
A push-up means you're lifting the weight of your body with your arms.
I know.
Not
only that, check out your arms in the front. You don't even break a 90-degree plane. The definition of a push-up is you got to break the 90-degree plane. You don't even go down.
You're doing like a back
thing. Your arms are almost straight.
I know what you did, and you should have been able to do 1,000 of those. I could do 1,000 of what you did right now.
Okay.
I'll do them right now if you want me to.
I don't want you to.
1,000 I could do.
Necessary.
I could do 10,000 because it requires no body strength.
Not necessary.
I can lay my hips and my belly on the floor.
Not necessary.
I know. And you think you know what? You called me a welcher. I said, you know what? Scott's the welcher. He's the one who won't go out naked and pay me my $1,000. Why am I not allowed to call him a welcher?
All I know was I had to touch the hand 17 times, and that's what I did.
Scott, again,
no, of course, that's part of the criteria.
Scott,
while you did push-ups. But you didn't do a push-up.
You were here when we discussed.
I could touch you the hand without doing a push-up.
Yeah, we did call it a push-up contest.
Yeah.
Not touch the hand contest.
Yeah, I mean, my bet to you, listen, why do you think I put up $10,000?
If I touched the hand and I came up, I think that's a
not with your body lying on the floor.
If your belly and your hips are on the floor, you should be able to do 1,000. You should be able to do 1,000 of what you did, Scott.
Why would somebody ask you for 17 of those?
It's called a rest in between every one.
That's not a rest.
Of course it is.
I wasn't laying on the floor.
Dude, you are laying on the floor. Your chest is not holding up your body.
I didn't stop on the floor and rest out.
I know.
Why are we having this argument with him?
I want to explain to him why he's not getting a penny from me. And why he should be out on the street naked.
Well, no. You feel one way, and that's a disagreement. So that's,
Scott,
Kevin, you're on the air.
You can't call what you did push-up.
Kevin, you're on the air. Gary, sit down. Yes.
Howard, I just wanted to give you some support, Yeah,
I know I'm being made out to be a scumbag here, but I'll tell you something, man. If you think I'm a cheap guy, because some people will call me cheap Jew and stuff.
You know what? We also did pull previous tapes where we were discussing this contest where we told him they had to be perfect push-ups.
Oh, I heard it all. I heard every day.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a million discussions about what a push-up is. Gary, am I being... But I swear to God, if I'm being unfair, I want to just pay him right now.
Howard, I'll tell you a little story.
Yeah.
I had a big bet with the guys in the E-room.
Right. Okay.
So as soon as the contest was over, when you win a bet, you go right up to the person and you start to gloat. You're like, hey, give me my money, give me my money. Nobody showed up. So when I spoke to the guys in the E-room, like later on in the afternoon, they said that they looked at each other and they said, well, if Gary comes in and gives us the money, we'll take it, but we're not going to go ask him for it. They felt the same way.
Yeah, I mean, Scott, it's not so clear. I know you were screaming and yelling.
I'll tell you the other thing, that it was Eric and all those guys in the E-room who were voting for Scott. When I saw them after the show, and I said, how did you guys determine it? Eric had put his head down.
In shame. Because I knew, no offense, Scott, I knew you couldn't do it. There's no way, you gave it a valiant effort, but there's no way you can do 17 push-ups in 6 weeks after not being able to do 2. It's physically impossible. Even if you were on steroids, you couldn't do it. It's not a put-down. It's just something I know. And I still know it, and I know you didn't do them. And I know you came in here all full of bravado and all that kind of stuff, and you want $31,000 more than anything, but I wanted you naked more than anything. And I didn't get what I wanted. And I feel I won the bet.
Okay.
I feel I won.
I feel I won.
I know.
I feel I won.
I know we're covering the same ground over and over again.
Right.
But if you could do them yesterday, why can't you do them today?
Because he can't do any. He couldn't do 5 today.
He didn't do them yesterday.
No, but he felt he did. But so if he did them yesterday,
because today we're going to say no, those thighs can't be on the floor.
Because if
you're
going to judge me if the one hair on my head is out of place now.
No. I swear to you, Gorilla. And you were someone who told me Scott could do it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you feel about any of this. Tell me what you... I tell you what, I'll go by his decision. Are those push-ups?
Those, in all fairness to Scott, no, they weren't push-ups.
Right.
But what I wanted to come in and say is that yesterday was just out of control, okay? The ref stunk. The whole situation stunk.
That's true.
Okay, in all fairness to Scott, he didn't do them, but...
If the ref was even of sound mind, he would have disqualified the first one.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. Like it should have been stopped off the bat. Maybe there should have been someone said, Scott, this is a push-up.
Right.
You have to do 17 of these. Touch the hand.
He knows what a push-up is.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're all acting like Scott doesn't speak English.
Right. Yeah, right. Well, that's what's going. That's what I'm being held to, Scott. Well, you said I got to touch the hand. Well, yeah, you do.
That was the whole thing.
We all went to high school. We all got yelled at by gym teachers about doing a good push-up.
Scott knows what a push-up is, and he knows he didn't do them.
But
otherwise, he'd be yelling.
Exactly. I just think.
I know. What happened to you?
He doesn't have any energy.
I thought it was funnier when you yelled.
I know.
You know what I decided?
There's no more yelling.
When Scott quit smoking cigarettes, Scott never had a personality.
Yeah.
When he quit smoking, his personality started coming through, and it's the worst personality that anybody ever developed. It is horrible.
There's no more yelling.
Yeah, it is a horrible personality.
The yelling's great.
The yelling is great.
He was really, I was even talking to him yesterday
But
about...
the yelling worked because he got Dean to go nuts.
I know.
And he got me to go nuts. I was like, okay, let's make a new decision.
I've known Scott for 15 years. Yesterday, he really weirded me out. He was such a weird guy yesterday.
Yeah, who were we meeting yesterday? Who was it? Evil Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Evil Scott.
Scott really didn't hear. He's got to go back and listen to the show. He didn't hear any of the show. He was locked in that room.
I know it. You better pay off.
I feel bad for Scott. I think Scott worked hard.
I feel bad for you. Okay. You're Wilson on the back.
No, I'm not. I'm
Come on, man.
What do you want to do?
Hold on, now wait a minute. 1 second, Howard.
Are you out of your mind?
Hold on. Oh, you're out of your mind.
Why? I don't think you did it.
You have a heart attack.
You didn't do it.
The judge does. You don't decide.
The judge says no.
The judge said 19 right now. 19.
What Howard to go? You were saying, come on.
Where did you want me to go? Was I supposed to go fight you?
I don't know.
I would have fought you, but you didn't make it clear. You were like, come on, right now. You know what? He was like a guy in a Tyson fight, but he had no one to fight.
You remember when...
I wanted to bite your ear.
I know. I never saw anything like it.
Andrew Gulata and the whole crowd wound up in the ring boxing each other.
I know. Tim, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, man.
I tell you what, he started off strong. I'd give him about the first 3.
Okay, fine.
And Scott, you were going too fast.
I know that.
And other than that, Howard, it looked like he was screwing the floor. And
I know. He was having sex. I swear there was an invisible woman underneath him.
My legs never touched the floor.
I was looking for the real doll.
Yeah. No offense, man. You didn't do push-ups. You didn't even do girl push-ups. I don't know what you did. You did the worm.
I put my knees on the floor.
Knees has nothing to do. Your legs are longer than your knees, Scott.
Oh.
See, the other thing that's going on here, Howard, is everybody's saying...
I feel so bad for him, though, that I just want to give him the money anyway.
Well, that's how I felt because
this is working better. The humble Scott,
to this ridiculous premise that he did something.
I know. He says, well,
if he was an honorable man, he'd go, I failed.
I know, and get out there naked. And then I give him the money. Rick, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard.
Right.
Hey, I was a physical trainer in the service.
Okay.
And a proper push-up.
Oh, here we go. It's for the fist.
Your chest and your nose are supposed to touch the floor, and your arms are...
The only thing that touched the floor was his penis.
Everything else
right.
touched the floor.
Okay?
Everything but his chest and nose touched the floor.
If you guys give him that money, you're crazy.
Yeah, well, I would give him the money just because he's such a sad sack.
Well, yeah, I already made the arrangement.
He knew he was wrong yesterday. That's why he got all upset.
I know.
I
know. The yelling and screaming was like, hey, I didn't do it, but I want this money because I'm banking on it.
Well, if he wants the money, do it right.
What he was doing.
He's not intentionally cheating us
on the street now.
He really believes he did him.
No,
he does.
cheating.
He definitely does.
He does believe he did him. Because Radu brainwashed him.
But he also did exactly what you said to do.
But that's
touch
not true.
the hand.
Yeah.
No, touch the hand. That's what he did.
See, this is what's getting weird about this whole thing. We discussed what a good push-up was.
A million times.
And then Scott...
Scott came in and did his own version.
But the big dispute was, Scott says, no, it should be a fist, and we said, no, it was a flat hand. So we focused yesterday on that one aspect.
Right.
But we had discussed previously...
push-up.
We had previously discussed a whole other host of things that weren't in dispute, and that's why we focused on the flat hand thing.
There was no push-ups going on.
No. But, I honestly believe his naked butt ought to be on the street.
You're right.
And the $1,000 in your pocket.
We should be staring at his penis.
That's right.
Howard,
I knew you wouldn't pay up.
Let me point out one other thing, too, because there was a lot of discussion in the office yesterday. And I'm sure Scott won't even try this one, but some people were saying, well, Scott only did 19 because he did as many as he needed to win.
Right.
You watch that tape a lot of times.
He crumbled.
I mean...
Yeah, no, I have any doubt what he did was, you know what, he might have done 50 or whatever he did on the floor. It just wasn't a push-up.
Well, instead of screwing the floor, he ought to be out screwing the air.
Right. Thank you. Wayne, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah.
No, this isn't Wayne. Mike.
Okay, Mike. Hi.
What's up, man? Listen, check it out. I got a couple things. First of all, you guys were telling me about how you guys got facts yesterday, right? All them racist comments?
Mm-hmm.
Here with this guy. I'm out of here with this guy. Dominic, you're on the air.
I'm not sure I agree with the total not paying. Can't we have a compromise?
Get out of here. Why do you always call in?
The contest was pretty clear.
Yeah, but
you do 17 push-ups or you walk naked in the street.
Okay, but remember, while he was doing them, none of us said they weren't good.
I did plenty of times.
I tried to interrupt 3 times. You couldn't in that zoo, and that's not Scott's fault. And I'm sure even if I said those are no good, he would have kept going anyway.
Do you realize that...
Let's be honest.
This tape will be watched more than the Kennedy assassination.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a Bruder film.
I watched...
Dominic, you can pay him the $5,000 you owe him if you think you owe him it.
Yeah, but I don't want to look like a goody two-shoes.
No, pay him the money. What the hell? I mean, I don't
know.
And Robin's her own woman. You do whatever you want, Robin. If you feel I'm wrong, then you'd pay him, and God love you. But I'm not paying.
You know what? If you had done them, I would have felt good about paying.
I swear I don't care. I had the check. I have everything. I still have it in my briefcase.
I have a question.
Made out to Scott Salem. Winner.
Hey, Scott, can I ask you a question? Be really honest. Before you got in here yesterday, during all your training and anything, had you actually taken an attempt at the push-ups?
Of course.
Oh, you did?
Did you do those kind of push-ups or real push-ups?
I did what I had to do.
How many?
You were supposed to do push-ups. What is this? What I had to do?
He knows what he did. You did your version of push-ups.
And that was the problem that I had. Like, he wasn't trained to do good push-ups. He was trained to touch his chest. And
listen, the guy did whatever he could do with
push-ups.
No, you did not.
How many did you? Let me ask you. What was the most you did before you got in here yesterday?
At one time?
Yeah.
Probably 20.
That's what Radu said.
But they weren't training. They weren't training me to go. I mean, I was doing reps.
Here's what happened.
Like 5-6 reps a day of 20.
They saw what Scott did.
I can't believe he did.
And you know what? And Scott was right. He came in here. He did what he could do.
Wait a minute.
And then started screaming a lot that he did him.
Question. When you were doing those sets of push-ups with Radu, what did they look like?
They didn't look like push-ups.
Wait a minute, no.
I don't know what they look like, but they told me I was doing push-ups.
Oh, he's
really?
full of it.
And you thought you were?
He's full of it because your own trainer said he would not have accepted what you were doing yesterday's push-ups.
He never told me that I wasn't doing push-ups.
Really?
Maybe he was doing them right when he was doing them 5 or 6
That's what I'm saying. He didn't do the same thing in that gym that he did in here.
Scott had to come in and do something. So he did what he does. He did his version of push-ups.
But that's not what he had to do. He had to do a push-up.
I don't care. At least he did something. And then he could scream about it.
He keeps saying, I did what I had to do. What he had to do was a push-up to win this contest.
Robert, you're on the air.
This is Bobo.
Oh, sorry, Bobo. Go ahead.
Yeah. Listen, Howard, I reviewed the tape last night, and no way did he perform 17 push-ups correctly.
Well, I would suggest to you that when we get the results of the 1-800 number, that it will be an overwhelming landslide saying Scott did not do his push-ups.
We'll have the results tomorrow morning.
The best way to settle this right now is for Scott to do 17 push-ups.
Please, I don't want him having a heart attack.
If you do 5 correctly, I would be.
I would like to see him do 10 good push-ups.
You're not doing them ever again, right?
But why wouldn't you?
No, not ever again, but I'm not. But you say you did push-ups. When they say real push-ups, do you know what they're talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay, so then you should be able to do them.
Because he can't do the ones that you're supposed to.
I didn't think I was being judged on form. Form was not a criteria.
I mean, form. You could be a little sloppy.
We did discuss that on the air, and you weren't out that day. We did discuss that your body has to be flat. That we had a whole discussion. I'll go pull the tape. I'll go pull it right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you're not a scumbag, man. You're doing it correctly.
I mean, I feel like I got beat.
But I feel that Scott kept saying over and over again, all I have to do is touch the hand, and we said, yes, but they have to be push-ups.
Well, you called me in and explained the rules to me, and that's what I did.
You are just...
He belongs on the street.
You still have to do a push-up.
I want to call him a name so bad.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Johnny Cochran.
Many names, so you can go ahead.
I'm going to call you Johnny Cochran. What do you think of that?
Fine.
All right, Robert, you're on the air.
If the glove doesn't fit.
Right.
Yeah.
Robert, go ahead.
Hi, Howard?
Yeah.
Listen, I watched the tape last night like everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, I was watching Dean on the floor, and he was facing, towards, he was facing you.
Yeah, Dean was busy looking at me. In all fairness,
looked at Scott's leg.
Yeah, I mean, we should have had Frank Flores do it and everyone, but I thought...
And he never even noticed that Scott wasn't touching his hand with his chest anymore when that stopped.
We should have had Frank Flores do it. He would have been good, but who knew that? Did you know that? I didn't know that.
We figured anybody could tell what a push-up was.
I know. It's a ridiculous thing.
But it turns out Dean didn't know and Scott didn't know.
Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, Howard.
Hey, man.
First of all, I got to think you got some balls for not paying him.
What?
He looked like a mass murderer running around that studio yesterday.
I was going to pay him just because he was yelling. You're right.
We had security people in here because of the audience. I asked them to protect me from Scott.
I know.
Lucky he didn't shoot the whole bunch of you.
I know. You would. Did you take steroids or something, man?
No.
You're at a rage.
You do that without any drugs?
Wow.
Any drugs.
Man,
we said touch your hand with the chest, Scott.
Whatever his hand was. What do you want me to do? His hand was right there.
He did whatever he told him to do. I don't have any problem with that. I'm asking him, did he do 17 push-ups the way we set up the rules?
Look at those. Touch your hand 17 times.
No.
Those were the rules.
He didn't.
Those were the rules.
He blew the whistle.
But you also have to keep your back straight.
Who said? We said it. No, never said it.
I don't care about your
The
back.
only condition was touch the hand on the floor.
Oh, man. The only condition.
Can I kiss myself?
Yeah, I mean, you're out of your mind. Scott, if Dean says you did it, I'll pay you right now.
He blew the whistle once.
Dean, did he do 17 push-ups?
Did I touch your hand 17 times?
You bullied Dean.
No, you bullied.
And you bullied me.
I didn't bully anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was not a bully.
I'm not a bully.
Yeah, I think I better pay him so he doesn't kill me. I think you're right. Nicole Bass, the world's largest female bodybuilder in the world. What is your verdict?
My verdict is if Scott had any kind of decency or honor, he wouldn't take the $31,000.
Oh, you ain't getting it, believe me.
He's got it. He didn't watch the tape.
He wouldn't watch.
He won't watch.
He know he didn't do it.
He'll take your money, but he won't watch it.
No, they showed me the tape.
Just tell me, Nicole, do those resemble push-ups?
Not at all.
Could you have gotten into the shape you're in doing that?
What's with the weightlifting belt for push-ups?
I don't know. What was that about?
Trying to keep his belly off the floor.
Yeah, why were you wearing a weightlifting? He was hoping that maybe Dean would feel the weightlifting belt.
I mean, whoever taught him wrong.
Well, I don't think it's the fault of the teacher. I think it was the student.
Very good.
Yeah, I thought Red Dude did a pretty amazing job.
Like I said, Red Dude said he would not have accepted those push-ups.
He lost weight. The good thing of this is that Scott lost a lot of weight.
There you go. He's a winner.
Healthy.
Yeah.
He got.
I wouldn't say he looks healthy.
Training.
I never saw a guy look more pale.
I think Radu got him in good shape. I don't think he got him in good push-up shape.
Well, whatever.
There's no way to get him into good
There is no way any
think
guy goes from 2 push-ups to 17 push-ups in 6 weeks, especially in the condition Scott was in when he started.
Nobody can do it. Nobody.
Nobody.
I agree with you 100%.
I've been doing push-ups for years. It took me years to get to the point where I am. I'm telling you, that's not an easy exercise.
Scott, how could you even think to take the money, and how could you not watch the tape?
I watched the tape 5 times.
And you think those were push-ups?
That's right. I did what I had to do.
Again, I did what I had to do.
As soon as say that you want to take Howard's money.
Well, of course he does.
That's right.
Who wouldn't want that?
All you're seeing is dollar signs.
No.
No.
I did what I had to do. That's the bet.
You say I did what I had to do?
I did
sound like a robot.
I did what I had to do.
Thank you, Nicole.
I did.
I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do. I did what I had to.
This is why he's scary.
Yeah, he is scary.
He will not admit the truth.
All right, so there it is. There is my decision. I am not paying Scott.
As soon as he admits the truth, then he has to walk naked.
That's right. So he's not walking naked, and I'm not paying him.
That's right. It's a draw, I guess.
I guess.
Well,
don't hold it against me, man, and I won't hold it against you. How's that?
Hey.
Even though I think you welched.
Sure. There's nothing I can do.
I see.
I don't like this. See, it all feels very bad to me.
It does, right? Like, it feels like we should just pay him.
Yeah, because we have to work with him.
So work with me. I mean, your decision is, there's nothing I can do about it.
This is the Scott that gets to me. This is the Scott that got me to get him into disco business.
I was thinking about all evening, which made me call and transfer funds already so the money would be there.
This is the real loser. Here I am.
I knew this is what we would get. We would get the whiny baby.
Oh, you want me to start yelling again?
The only thing I like about the 10 grand with him is that I give it to him just because he'd have a better life.
Yeah. I just, because he's a miserable person.
Oh.
And this was like the hardest thing he ever did.
Yeah.
And for him, that was an accomplishment. He could never do it to the letter.
He's a guy.
Scott can barely do anything.
But my point is, if he'd admit that he didn't do it, I might give him the money.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
If I said, Howard, I didn't do it, assuming, I didn't do it. Yeah.
Right.
You would say.
This is a negotiation.
You would say.
Get out naked.
Get out naked.
Right. All right. I'll take that off your shoulders. You do not have to get out there naked.
No. Did you do push-ups?
Did you do the push-ups?
Yes,
no.
You did? Forget it. I ain't paying.
I don't know
how I did
what I had to do.
Right.
I did
what I had to do.
Thank you.
You did what you had to do.
I did what I had to do.
That's right.
You know what's
Well, I'm going to do what I have to do.
Fine. Okay? There's nothing I can do.
You know what? Sometimes I used to sit on the subway, and you'd see these guys come by, and they hand you a card. They go, I am deaf. Can you give me some money? And you knew they weren't deaf.
Right.
You knew they were just ripping you off.
But you did what you had to do.
But you did what you had to do. You didn't pay them.
Granted, the money was great. I did work hard for it. I'm not going to sit and fight with you guys. I think I did it. You don't think I did it.
Scott, let me ask you a question.
I can't fight with you guys.
Let me ask you a question.
The room was slanted against me.
If you were going to give somebody $30,000,
I'm not on that side of the coin.
Excuse me. Just answer the question. Answer the question.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Wouldn't you want to have seen the job done well that you're paying for?
I would pay them for what they had to do.
They have to do what they have to do.
Yes.
He has no answer. Scott didn't do it. That's all there is to it. Vance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Howard, listen. You got a lot of upset fans out here. I saw the show last night, and those were the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life.
It's called The Worm.
Not only do I think that you should have him out there naked on the streets in New York, but I think you should have a bottle on his head and a bottle of wipes in his hands for all the freaking whining he's doing. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Now, he believes he did something.
I'm not whining.
Hey, listen, Scott.
Hey,
I mean, some people were made out to be some things, and people just have to accept it. You got to just face it. You were born to be a loser.
Right.
And you just didn't do anything.
Thank you, Vance.
Thank you.
Hey, Howard, would you compromise if Scott went naked? Would you give him the money?
Yes.
$30,000 to walk down the street naked?
Oh, come on. Scott, there's the
Damn,
compromise.
I'd do it.
Why not? There's the draw.
He will not walk naked. Because you feel you did him?
That's right. There's no reason.
I was so close to just giving him the money. Now he's getting me more pissed.
Well, fine.
All right, good. All right. Go back to your room without your $30,000 and sit there and stare at the wall.
You know what's got to be bad, too, is, like, in his head, he probably, like, when someone says, like, when I do an appearance for $1,000, to me, the $1,000, I'm like, it's almost in my hands, and I've already spent it.
Right.
You know, imagine, like,
he's already
$30,000.
he's already spent the $30,000. He's already spent the $30,000.
The money was, I mean,
you were going to buy a house.
The money would have been great.
Right.
The money was secondary. I think I accomplished a lot. I think I did what I had to do.
Bull crap.
All right, fine. Thank you and goodbye. All right.
That's why I'm not walking naked for the money, because the money is secondary.
You're so stupid.
Oh, man.
All right. Thank you very much, Scott.
$31,000.
Fine, then I'll get it another way. I mean, you know.
How are you going to get $31,000?
Working. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Put a gun to a bank teller's head is how you're going to get $31,000.
Even what I did.
21 years in the DJ business.
I did what I was supposed to be doing. Okay.
You did what you had to do, in other words?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I would put it that way.
Thank you, Scott, the engineer.
No problem.
All right.
I still have no decision.
You going to pay him? What?
It stinks. This whole thing stinks.
You know what? I love you. Look at how tender you are on the inside. You're letting this idiot get to you.
But it's, you know what?
Remember, wait a second. Can I remind you of a story about yourself?
What?
All right, because I know you pretty well. Remember what happened to you when the guy did that ruse to you, where you were on the street and a guy asked you for how much money?
He asked me for $5.
No, he asked you for more than that.
No, he asked me for $5. All I had was the 20.
And you gave it to him. And what was his excuse?
He said that he and his sick kid and his wife were in the car, and they needed to get to the home or the hospital or somewhere, and they didn't have gas, and he needed $5.
Now, remember how pissed you were when you found out
that pissed when I came in.
That's a scam that like 9 million guys
They do it all the time.
When you pay Scott that $10,000,
that's how I'm going to feel.
You're going to feel taken.
I know. I feel like he's stealing my money.
Right. He's a thief.
That's right.
He came in here, did something called the worm on the floor. He looked like he was having sex with the floor. And now he still wants his money. Because you know why? In Scott's mind, he goes, I work so hard.
Yes, but we didn't pay you to get in shape. We paid you for 17 push-ups.
Right.
And I did them.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do. I'm
Thank you.
Jack LaMaine.
I would put it that way.
All right, listen. This discussion is getting boring and old.
Can I ask you one question, Scott?
Uh-oh.
Did you think that last push-up you did was a full push-up? Be honest.
Yeah, he was counting every time he got up off the floor.
But you didn't come up all together. Like, you know, your arms didn't lock.
No, I didn't hit the ceiling, John. Right, I know. I didn't come up.
None of them were push-ups, period. Never mind the last one.
I didn't clap my hands when I came up. I didn't, I didn't do a lot of things. I didn't do a lot.
Good, I'll give you the last one as a push-up. How's that? I'll give you all the other ones, though. It's not a push-up. I mean, come on. The last one was a push-up. There you go. You're insane.
Totally.
And I know you feel slighted, and I know you feel beat.
It's your show. It's your decision. Whatever.
No, it is not my decision.
It's your show.
It is my show.
It was your.
It was your show yesterday.
No, it was your show.
All you had to do was a push-up, Scott. There would have been no question.
You had set up a circus in here.
Hey, Scott,
that's your show.
When Dean told you...
So you were part of that, too.
We set up a circus.
You brought a whole entourage.
And the 5 goons.
Yeah, who were all those goons running around the hall?
I don't know.
Well, that's the problem, Howard. His friends were pumping him up and telling him that he did them. They were starting fights in the hall.
Yeah.
Nobody was starting a fight.
Yeah, one of them started a fight with one of the trainers.
What is it, Dominic?
All right, I decided I'm paying him.
All right, you can pay him.
I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'm not being disrespectful to you, Howard.
Right.
I can't take the fighting in my household anymore over this.
What? I'm fighting with you.
Berserk over this.
Who's going berserk?
Irma.
Oh, please.
You know
Tell her
why?
to shut up. What?
God has the woman's vote. All the women feel we're being unfair to him.
No, I don't agree with that.
This out. I'm telling you.
What is it?
Dominic's right. You know, I check my voicemail and stuff. Scott has the woman's vote. Now,
you know why? Because that's how women do push-ups.
Women don't know how to do a real push-up.
No, they don't. No offense.
They get yelled at in gym class the way guys get yelled at.
Yeah. Guys know how a push-up's supposed to be done.
Hey, Howard, you know what? Let me ask you one thing.
A man's push-up is using the chest muscles, and that's it exclusively.
Plus, he has no
You can't rest your weight of your penis and your hips and your stomach on the floor while you come back up.
Never mind, Scott. You don't know what you're talking about.
When Dean told you,
I won't say another word.
When Dean told you, when Dean told you that you had lost, would you have walked naked then? Be honest.
No.
Exactly.
He was going to welch on the bed.
He was welching on the bed.
If I did 10 and I
Four times Dean said you didn't do it, and you didn't take off your clothes. 4 times I asked him, go watch the tape.
Whistle blew once.
No, 4 times after you were done, I said, did he do 17 push-ups? He said no. I asked him again, and again.
The whistle blew once.
And he said no.
You know what? You're talking about these rules, these so-called rules that you were sticking to. The rules also said that if the whistle blew, you were to stop. You never did.
No, they didn't. They didn't say that. He said he had to do another extra one.
He had to stop and do another one.
Doesn't matter. He didn't do a push-up. Period.
I'm telling you, he didn't adhere to any rules except this touch the hand rule. And you could touch my hand 17 times standing here, Scott.
Right.
Maybe $31,000 then.
Okay. So, Dominic, you're paying him?
I'm paying him, but I have to also tell you one other thing. I'm suing Dean.
For damages.
Well, see, that's the other thing.
Right.
I sat there and I said, this is all a result of bad refereeing.
All right.
And that's why I got to pay.
Thank you, Dominic.
Goodbye, guys.
All right. That's why you got to pay. That's why he should pay.
We got an unpaid intern.
Right.
Judging push-ups.
But it's a bad idea.
But he said Scott didn't do them.
I know. But then Scott yelled like a baby.
He should have stopped Scott way into, because Scott was
You couldn't
not
stop anything.
The contest.
Scott was like a freight
He
train.
should have gotten off the floor. If Dean's hand wasn't there, Scott would have had to stop because there would have been no way to judge whether he was doing it.
Scott wasn't stopping no matter what.
Then we would have had a forfeit, and we wouldn't have had to pay.
We would have paid anyway, because you would have felt bad.
I did it where the hands are.
Right. Will you admit you did not do your push-ups? I'm going to ask you one last time. Will you admit that you did not do push-ups yesterday?
No.
You will not.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I just said to myself, I'll give him the money right now if he admits that he didn't do them.
You make me walk naked.
No, I told you don't have to walk naked. I want you to admit you didn't do 17 push-ups to me.
No.
That at least would help me.
Yeah, I could hand him the money right now.
I could say that. I mean, I could say anything.
I want you to say it for real, that you mean it.
Money. I mean,
will you admit that you did not do 17 push-ups?
I could lie and say I didn't do 17 push-ups.
But you say you did them.
I say.
Did you do 17 push-ups?
Not the way you wanted me to do them. Not perfectly straight.
But you say you did 17 push-ups.
I say I touched the hand 17 times.
All right, get out of here.
Touching the hand 17 times was not the contest.
Did you do 17 push-ups?
Yes. I was on the. I went down and came up.
All right, then you can live with that. You can live without my 10 grand. All right, you got Dominic's 5, but
that's fine.
All right.
I went down and it came up.
I ain't paying a guy who tells me he did push-ups, who didn't do them.
It's
I know.
so dishonorable.
I know. I went down, touched the hand 17 times, and came up.
Tell me you didn't do them. I'll pay 10 grand right now.
No.
If you're just honest about it and say you didn't do real push-ups.
No.
You will not say that.
I did what I had to do.
Well,
then you didn't.
Then I got to do what I got to do.
According to the rules.
I ain't paying
push-up. You did what you thought you had to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I swear to you right now, I swear on God and my children, I will pay Scott the engineer $10,000 right now.
Make me look bad, all right? Make me look bad.
You did look bad. You say those push-ups.
I got you on tape not doing them.
You got me on tape.
I want you to tell me that you did not do the push-ups.
No, I will not. I will never tell you that.
Okay? Then I will never pay.
Never.
Then I will never pay.
Because I did what I had to do according to the rules.
Okay, if that's what you think those were the rules.
And I touched the hand, and it came out.
Even your trainer only counted 16.
No, wow.
Even your trainer said he wouldn't have accepted one of those.
Saying all of these lies, Scott, when the truth is glaring you in the face.
I'm not
Your
lying.
own trainer says he wouldn't have accepted
I'm not
those.
lying.
But there's 16 on the tape.
Robin, I agree now to pay Scott $10,000 if he will tell me that he did not do his push-ups.
Hey, I can tell you anything.
And you will not have to walk naked, and you don't owe me a dime. I just want the truth. I want the truth the way you really see it in your head.
I already told you what I had to say.
I told you.
And you're telling me you did push-ups yesterday.
I told you what I had to say.
Okay, fine. I'm not paying. I swear to you I'm not paying.
Fine.
And I feel guilty about it because I like the guy and everything, and I love Scott, but I ain't doing it. I'm not being railroaded. And you can pay him, Robin, that's your decision.
Wait, I'm not being railroaded into saying something I don't believe.
Just tell the truth, and the truth will set you free.
I can tell you a lie and say, yeah, I didn't do it.
Did you do push-ups yesterday?
I could say.
Did you do 17
I could say no.
push-ups? Say it then.
Howard, breaking story.
What?
Line 1. Scott's wife.
Scott's wife.
Scott's wife. Whoa. This is Mrs. Scott, the engineer.
All right.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Calm down.
Hi, honey.
I'm calm, Scott.
I know.
What can we do for you?
Don't admit anything for the money.
I'm not. There's nothing to admit.
Let your wife talk.
17 push-ups, that's it.
Do you think he really did 17?
Yeah. He worked really hard.
That's not what we're arguing
I didn't
about.
ask if he worked hard.
A great job.
Did he do 17
Yes,
push-ups?
Push-ups.
Push-ups?
Yeah.
You think those were push-ups?
Yeah.
Have you seen a push-up before in your life?
Yes, I have.
Come in here, I'll show you what a push-up is.
One day I'll come and visit.
If he just would admit, listen to me, that he didn't do it, I'll hand him the money right now.
I told you
I
the
don't
money.
want him to admit
I
it.
told you the money wasn't the money.
The money's irrelevant to you.
Yeah, I believe what I did. You know.
I'm going to talk to your wife for a second. I'm going to tell her my point of view.
Go ahead.
You guys can talk whatever you want. Even Scott is saying something like he did what he had to do.
He did.
He will not say he did push-ups. He's saying he did what he had.
Exactly what the rules stated.
No, you don't know what the rules are. I have 20 different shows here that talk about what a push-up is.
We established what a push-up was long before
You can't do something where you throw your hips and your whole penis and pelvis on the floor.
What was that?
There should have been rules set.
There were.
There were rules set.
The only was
Scott knows the rules.
had to touch.
No,
Scott, was that the only rule that you only had to touch the hand?
Right.
I had to come up. I had to go down and touch the hand and come up.
Straight.
How?
Straight back.
Never said straight back.
No.
Yes, we
When we say you can't rest your thighs, your legs into...
I hit the hand and I came up.
And
Okay.
you said no girl push-ups.
Right.
That's
and
right. We said no legs on the floor.
And his
We're
legs,
never on the floor.
your legs and your belly were on the floor.
What do you call your legs, Scott? Is it from your hip to your toe?
Well,
Yeah.
Then your thighs were on the floor. Even Red Dew said that.
Well, my legs are from my hip to my toe, not my thighs or my legs.
Your thighs...
Your thighs are
your
not
hip-
supposed to touch your floor.
Your thighs in between your hips and your feet.
You wacko.
I said no girl push-ups. Girl push-ups are on your knees, okay?
You were not supposed to
I was
have
never
your
on my
legs on the floor.
Your legs were resting on the floor. I was screaming about it from the first one.
Okay.
Just admit that you didn't do it, and I'll give you the $10,000. Why won't you admit it? You know, you just admitted it now. You just said my thighs were not part of my legs.
You're wacky.
Why are you being so wacky?
I'm not being wacky. I'm just saying I did.
Admit you didn't do it. It's no shame.
The money, I told you.
You don't want the money.
No.
I'm
But
handing
it's
you
all
a
right.
check.
So admit that you didn't do it not for the money.
Here's a check right
Rip it
now.
up. Go ahead, rip
Here's
it up.
a check right now.
Go ahead, rip it up.
No. Blank check. Oh. I'll put $10,000 on this check right now.
Yeah.
And I bet you Robin will do the same. I can't speak for her.
It's ready to go.
Just tell me,
This is all for show.
admit your hips, all
right.
thighs
And
touched
belly.
the ground when you did your push-ups. If you're not going to admit that, I know you're a liar.
He did the push-ups according to...
I am talking to your husband now. Well, you admit you just admitted it 2 seconds ago.
Scott,
You said that your thighs aren't part of your legs. Your thighs touched the ground, did they not?
I'm thinking.
Think.
In order to touch the hand.
Did your thighs touch the ground during your push-ups?
I'm trying to remember. I know my legs didn't touch the ground.
All right. Are your thighs part of your legs?
Well, yeah, obviously.
They are. Did your thighs touch the ground?
I know my knees never touched the ground.
We're not talking about your knees. I said just thighs.
We didn't say your knees.
I'm trying to remember if
Or your hips.
Or your belly, for that matter.
Probably my belly because I was going for where the hand was. The hand was in the middle.
Did your thighs rest on the ground at all during the? They did not. They did not touch the ground.
I didn't say they didn't
rest. Touch. Did they touch?
I went down
the
and
ground?
came up.
What came down on the ground? What touched the ground?
I know this part of my body touched the ground because I hit the hand.
What else?
And what else? Your thighs. You just said before your thighs did.
Probably a little of my belly.
And?
I don't know.
Did it touch the ground?
I'm not sure.
You don't know. Okay.
No.
Well, if you don't know, then I'm not paying. 2 seconds ago, he said his thighs weren't part of his legs.
Right.
You're a liar. Admit it, and I'll give you the money right now.
What's bothering me about him? He just refuses to look at the truth.
I couldn't. I was doing push-ups. I know I touched the hand, and it came up. Okay.
All right. We know you touched the hand with something.
Okay.
Where were your? Well, you don't know where the
Forget
rest
about
of your
touching hands.
body
You know what a
was?
push-up is? Did you do a push-up?
Yeah.
You did.
Oh yeah.
All right. Then fine. Then I'll put my check back. Stick to your story.
Okay.
You know you're lying. You just lied.
No, I'm not lying.
Your thighs didn't touch the ground. Scott, I watched you here do.
Red Dew said it. Red Dew said he was
Red
not
Dew himself.
a push-ups. He said his knees never touched the ground, but his thighs were on the ground.
And you will not admit it.
Honestly, it's hard for me to remember if I was touching.
Admit that your thighs touched the ground, and I'll write you a check right now.
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I'm telling you honestly.
You want to be hypnotized?
No, I'm telling you what I was going for. The hand was down here.
Did your thighs touch the ground?
I don't know.
You don't know? Then I don't know. Then I don't know about paying you.
Honestly, I don't.
Robert, we cannot pay this guy.
Is Fred going to pay her?
No,
Fred was never
Fred is
paying.
never paying. Fred is disgusted with Scott.
He only did 10. I love Scott. I really do.
You do?
I was hoping that
his own wife doesn't love him.
Yes, she does.
Mrs. Scott.
I do. I like
Mrs. Scott, do you love Scott?
I like Scott.
Her name's Robin.
Robin, do you love Scott?
Yes.
You do.
Very much.
You do love him very much?
Yes, she does.
That's really sad. She deserves $10,000.
Yeah, I'll pay her.
I'll pay her, not you.
Well, he's the winner in this
Write
house.
her the check. She deserves it.
You're amazing that you love him.
She deserves it for putting.
I would throw him right through a window.
She almost.
Oh.
My steroid rage wasn't only here.
Some lousy attitude.
He did, huh?
You've been living with this.
She deserves money.
Oh yeah.
Scott went home and went nuts.
Oh, yeah, he's going berserk.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course he knew he couldn't do it from the beginning.
She's the best. She's the best.
He didn't do it.
He didn't do what he was supposed to do.
I would never gyp Scott if he did it.
What?
Never. I would never gyp Scott if he did it. I'm too honest a guy.
And I would tell you, I paid off my bet, and I walked on the street like a jerk.
You sure did. You lost.
And I would do it again if I thought I lost.
Okay, so you think you won. You will not help. If you admit right now that you didn't do it, I'll pay you the money.
No, I won't.
Howard? But
I don't get it. Okay, everybody in the world knows he didn't do the push-up.
No.
Only one person.
Not true.
Only one person knows that you.
No, that's not.
That's absolutely true.
No.
If you dig a poll in this room, if you did a poll in,
here's Danny Baldwin.
$31,000 if you just said I didn't do it.
Here's Danny Baldwin. He must know something. Danny, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to hear the exciting conclusion of
Right. I am telling you, I am not paying this guy. Did you see it?
Wait a second. First of all, I got up early yesterday. I'm shooting a movie. I got up early yesterday just to hear this whole thing.
Right.
It was bedlam.
I know.
It was bedlam.
But the amazing thing to me, just listening to this conversation with Scott's wife on the phone,
yes.
You don't admit anything, Scott. You don't say anything, Scott. Next thing you know, he's about to break when you said that Radu said his fast right in here. Scott, I'll go along with anything you say.
Right. It's unbelievable.
She's smelling that cash.
Yeah, Danny, did you see the show last night?
I couldn't. I was working.
All right, okay. Because I would even abide by Danny's decision.
No, but
Debbie Gibson was in here and her mother.
Debbie Gibson felt so bad for you. It was ridiculous. Everyone feels bad for you, Scott. There isn't a person on.
The thing was when you had the guy from Laverne and Shirley, the Big Ragu, who was training them.
Right, Big Ragu.
Isn't that where he came from?
Yeah.
Now he's
the Big Ragu.
That's right. He's now training.
Hey, thanks, Danny. Thanks,
man. He turned around. You brought him in to count the push-ups, and he even said right there, "That's right. 17. One was disqualified for 16."
Yeah.
No, it was 18 and one was.
No, there wasn't 18.
Even Radu counted 17.
Everyone said 18. Someone even said 19. Then when you said,
but he still won't say he didn't do it.
He counted 1, 2, 3.
Danny, 50 different ways this guy didn't do it.
The whistle blew on one of them. That's it. That's 16.
Thank you.
And he's the trainer. And then you turned around, Howard, feeling guilty, and you said, you know what, I really feel either I'm in a lose-lose situation, I'm going to pay him. What do you
Danny,
you were to stick by the rule.
Danny, I want to give him the money. Badly. Right now, I want to give him the money. He will not admit that he didn't do it.
Then because it's a controversy, then come up with something else.
Okay, thank you.
That's the only way to settle it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got jogging or something.
For hours to find out what that's going to be. I'm going to be brewing something up, and I'll call you tomorrow with my new bet.
Thank you, Danny.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. That's Danny Baldwin.
Can we have a new bet, Howard?
No new bet. I just want Scott to say he didn't do his push-ups, and I'll give him the money. And he doesn't have to walk naked.
$31,000.
I'll give him my 10. I can't speak for Robin. I can't speak for Fred. I can't speak for Dominic.
I'm almost giving it to him with him doing nothing because he's such a miserable coot.
I will not give it to him until he tells me he didn't do it.
But I really would feel better if he would honestly say he didn't complete the contest in the proper manner.
That's all I want to hear. I need to hear it because I know I'm not lying.
You know, I'm fighting with myself to lie to you, and I won't.
And you won't. Okay, fine. Okay, let's end this. I have plenty of show to get to. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott is not being paid.
You know what? What really bothers me about this is he must be mentally ill.
He is mentally ill. Because you know what?
Did you see him yesterday?
In his mind, he knows he didn't do them.
He is mentally ill.
And you still won't admit it because you want to be...
It's pride.
You know what it is? You want to be thought of as a winner.
That's what it is.
I am a winner.
It's his ego.
So then if you know you're a winner, you're a winner.
Scott,
if you were a winner, you take the money.
You would tell us the truth about
Here's another
those
example.
push-ups.
The truth is...
You didn't do it.
The truth is...
You did what you had to do.
Right. According to what I was told.
No. Just go away.
I will say...
That's a lie.
Wait a minute.
You know what you were told.
I will say...
Something seriously wrong with
I know they weren't perfect. I will say that.
Okay.
All right?
But you will say that?
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
And what was the rule? You had to do 17 push-ups. Perfect push-ups.
No.
I can
you know it.
show you
I did what I had to
previous
do.
tape.
You know how many times we've discussed this.
I did what I had to do.
Okay. So
Well,
keep saying that.
Then I'm going to do what I have to do.
No money.
I mean, you know.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And Robin, thank you.
Well, thank you for the opportunity anyway.
All right. Thank you, and I'm glad you got in shape, and God bless you. A gig is in. All right, good. There you go. There he is, Scott the engineer and his saga. I badly want to give him the money. I just want to hear the truth.
He would only say, I didn't do it.
I did what I had to do. Because Radu trained me.
I did Radu.
He never said that.
I'm going to give you one last chance.
Here we go.
And then I'm going to come out. This is it. And then just walk out of here.
Okay.
Did you do your push-ups?
I did what I had to do.
Oh, what a... Oh. I wish, some doctor out there, please call us and explain to us how a man
Did
got
you
to this
do the push-ups the way we described them?
Obviously, I didn't do the push-ups the way you wanted me to do them.
No.
I would
the way you know how they should have been done.
No. Was required in this contest.
I didn't do the push-ups the way you thought I should.
Did you do push-ups? Period.
I did push-ups, but I didn't do them the way you thought I should be doing them.
Scott.
Did you do push-ups the way we both agreed you should be doing them?
Obviously, there's a disagreement, so there is no agreement.
Yeah, I'm just asking you. There's no disagreement.
I know.
Did you do the push-ups the way we agreed to do them?
I know I went... Yeah,
and you touched the hand with something.
Wherever the hand was, I had no other choice.
What about the rest of your body?
If the hand was up here...
Did you do the push-ups?
Wait a minute. If the hand was up here, then I would have gone for the hand where it was. The whole problem was the
So you didn't do them?
No. Well, I did them...
You touched them with your belly, didn't you?
Well, I had no choice. The hand was down here.
Okay. And what about your thighs? Did your thighs touch the ground?
I told you I didn't remember. Okay?
You do.
I had no choice.
All right, wait a minute. Scott, under your own rules, you didn't do it because you knew that it was touch the chest to the hand.
No, it was touch the hand.
It was
and I couldn't move his hand.
I don't know where the hand was. I mean, I was just feeling for the hand.
I saw what you did.
I didn't.
You moved your body over the hand.
God, you're an amazing man because you're changing the truth.
I am amazing.
Even for yourself.
Scott, I'm going to ask you one last time.
You're changing the rules.
Did you do push-ups?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Get out. I'm not paying. And you shouldn't pay, Robin. If you pay, you're a sucker.
I'm not going to pay because I feel like I'm being... He's
I'm being
putting
railroaded.
in my pocket
I
and
did
ripping me
push-ups.
off.
I did push-ups.
Okay.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
There was a contest there that said if you didn't do the push-ups, you would be out on the street naked. There was no way we could...
Is there anybody in this office right now? Is there anybody in the E-room? Is there anybody in this building who thinks Scott did push-ups? Walk in now.
Please come in.
Step forward.
Please step forward right now.
I tried telling Scott off the air yesterday that he didn't do them, and he just...
They're all
He will not listen.
He will not let his friends were all like, yes, he did, and it was just like, I just walked away. He's like, all right, whatever.
All right. I want to give you the money, Bob. You're making it too difficult for me.
What is a stampede coming in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear all the foot beats?
Stephanie, you're on the air. Yes, Stephanie, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard. How are you?
I got to take a break. I haven't broken in an hour. But go ahead, real quick. You get the last word.
I don't know. I felt sorry for him at first, but now, because he's being such an idiot, just shut up. He went and trained with Radu to get all that money. He probably paid him to learn how to do the push-ups, and now he won't even admit that he didn't do them just so he can get the $30,000.
No, he won't admit it.
He couldn't have possibly have been doing a worm-type push-up.
These are people who saw you on TV.
I just
admitted. These are people who saw you on TV.
Everybody saw your legs hit the floor, Scott, and you can't feel it?
I just admitted to you that I didn't do them.
Did you do something called the worm yesterday, or did you do push-ups? Just tell me you did the worm, and I'll give you $10,000.
Okay, my back did waver.
All right, and did your hips and thighs hit the floor?
I don't honestly don't remember. I
want to go view the tape?
My back did waver. Okay,
when your back wavered,
right?
Did your hips and thighs hit the floor?
I told you I don't know.
Would you describe that as something called the worm, or would you call it as push-ups?
If you want to call it the worm, you can.
Will you call it the worm? Did you do 17 worms yesterday?
No, I didn't do 17 worms.
He did many worms.
How many did you do? At least 5 worms yesterday.
I don't.
You will not admit that.
I didn't say. I had to touch the hand. Okay. All right, I'll admit that I did.
You had to do more than just. What is it?
You did.
You had to do more. Oh, you did worms.
Obviously, my back buckled on a couple of them.
All right, and you did the worm.
If you want to call it the worm.
So you didn't do all 17
No,
push-ups.
I did all 17 push-ups.
No.
But you said some were worms.
Howard.
But I still went down and touched the hand again.
We know you touched the hand.
We don't call those push-ups. We call those worms.
Did you do the worm or did you do the push-up?
See now.
What did you do? Did you do the worm or the push-up?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Did you do the worm or the push-up?
I'm not
Did
grumbling.
you do the worm or the push-up?
I'm not grumbling. I did what I had to do. I'll stick
Did you do the worm or the push-up? You just said you did some worms.
I said
you admitted
my back. My back.
Did you do something called the worm, and then you said yes?
I don't know what the worm is.
But you did do something that resembles a worm.
I don't know.
I did some push-ups where your thighs, or you did something resembling a worm where your thighs scoop down and hit
I don't
the
know
floor.
if my thighs hit the floor.
Okay,
I told you
all
that.
right. Let's end.
What I had to do.
I tried to give you the money 50 different ways.
We've given him every opportunity to be an honorable guy.
The money.
I'm asking you to be honorable.
I'm being honest.
Guy.
I'm telling you, I'm being honest. I'm not going to lie to you and say I did the worm just to take.
And you know
money.
the rules were more than just tapping your chest.
I'm not lying to you.
You know the rules were more than just hitting the hand. You knew you had to do a push-up.
I'm telling you what I believe.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not
Were
going to
the
lie.
rules more than just tapping a hand? I mean, I clarified that before the contest directly, but weren't there more rules than just tapping a hand? Scott, yes or no? Were there more rules than just tapping a hand?
I was told to touch the hand.
No.
All right. What is a push-up, Scott?
Come on. All right, forget.
Obviously, I don't know what a push-up is.
I was thinking, I know you guys really, in a way, want to give him the money.
I'm trying.
Scott, why don't you just... They'll give you the money. Tell me if you think it's okay. You'll give him the money no matter what. Why don't you just get down right now and give us your best? Just give us your best.
I'm not doing that.
They'll give you the money no matter what. We just really want to see what you can do.
I'm not.
We just want. But why wouldn't you?
I'm not.
But you won't do it because you can't do them.
What I'm saying to you is, even if you did 10 perfect ones, they'd give you the money.
It would make him have to confront the truth.
Right.
Yeah, and he can't do that.
He'll give you the money.
I'm not doing it right now.
Get down on the floor right now.
I'm not doing
This is what I want to see you do. Give me 5 of these. You ready? I'll do it.
But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
I'm not doing it right now.
That makes no sense. Why wouldn't you do it?
If you could do 17 yesterday, you certainly can do 5 today.
Let me see you do 5 good push-ups.
I'm not doing them right now.
They'll give you the money no matter what.
I'm not doing them.
Because you can't do
buy a
them.
new house.
Why wouldn't you do them? Because you can't do them.
And admit that he
You're going to let but there's a bone of contention. We're willing to give you $31,000. Let me see you do it.
Just to see what you can do. Are you going to let...
I'm trying to come up with it. I'm trying to come up with I'm trying to get you to admit that you didn't do them. You won't admit you didn't do them.
How many real ones, Howard, do you have to do?
5!
Let me see him do 5 real ones. I'll do one for you now so you can see what you have to imitate.
I'm not doing them. I did them yesterday.
You didn't do real push-ups yesterday.
Howard, this is amazing.
I've tried a million ways to give him the money.
He is letting his pride stand in the way of a down payment on a house.
But this is why he's a loser.
That's why he's a loser, and I've said he's a loser.
They'll give you the money. They'll just give it to you. We just want to see what you can do. We know you're thin.
Regardless of what you do right now, I'll give you the money.
But just give us your best shot. Don't do 3 and crumble. Give us your genuine best shot.
Let me see a couple of real push-ups.
Couple of real push-ups.
Yeah.
No, your best shot.
You know what you were doing yesterday wasn't a push-up.
I'm just saying more than a couple.
I want to prove it to you. Maybe you can and concentrate on where your thighs are going.
I'm just saying, do what you did yesterday. Do the best you can, and you'll get the money.
The only reason you won't do them is because your thighs are going to crumble and hit the floor like they did yesterday, and you're going to be embarrassed again.
Probably has no strength today. You're probably right. That's why I don't want to see what I have left.
And that's a shame that you have no strength.
I don't know what I have left.
You should be able to do 5.
You can do one decent push-up.
20 push-ups does not take a week to recover from.
Well,
if you're Scott, they do.
No, he shouldn't have had any inability to recover. He hardly did a push-up
I must take a commercial break. I am screwing up here royally. I'm wasting my time with this guy. He will not do. He will not be an honorable man and say he didn't do them, and I'll give him the $10,000. No strings attached.
Get out and do one good decent
Robin will give you $10,000.
You want me to get down and do one?
One decent push-up,
One.
just so I can say.
Want to see him give me his 5 best? Give me 5.
5. Not
It doesn't matter how many he does.
'Cause I want
him to honestly prove to me he knows what a push-up is, and he didn't do them yesterday.
He knows what they are.
Uh-oh.
He knows.
That's you getting mad.
He knows what a push-up is.
But
he knows he didn't do
won't
it.
say he didn't do it.
So don't give him the money then. If you give him the money, you're a sucker.
I said I didn't do them the way you wanted me to do them.
So we're just saying, today's a new day. Today, do them the way we want you to do them and get the money.
Yeah. Why don't you go down and do them now, right now? Do them the way we wanted you to do them.
God, it's 5 push-ups. I don't know what
You can
honestly,
certainly do
Forget it.
5.
Offer off the table. End the discussion.
Wow.
That's the end. Goodbye.
I mean, now you're being
Howard,
stupid.
I tell you right now. Howard, I make this offer to you right now. I will whip off all my clothes and walk down the street for $31,000.
Let's give him the money.
Wait a second, Howard.
Get out there, Boo-Boo-Boo.
Wait.
All right. Now listen, Scott.
Call my wife.
I think anyone listening to this program knows I have just tried to hand you the money as much as I
you're
could.
making it like you're trying to be the good guy.
Making it like.
But why don't we go back to what the bet was and why you're not paying?
The bet was here's exactly why I'm not paying you.
Don't make it to be like, I'm trying to give him. Listen, people, I'm trying to give him the money, but he won't take it.
I said
I'm stuffing it in his mouth.
I wanted you to admit that you didn't do them.
Listen, people, I'm being a nice guy. I'm giving him the money.
If you bet on you, would you pay?
Would you pay me for what you did yesterday? No. What you did yesterday, you wouldn't give me a penny. I know you. I know you exactly because you know what a push-up is. And you know what? The only rule wasn't just touching your hand to something.
I said $31,000. We deserve push-ups.
And I said, I want to see some push-ups. And you didn't do them. You tried. You gave it a best shot. You improved a little bit, but you didn't do push-ups. And that's all I'm asking you to admit, and I'll give you the money. And we're done.
You were like a robot screaming, touch the hand, even when we were telling you you had to do perfect push-ups.
Yeah.
Because you planned to cheat us all along.
I did.
He tried.
I did not. Robin, if I plan to cheat, wait a minute. Hold on.
Don't give him the money.
Wait. I got to say something now.
I have to break.
You
I'm
just
sorry.
pushed my button.
Thank God you've got one.
Well, you're cheating us now because you're not admitting the truth.
I didn't plan on cheating you, Robin. I worked my ass off for the last 6 weeks.
We don't doubt that.
I trained 2 hours a day. I didn't plan
today, and you never intended to do a push-up. You planned to touch a hand.
Right. You've been playing a game with us.
Oh, my God.
And so instead of coming in here like a man and saying, okay, I didn't do them, give me my money.
I just told you, you expected me to do them one way, and I did them another way.
So did you do a push-up or not?
Not according to what you consider a push-up.
All right, so you didn't do it.
And whose book is your way a push-up?
Well,
where have you ever seen your kind of push-ups?
Spaz book.
According to...
Yeah, what book is that? The
according
Spaz
to what
book?
I was told, to hit the hand.
I see. And what else were you told?
I did that.
Well, out of all the discussions over the last month, what else were we told?
Go down, hit the hand, and come up.
Yeah, how? In a push-up.
I wasn't told how.
You got to pull tape.
It was never discussed.
There's got to be tape somewhere of us talking about.
Gary's going to pull the tape.
Please pull the tape.
What's a push-up,
Fred?
You know what a push-up is.
I'll show you what a push-up is. How about you got to break into a 90-degree angle with your elbows? How's that for a definition? You didn't even do that.
The whole idea is upper body strength.
Yeah. And you didn't do it. Admit it, and I'll give you the money. I'll give it to you. You know you didn't do it, so why wouldn't you admit it?
I told you. I just told you that.
All right, can I end
You
this?
didn't do it? Is that what you just told us? You did not do it.
What did I say?
You didn't do it.
What did I say?
You said you didn't do it the way according to me doing it. That sounds like a bunch of semantics.
Yeah.
I want to know that you didn't do 17 push-ups. In your definition of a push-up.
I don't want to take the money.
Using your definition of a push-up. No. Using your definition of a push-up. No, not mine. Using your honest definition of a push-up.
I told you I did what I had to do according to the rules.
No, that's not what. Those were not the rules.
Please bring us a tape.
Yeah, if they pull the tape, Scotty, and the rules when we discussed.
You explained the rules to me right before I did them.
But
I explained one of the rules to you. We had a month-long discussion.
On what a push-up was.
See, he's trying to change what a push-up is.
No,
yeah.
He's going by what you said yesterday. But there was a brief,
we were just talking about the rules of your going down to the floor in a push-up.
Yeah. Right.
That was the.
Did you do 17 push-ups? I'll ask you one last time. Did you do them? According to your own definition of what a push-up is.
What a push-up is.
Forget the semantics. As a man to man.
I told you they weren't
Were
perfect
they push-ups?
Did you do 17 push-ups?
I pushed myself up 17 times.
No, were they push-ups, Scott, in a physical fitness contest? Would they have been considered push-ups?
In a contest?
No. If somebody was judging a fitness contest, would they have called those push-ups?
Probably not.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you didn't do 17 push-ups?
I did what I had to do.
No. We weren't doing what you had to do contest. We were in a push-up contest.
Forget what you had to do.
In a contest.
Did you do 17 push-ups?
Not what she just said. Not in a contest. I probably would have lost.
Not regulation push-ups, right?
I probably would.
Let me ask you as a man-to-man right now.
That's right.
Look me in the eye and tell me that you did 17 push-ups. Look me in the eye. Stop turning your head. Did you do 17 push-ups? Did you?
Again, I'll state it.
Did you do 17? Just forget about all the rules. As man to man, forget rules. Rules are out the window.
Okay.
Man to man, based on what you know as a man, as a guy who went to gym class, as a guy who probably was ridiculed for not being able to do push-ups as a kid.
With the way I did...
Did you do 17 push-ups yesterday?
I already gave you my answer.
And by your definition, did you do 17 push-ups?
Was that a push-up?
Man to man. Look me in the eye.
I say those were push-ups.
You didn't look me in the eye.
I say
look me in the eye.
I say those were push-ups.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we're into money.
No,
I didn't say the form.
I'm not paying him.
I didn't say
he's lying.
No,
I know it.
We're into
I'm
money.
not lying.
To keep our
I'm
money.
not lying.
Yes, you are.
No,
you
I'm
are
not lying.
Did you do 17?
If I was lying, I would say, "Oh, those were awful push-ups." You're right.
Fine. Say that.
They were awful push-ups. What were they?
So now I'm lying. So why don't you say you're lying now?
Do you think you did 17 quality push-ups?
No, I didn't say they were quality.
Okay.
Well, they weren't awful?
I didn't say they were quality push-ups. I never said they were quality push-ups.
Were they even real push-ups?
They were real push-ups.
No, they weren't
quality push-ups.
Okay. Well, we have a dispute then.
Then I'm keeping my
I'm
money.
keeping my money
real.
too.
Robin, I just admitted that they weren't quality. What else? I mean,
my money is real, and I wanted real push-ups.
Right. And I'm willing to give you the money.
That they weren't quality push-ups.
Were they push-ups?
I say they were push-ups. Yes, I said, but I didn't say they were quality push-ups.
Whose push-ups were they, Scott?
Have you ever seen push-ups like that ever on this planet?
Have you ever seen anybody drop to the floor and say this is a push-up and it looks like that?
Have you ever seen push-ups like that anywhere? Anywhere?
No.
By anyone's definition, is that a push-up? Except for yours.
I don't know by anybody's definition.
Right. Have you ever seen
anybody demonstrate a push-up like that?
Yeah. Have you?
No. You.
Me.
Are you now willing to admit that you didn't do the push-ups?
No, I said they weren't quality push-ups.
Thank you.
I will say that. Okay? I mean, you know, I'm
trying every way that I can to give you the money. But I spent an hour and a half now.
You're going to have the audience sympathy now.
Right.
Because, hey, I tried to give him the money.
I am.
But it wasn't about trying to give me the money.
I'll give you the money if you just be honest about it.
You got to. I just told you that.
There's some honor in honesty, Scott. There's no honor in taking our money for those push-ups. None whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know how you could feel honorable about that.
Robin, I'm giving you an out here. I'm honorable. I paid off a bet before, and I'm telling you.
What is it?
I'm still looking for more tape, but I just found one piece of tape, and it's very simple. You say, Scott says, all I got to do to win the $31,000 is do 17 push-ups right there, and you go, perfect push-ups, and Scott goes, that's right. Now, do you consider what you did yesterday perfect push-ups? I'll find more tape, don't worry. But do you consider what you did yesterday perfect push-ups?
I say they weren't all quality. But on the tape, you said 17 perfect push-ups.
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups? That's what you told me you were going to be able to do. Did you do it?
Not according to you.
What about according to you? What about according to you? Did you do it? Did you do the bet?
He knows.
Did you come through on the bet?
He knows.
You said on the tape.
This is what's amazing.
17 perfect push-ups.
And he has to wait to think of an answer.
Because he's a cheat.
That's what I told you right from the very beginning.
That's why I have no respect for you.
Wait a minute. I'm not a cheat.
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups?
I would just lie and tell you.
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups?
I'm trying to take the money.
He won't admit it.
I'm not trying to.
You planned to cheat us.
Robin, I didn't plan that.
Right. Well, you got it from the floor. You said, give me my money.
Right, because
you said you're not going out naked.
17 perfect push-ups, you still won't say it.
You won't even say it, and you cheated us yesterday because you didn't uphold the bet and you didn't go out on the street naked.
I'm telling you, I touched the hand 17 times.
We know you touched the hand.
So?
Did you do 17 push-ups?
Right.
There was more criteria than just touching a hand.
17 times, up and down.
Right.
Okay.
17 times up and down with your belly. And with your thighs resting on the floor. You call that a push-up?
Resting on the floor.
Okay. Well, we have a disagreement. Thank you. You can leave now.
I don't even know my thighs.
Goodbye. You don't know. I do. And everybody else does.
You don't know what a push-up is. Get out.
Get out.
Okay.
Goodbye. No money. I gave you 50 chances to admit you didn't do it.
All right, everybody in the audience, he gave me every chance in the world to take his money. Okay?
I did.
But according to what I did yesterday, I should have the money.
No, you did nothing yesterday.
Gary he's going to play a tape after the commercials of you saying yes, 17 perfect push-ups. And you now claiming you did 17 perfect push-ups.
Let him play all the tapes he
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups?
I did what I had to do yesterday.
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups?
That was always the bet, Scott. How come yesterday
the bet didn't change? Why did the bet change all of a sudden? So you can sit here in your mind and say you're entitled to my money.
The bet.
Okay, the bet was 17 perfect push-ups.
No, I'm not robbing you because I could sit here and lie and take your money.
You're a liar.
You're
a liar.
You never planned to keep your part of the bet.
When I play the tape back for you on the air with you saying yes, 17 perfect push-ups, you're going to tell me you did 17 perfect push-ups?
Play the tape. That's fine. You can play anything you want.
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups? I just want to go on the record.
I told you.
Did you do 17 perfect push-ups? Did you do 17 perfect push-ups? Good, then leave.
And
then leave.
You owe us a walk on the street and money.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, well, pay up the bet then.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
No, you pay up the bet because I believe I did
17 perfect push-ups.
What I had to do.
You did 17 perfect push-ups.
How could he say this?
Because he's a cheat.
Out of his mind.
I tried to give him an hour and a half ago. He could have admitted it and just taken his 10,000.
I'm not a liar. I won't admit to lying to take your money from you.
But you did.
I'm not taking
when you
your
got
money.
Up yesterday,
I don't have your money.
You didn't do 17 perfect push-ups.
If you take our money for those push-ups,
I'm not taking your money.
You are lying.
You're not giving me the money. So if I wanted to lie and say
you are lying if you say you beat us yesterday.
Robert, I'm sitting here. I'm not taking your money.
But did you win?
I'm doing everything.
No, you're making us look dishonorable. Did you win yesterday?
I'm not making you look
lying.
Yes, you are.
You win.
We have a difference of opinion.
Did you win yesterday?
There shouldn't have to be any opinion because if we got push-ups, we wouldn't have an argument.
Look me in the eye and tell me you won the bet yesterday.
I won the bet.
Look me in the eye.
The bet.
You really believe that?
Keep your money.
He doesn't believe anything.
I know.
He's a mush.
Yep. You're a mush, and you'll always be a loser. I have no respect for you. Get out. You're a mush and a loser. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I must take a break. I must take a break. Scott's back. Thank you, Doug.
Oh, God.
What is this, a witness? I got to take a break.
One second. When you just screamed for somebody to come in to say I did them.
Good.
Doug already came in yesterday
Doug,
on the air.
did he
Why
do
didn't you come
17?
running in now, Doug?
Did he adhere to the rules
Have
of
Doug
the
show us what a push-up
Show me what a
looks
push-up is, Doug. Right now, give me one. Give me 5.
Is it going to look like Scott?
Give me 5. Show me what a push-up is.
Yeah.
Scott, watch. What he does. This is actions speak louder than words. And if you can honestly tell me this is what you did, do 5 now. Give me 5. 1. That's perfect.
Okay.
2. 3. Beautiful. 4. 5.
That's a push-up.
Now,
did you do that?
Anything like that?
Did you do anything like that?
You did not.
Tell the truth, Scott. As a man.
I guess mine didn't look like that. No.
Not
okay.
even close.
But I
did you do that?
I did hit the hand.
Doug, did he do what you just did yesterday?
I was like the biggest supporter of Scott. And
thank you.
After watching the tape, 20 times, he did not.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, there's your own witness, Scott. Your own witness says you did not do push-ups.
I was supporting you the whole time, and I was.
Now, why did you bring in a guy who says you didn't do them?
Well, he said he did yesterday on the air. He said I did them. So now he just changed his mind.
Well, you know what also is?
He just flip-flopped on me.
Wait, Scott, listen.
We're supposed to believe that.
He backpedaled.
Flip-flop.
He knows what a push-up is.
He came out on the air
I'm going to ask you again.
I did.
I'm going to ask you again. You brought in a witness.
He says
you didn't do them. Tell me now, in your own words, did you win the bet yesterday?
Those were the push-ups we were paying for.
Did you win the bet?
Those were the push-ups.
Yeah, those were them.
Oh, like that was a surprise.
You never saw a push-up like that before. That's news to you.
That was brand new.
You know.
You see how he lies and he lies and he laughs.
That was a joke. There's one key factor here.
Did you? Excuse me. The key factor is this question. As I look at you eye and eye, I'm looking at you eye to eye. You just heard Doug, and you heard what he said.
Well, let me hear what the
you saw his push-ups. No, listen. Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
Did you win the bet yesterday?
I want to hear what he said.
No, I'm asking you a question. Forget him. We heard what he had to say.
I told you what I did.
But I mean, the bottom line is, I had no money.
Did you win the bet?
If I had money, I would not.
You would not have accepted what he did.
Doug, what did you say? Look Scott in the eye and tell him.
You know I was supporting you the whole time. I said it to you. I had arguments with Howard, with everyone. But if I had money that I was going to pay for those push-ups, and I supported you, I would not have been paying you.
Now look me in the eye, Scott. Your own witness.
Scott, I'm sorry.
Did you win the bet yesterday? I'm not trying to get you to say anything you don't mean.
I just told you I didn't do them that way.
So you didn't do 17 push-ups?
No, I did 17 push-ups.
No, those were push-ups. Those were push-ups. No. There is nothing else that qualifies
I told you
as a
that the ones I did weren't quality. I didn't say they weren't push-ups.
There's nothing else that qualifies as a push-up.
Were those push-ups the way Doug just did push-ups?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
All right, get out of here. All right, can we end this now? I'm not paying you the money. I've given you 20 different ways to admit that you didn't do them.
That's right, because I can't support insanity.
Yeah, it's not. Doug is telling you didn't do it, and you still won't do it.
And I was your biggest supporter. Well, I wanted to do that more than anything.
I know.
You know that I did. Why don't you just go do 5?
Because he couldn't do it.
5 of those.
What you just did is impossible for him.
It's not in his realm.
It's not in his realm, and that's why I bet the money. He couldn't even approach that.
And he planned to rip us off right from the very beginning.
And he certainly ripped us off yesterday.
Because
admit
he never
you didn't do
intended
it.
to
I'll
live
give
up
you the
to
money
his
right
part
now.
of the bargain.
No nude, no nothing. I'll give you the money right now if you admit you didn't do it.
Always intended to take our money for something less than a push-up.
Did you do the push-ups?
I did what I had to do.
Okay.
Again.
All right. Can we end this now? Thank you. I want to pay you, but you're not making it easy.
You can end it whenever you want.
Okay. Goodbye.
It's your show. You can end it whenever you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am done with this discussion. Yeah, speaking of Imus's audience, I just, our affiliate in Cleveland, WNCX, is it? Oh, God, I hope I have that right. Yeah, WNCX. They've been with us a real long time. They just faxed me. Imus got booted off the air in Cleveland for the third time. Yeah, they said that he literally had no ratings. Can you imagine having no ratings? How is that possible?
Well, he does that in so many markets.
Syndicated Chalk Don Imus. His latest fling into Cleveland radio market has come to an end. I think it lasted a couple of weeks. They keep trying him over there. They want him to succeed. They just don't know what they've run out of stations.
They're buying that. He's number 2 in New York.
Yeah, I know. Well, everyone buys all of that. This program was tied for last place.
Last place?
Yeah, he was tied, though. So at least he was competing with somebody. Wait a second. Scott, the engineer, is sitting here. Let me just finish this about Imus.
Go ahead.
He's another loser.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a loser, but...
All right, wait a second. This marks the second time in 4 years Imus program has been booted off local radio. Dumping Imus program from WNKR was one of several moves made yesterday by the station's new owner, J-Corps Communications. The broadcasting giant based in Kentucky took over operations last week, and they assessed the situation, and guess who they threw out? Bobby Hatfield, a J-Corps official, said Imus's program based in New York City didn't fit his format. I don't think listeners in Cleveland care how bad traffic is in New York, and that's all Imus talks about.
Oh, my.
Once again,
out of topics?
Yesterday the ratings came out in New York. We had the highest ratings of this show's career, 9.6.
And still number 1. How many years has it been?
It is barely mentioned in the New York Post. It's buried way deep into the column.
I know. It's no news at all.
At least the Daily News put a picture in a headline. I'll give them that. Most people do not want me to succeed. Most people want me to fail. I don't know why. I don't know why I evoke this. People's happiness seems to be my misery.
Or people's misery? Well...
People's happiness seems to be my misery.
Okay, I'm going to think about that.
Well, made sense to me anyway. People seem to get a lot of happiness when I'm miserable.
Okay.
Thank you.
That makes sense.
Speaking of miserable, Scott, I can spend no more time on this. What you come in to make some sort of statement.
I just looked at the tape.
Thank you.
Under a clear mind.
Okay.
I viewed it yesterday.
You were hopped up.
Yeah, I was. Okay. I wasn't really. Okay.
Right.
I did not do 17 perfect push-ups.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. So you didn't win the bet.
Yeah, I guess not.
All right, now go walk outside naked.
No.
I told you don't have to walk naked. Right. I just wanted to prove my point that you were a loser. We're not capable of doing it.
There are people.
I think I could do a couple for you if you want to see what I think you should have.
Not necessary. I just wanted you to admit that you lost the bet yesterday, that I wasn't welching.
They weren't perfect.
Okay.
That's right.
That's what I was trying to tell you, that you are a loser.
I'm not a loser.
You always will be a loser.
You worked very hard.
And
I gave it a full.
Winners work very hard and they win.
You know what happened?
Losers lose.
I was so psyched out yesterday. I psyched myself out between everything that was going on.
But that's what Howard said you would do.
Yeah. As I said, you're a loser.
I don't think it's the fact that I couldn't do them or I can't do them right.
You can't do that.
I can't do them right now.
You can't do them, period.
Under those conditions.
You can't do them 10 years from now. You'll never be able to do it.
No, I do them very well in the gym.
I see.
Under those conditions.
All right.
You
choked.
You know, I want to thank Radu again. And
you choked.
And
Radu, I got to tell you this part.
You choked.
This is the best part.
Yeah.
I never told you this. Radu came to me and he said, you know what? He did them great in the gym.
Yeah.
He did them great in the green room.
Yeah,
before the show started.
I think you know what got me off.
Right.
You know what got me off
Wait
track?
a minute, let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
He said he did them perfect in the green room.
Thank you.
He said, but when I came in to get him to start the contest, he said, I don't know what happened.
He went pale.
He went pale.
Yeah.
I
know why.
I know why.
His hands were cold and clammy.
Wow. Yeah.
He was shaking and he couldn't breathe.
Let me tell you why.
Why.
Why do you think you did that?
I spent too much time calling Ralph a faggot.
No.
No, this was before you got into the studio. Radu said you developed symptoms.
I know why.
Why?
I'm a loser.
Because he's a loser.
Right. That's right. Because let me explain something to you. Now you're going to get $10,000 from me, and I assume Robin.
Absolutely. I would be happy.
I'm happy to pay it to you. I'm going to give it to you just because you're a loser, and this is the most exciting thing that'll ever happen in your life, because you'll never have an opportunity to make this kind of money again.
That's right.
Listen to me now.
Not a
just so you know, now that you've admitted you didn't win the bet, let me tell you something.
Yeah, I know.
The reason you got cold and clammy is what I said from the beginning. You choke under pressure. A loser chokes under pressure.
But
there are very few winners in this world who step up to the plate and win honestly.
There are a lot of things I don't choke under pressure.
Really? I've yet to see it. Yeah, go ahead.
And Scott, I think that what you look great, and I think that where you came from is amazing.
And you want to know something?
I did work.
You lost a lot of weight, and you still look odd.
But
all right, that's my assessment.
I'm not done yet.
All right, whatever.
I'm working out today. I'm not done.
And you want to know something? You will gain all the weight back.
No, I'm working out.
No.
Wait.
Scott,
you know what?
That will stop.
No.
And that's another bet to make sometime.
You want to know something?
Right.
You will gain it all back and then some. will not. I'll tell
you
you
lost 45 pounds in 6 or 7 weeks.
I will not.
It is totally ridiculous to assume you're going to keep that off.
I will not.
You know,
Radu yelled at me yesterday. He said,
Radu is going to dump you now.
No.
Because not only did you admit you lost the bet.
Absolutely not.
He's not going to get any more plugs on the air.
He certainly
You're
will.
going to pay him?
Am I going to pay him?
Guy gets 150 a session,
I know
he told
what he gets. Yesterday, I spoke with him. I said, thank you for all your help and everything. He said, you will be here tomorrow working out.
Yeah. For now, he's saying that. Yeah, and you're going to have to start paying him.
Well, then, I'll pay him.
No, you
Let me
won't.
also tell you that the EMS
I would like to keep myself in shape.
Sure you would.
We're watching him
when
he did this, and they came up to me and said, his electrolytes must be all off.
Never mind that, Robin.
Because of how shaky he
Let me tell you what's going to happen with Scott.
I will keep myself in shape.
As I predicted, you would not be able to do the push-ups. And I was right. You choked under pressure. Secondly, this is what will happen in your life. You're a loser.
No.
Listen to me.
I will keep myself in shape.
You are now determined to keep yourself in shape. As the weeks go by, you will start to see food. You'll be less determined. There's really no reason.
I had a big meal last night. I mean,
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
I knew you did. I said to my wife last night, that loser is at home eating his head off right now.
I wasn't eating my head off.
What'd you eat last night?
I went out for dinner.
And what'd you have?
I had a normal Italian meal.
Normal. There's nothing normal about Italian. It's loaded with oil.
Yeah.
It's loaded with grease.
Which I haven't had in 2 months.
Right.
I had
cheese.
I had veal. That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
You couldn't just have plain, like a shrimp with some marinara sauce. You had to have, like, a veal parmesan, I bet.
That's exactly
loaded with the cheese.
Exactly
the most fattening thing in the Italian menu.
Exactly what I had.
Of course, because you're a loser. No, and you will gain all your weight back. You're already on the way to gaining it back.
I won't.
How'd that meal taste?
I won't let that happen.
You know why?
I won't let that happen. Well, you've never gone out to eat?
Hunger,
Howard, let me tell you, from a person who actually came from almost where I was.
Yeah.
You were fat, you were overweight.
I have not had ice cream or cake in 15 years.
Yeah, Howard's been this way. Eat that stuff.
I am.
Right. I'm
been this way for years.
But you're telling me that you've
done it for 6 weeks.
No.
And you're still fat. You pulled up your shirt. You look a mess. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I didn't say I was in perfect shape.
You will be eating Italian food aplenty. You will go back to your old habits.
Absolutely not. No.
You're a loser.
I'm sorry.
You lost your bet yesterday, and I'm paying you $10,000.
I appreciate
You were a loser yesterday. This is all I wanted the satisfaction of saying.
I know.
You're a loser today, and you'll be a loser tomorrow.
You love calling people losers. I mean, that's
not the people.
That's your whole life.
Go ahead.
I just want to make an analogy.
Let me tell you something. Somewhere in your childhood, you have so many needs and desires and wants that were never filled, and you don't know how to attain them. You are not strong as a person. You have no strength of character.
Okay.
If there was a war, you'd be the last guy I'd call to fight on my side.
Absolutely.
Because you never come through.
You're right.
You're a loser's loser.
You're right. Absolutely.
Like the bet you went down yesterday, you got cold and clammy after Radu trained you and put all that energy. Radu will dump you.
Okay.
He'll suddenly make it that you have to pay.
I'll go somewhere else.
He's not going to. You will go somewhere else. You're going to go find a free trainer.
No.
You get what you pay for.
No, I'm not going to find it.
And because you can't even motivate yourself, you need a trainer. And let me tell you something.
Motivate.
No, you can't. You will give up. You will stop doing whatever it is you did.
No.
Because soon you will look in the mirror and go, you know what? No matter how much I train, I still am bald.
No,
and I'm still me, and I still have my miserable life.
I knew you would say that.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
Come back to my head.
It's going to be hard.
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
And it's not going to be fun watching you gain back everything you lost, and you get your back pain. The wallet's going to be in your back pants pocket. We all know your whole story. We know your story.
No back pain. That's why I was.
All right, I will write you out a check during the next commercial for $10,000.
And I feel so relieved.
Yeah.
May I just say
because I just wanted to prove a point with all of this betting, ladies and gentlemen, that Scott is a loser.
Right.
A mush.
The truth is that he came in and he did exactly what you said he was going to do.
He would do
the letter.
Yes. Because I know Scott. Embrace that you're a loser.
Yeah, you know, Howard, here's the analogy.
Totally loser.
There are very few people who can be winners. You know, there's very few people who can attain that. I'll put it, Scott loves sports. You love baseball, right?
Oh, yeah.
Remember in what was it, 1988, Kirk Gibson comes up in the World Series. I think it's game one. It's the bottom of the ninth.
Perfect example.
He's got people on base. His leg is hurt. The guy hits a home run.
Right.
That's a winner.
You could never do that.
He's thrown in a situation where the spotlight's on him.
I've done that in situations.
And he's showing.
Really? When was that?
Bowling. It's going to be a bowling thing.
Bowling.
Well,
okay. Listen to me.
I've always been the best on my team.
All right. Well, you go back and bowl.
And you got to step up on the last
bowling. Scott, it's taking a ball and dropping it.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's
All right.
a lot more than that.
Whatever.
I told you, I'll challenge you bowling anytime.
Absolutely. You keep practicing.
If you want to see a winner, I'll challenge you in bowling anytime.
I guarantee you will win because bowling is a loser sport.
I'll choke.
Take a look at the other guys at the bowling alley.
I'll choke.
When winners show up at a bowling alley, they laugh at bowling.
Yeah, that's right. But did you ever see Mark Spitz at a bowling alley?
Look at the guys around you.
And then you get winners.
They're big, fat Polacks.
No.
Okay?
Wait a second. I know bowling. Who's an accomplished athlete that's a bowler?
The top pro bowlers. I mean,
they're not accomplished athletes. They're bowlers.
Listen to me.
I bet you listen, you ever seen
those are guys who smoke and eat pizza while they work out.
Funny about them?
Yeah.
They got all these gadgets for dropping the ball. You know,
right.
They got wrist splints.
I don't use any of those.
Howard, let me tell you something.
I don't use any of that.
Outrageous. Yeah.
One of the greatest bowlers of all time, a guy named Mark Roth. I guarantee you he can't do 17 push-ups either.
Exactly.
I didn't say he could.
That's not an athlete.
No matter what the challenge.
With a cigarette hanging out of their mouth.
And like a loser, you're getting paid because you're pathetic.
Thank you.
That's why you're getting paid. Because we feel sad for you. It's the same reason we put you in the disco business.
Right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You've yet to win.
I personally am glad to see him get the money.
Me too.
Thank you. I am too.
You know what it is? It's charity. It's the same way you help a deaf person.
I felt bad that he wasn't getting that money. I
made donations to. I don't ever talk about that. I made donations to AIDS people this year. I made donations to people with cancer, and I made donations to people at a medical center. And I got to tell you something. I view you the same way.
Thank you.
It's charity work.
Well, that's how I looked at it when we made the bet. I said, if Scott manages to accomplish this, at least we will have helped him.
Right.
You know, it was like a gift, a charity.
It's the same when a guy comes up to you on the subway and goes, that's Scott.
My wife and kid are in the car, and they're not feeling well.
I'm going to give you the $10,000.
He's a middle-aged Jerry's kid. You're absolutely right. So now, go back. And now let everyone view you.
I'm a loser.
Take your walk.
In all my glory.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Don't forget to file your 1040.
Right. All right. And you will have my check. Robin, will you?
I'm going to write mine right now.
And I would assume Dominic will give you a check. And I might even suspect that Fred might give you a check.
I'm definitely going to. If everybody else is kicking in,
I'm kicking in for the Scott Pathetic Loser Fund.
I was actually going to only pay him for the amount of push-ups that he did, but I'm going to go for the full amount.
That's right, because he admitted like a man that he didn't win the bet.
Finally. Today you became a man.
Today's your first step to being a winner.
You know, in essence, when you break it down, Howard, we paid $31,000 to humiliate Scott for 2 days.
Right. That's it. To get him to admit that he's still a loser.
I'm the Bill Buckner of push-ups.
That's why I love the show.
All right. Thank you, Scott. I'm glad we have a resolution. In fact, I'll take a break now. I will write you a check.
That's right. It's the check writing break.
I must talk about a lot of things when we get back, including I've got Todd Newton on the phone, the guy who's been faxing Debbie Gibson and seems to be making way into her pants or something. I don't know.
Oh, that guy from E!
Yeah.
All right.
Don't know if that was Bob Dole. Somebody
was it?
Right hand. You're listening to a man with a stump in his pants.
You bet. Hey, that was the great Norm Macdonald, who will be here any minute to explain to us why he got dumped off of Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update segment.
I want to know how it happened.
Yeah, so do I. I want to know how they told him.
And do you notice that, things are getting a little silly in the week before?
Yep. I have so much to talk about. I mean, we were gone for 2.5 weeks, and because of the Scott the Engineer thing.
We didn't jump right into talking about what had happened while we were away.
Yeah, so much has gone on. I know you were on vacation and went away to exotic places. I sat in my house for 2 weeks and did nothing.
The exotic basement.
Yeah. I went to see the play Rent with my kids. That was
did you?
Yeah, that was the most exciting thing I did.
And how did you like it?
I dug it. I thought it was cool.
I wish you had seen the original cast.
Yeah. No, I like these guys.
I tried to get you to go for quite some time.
You sound like one of my daughters who has a crush on. My daughters can sing every word to that play.
Isn't it but the music is beautiful.
Yeah, and they got really good voices and stuff. So we went to see it, and my kids the whole time were like, "You should see the original cast."
It made a difference.
I don't know.
I've seen it with everybody.
She was in love with the lead guy, and I go, I don't know.
Adam, yeah.
I can tell you something. I thought the lead guy was really sexy and hot. I found myself looking at him. Maybe I'm gay.
But, they were all such big fans. They would have loved to have had you come, yeah.
Yeah. What is it?
Do you know that my wife has a picture, an 8x10 picture autographed by the lead guy in that play on her refrigerator?
Well, she's married to you. She's taking a look at you.
What else? Yeah, she got to look at something.
She got to look at Baba Booey.
I look at it every day, and I say, gee, she wishes she was married to Adam. But
over vacation, Gary and I had business to do. Gary shows up at my house. His whole goddamn lower lip is stitched. Like Frankenstein.
He got that thing removed?
He had a brown freckle on his lip, which I figured was cancer or something.
Wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't. But they opened up his lip.
The doctors didn't know for sure, though.
Yeah. So Ganji went and photographed it for the E-show.
Really?
Videotaped it. And Ganji's laughing and having a good time. Gary says, I couldn't feel any pain, because don't forget they were opening up Gary's huge, gigantic lips. All of a sudden, Gary looks at Ganji, Gangie's almost passing out. And Gary starts to get real nervous. He's like, oh, my God, what are they doing to me?
Everyone's cracking jokes. The doctor's cracking jokes. Gangie's cracking jokes.
You're awake.
And then, of course, and then I have to be quiet because they're doing the process. And then the doctor's quiet because he's doing what he has to do. And then all of a sudden, Gangie gets this really weird look on his face.
Yeah.
Then I can see in the reflection of the lens, like, some of what's going on. Then I have to get really weirded out.
Yeah, it was really weird, huh?
I was weirded out because I was looking at Gary and I was feeling bad for him because, you know, like his lip is bloody and I'm seeing the inside of his lip.
Oh, it's horrible.
And it's gross. And I'm like,
can you watch
how far
those?
down did that freckle go?
Can you watch what was that freckle? What did they? I thought it was just a little stain on his lip.
It's a freckle, but you have to cut it off.
You have to cut the lip off.
Yeah.
So what did they do? Then sew your lip together?
Yeah, and the guy did a good job because you can't even tell.
No, you look all right.
Yeah, the guy did a really good job. So
I didn't even know you'd had it done.
But you know what it is? He's got so much lip.
Yeah, you don't miss it.
You don't miss it because Gary even said to the guy, "Can you make my lips a little smaller?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, I guess I could do that."
Did he?
No. Gary wanted the integrity of his lips left the same.
But the weird thing about it was you could put those stitches that dissolve, and it would have taken like 3 weeks and left the scab. Well, you put on the big Frankenstein stitches, which I had up for 5 days. But I was telling Howard, I feel sorry for anybody with any physical affliction because people are really rude and mean. You know, people
talk to you about it?
People go, oh, what's that on your face? Or people just look at you and act weird.
Everybody who was looking at him was looking. I mean, you had to see this look because he walked into my house and, you know, my youngest daughter, Ashley, was looking at him. And he said, no, Ashley, I'm okay. You know like,
right away.
Because the kid was getting nervous.
Oh.
The black guy at the lumberyard just says, hey, man, who punched you in the face?
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Well, black guys always assume you get punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Anything that happens to your face is probably from a fight.
Yeah, it's a fist fight, something physical. Your wife hits you with a board or something. But so Gary came over, and we had this little meeting that we had, and Gary says to me, I got to use the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And Gary's using the bathroom in my office. I'm at home, my home office. So in other words, it's not like I have like a set. It's like it's almost in my room.
Did not do.
So he's in there forever, right? He's in there forever.
Gary.
I figured he had to pee because I would have sent him like upstairs.
Right, I was gonna say, if you were gonna have to do something like that, why wouldn't you say, "Look, I need some real privacy"?
I didn't know you were gonna make a duty.
Howard, here's the deal. I was on the road. I had to go to some other places.
So then Gary's
public
in
places that didn't have bathrooms.
Well, you were going to your mom's house.
No, I didn't go to my mom's house. I had to go to a lawyer's office.
He didn't have a bathroom?
Well, I wasn't sure.
Of course he does.
I wasn't going to be at the lawyer's office for 2 hours. I had to go to some stores. I had to go to like the Wiz and a bunch of other places.
Oh man. Well, all I know is,
and you know what?
So he's done. Like now I see he's in there like 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm sitting. He's gonna see something. Here's my desk and here's my bathroom. It's like right next to each other. He's in there for a while. I'm going, I think he's making a duty. And I'm like, oh, my God.
You always say, if people are in your house and they go for any length of time, you're like, oh, no.
I can't believe Gary's making a duty. I would have sent him upstairs. You should have said to me, hey, dude, I got to make a duty. I would have let you use the bathroom up by Laura's office.
Don't you remember what happened the year before?
No.
I clogged it up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Stop it. In Howard's house?
Yeah.
Well, I should have sent you. You know what? I got to learn to.
Never let him go to the bathroom.
I got to learn to send him to like the different bathroom.
I know where Scott
build an outhouse.
No, what is it? You know. Well, let me tell you. Then he gets done, and the room reeks because I have a fan in there because there's no window.
Right, an exhaust.
It's only for my duty.
You should leave. One of those spray things out.
No, I hate the smell of that. I'd rather smell your duty than the wizard.
You know what's better than that? Lysol makes one that's just like, it just takes away the odors. It doesn't leave a bad smell.
No, I'd rather smell your foul stench than Lysol. I hate Lysol. Lysol makes me want to throw up. What?
About 4 years ago, I was at your house. We were meeting about the pay-per-view video.
Yeah.
And it had to go number 2 really badly.
Right.
But I held it in. I refused to go to the bathroom.
Thank you.
I'm more familiar with Howard. I've been with him longer.
You're so comfortable.
I really am.
Like, you know, when I go...
comfortable.
Like, even when I go to California, I can't make duty for 3 days.
Yeah.
Because
even
I'm like...
in the hotel.
Even in the hotel, because I'm just out of my environment where I normally do.
That's a little odd.
I have an obsessive personality.
Right, but a hotel is private and
I know,
it's yours.
But I get backed up.
Did you light a match or anything?
I don't carry matches.
This is almost like he might as well have made a duty on my desk.
When I was in college, I couldn't go until I would come home every weekend.
Right.
And I wouldn't go all week.
Wow.
I'd come home I'd run.
So you know, it's not like you're stopping your body on purpose. You couldn't. It just happens.
There's only one.
This guy has no inhibition whatsoever.
Well,
There's one place I can't go.
Yeah. Where?
I remember when we did that diaper thing.
Yeah.
And none of us...
He peed right in the diaper.
Went right away.
He has no problem. He's like an animal.
There's one place that I can't go to the bathroom.
Where's that?
I probably never will be able to unless it's an emergency. I can't do it on an airplane.
Okay.
Oh, lucky us.
Gee. But I have never moved my bowels on an airplane.
I actually just think it's because my body's pressurized or something.
No, it's because your body at some point understands that it's on an airplane. And he goes,
Even
God's
him
sake,
gets embarrassed for you.
your mind takes over and says, I don't want you making your duty on this plane. Everyone will smell it.
Well, I apologize. I mean,
wow, and what a stink.
That I agree on.
But major delivery.
So you know me, you know how germphobic I am and everything? Yeah. So now for the entire week of my vacation, because the cleaning woman wasn't there, and I was going to clean the toilet.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm lining my toilet, my personal toilet in my office, with toilet paper, because I don't want my ass where Gary's ass was.
Oh, no.
Did it waft up into the upstairs?
No, it just wafted away, because my office is right on top of the bathroom. It's in my office.
Right,
yeah.
I did look for spray, if it's any consolation.
Hey, do we want to talk to Radu? He's online. Then we got to talk to that guy from E.
We can talk to Todd.
All right.
Oh, is Todd there?
Because what does Radu want?
I don't know.
Just quickly get him.
All right, real quick. I'll give him 1 second. Radu. Dude. Yo. All right, he's not even there.
Good.
All right, good. So wait. Did I do that right? Yeah. All right, he's gone. He's training somebody.
Had an appointment.
And here's Todd. Hey, Todd.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so we had Debbie Gibson on yesterday to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, I know, I heard. She did great, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
She did a very good job.
Hi, Robin.
Did you know she was going to be on?
Yeah, I knew.
Of course, they fax each other.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know.
What? First of all, who is Todd again?
Todd is on the E! channel.
Yeah.
Him and Melissa Rivers host these premieres. Like, they wear private parts at the party. He was on one side of the room, she's on the other side of the room, and they grab celebrities and interview them.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a real good vision of him, but I vaguely know who he is.
We'll all meet one day.
Well, he's no big deal on television.
No. He's one of those really good-looking guys.
He's good-looking.
He's like a tall, good-looking, blondish guy.
All right, now, describe to me how Todd got Debbie Gibson real quick. Give me a recap, because I don't even remember.
I guess they met somewhere.
Where'd you meet her?
Okay, we met at, I was in New York doing a live coverage of The Lion King on Broadway premiere.
Right.
And we had room for one more guest in the show, and in my earpiece they were saying it's either going to be Deborah Gibson or Michael Eisner. Deborah Gibson or Michael Eisner. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, please, come on, Deborah Gibson.
Right.
And Deborah Gibson over, because I saw her standing over there, and she looked great that night. You know, and of course, you know, they gave us Michael Eisner.
But you know what's weird, though? Would Todd want Debbie Gibson if it wasn't Debbie Gibson?
No.
Right, because he can get even better-looking girls.
I got a friend like that. I got a friend who gets pretty good-looking girls, but he wanted to sleep with Joan Rivers' daughter.
Right.
And I said, the only reason you want that is so you can tell everyone you slept with Joan Rivers' daughter. And he said, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Well, see.
Oh, Todd, get with it, man.
Come on, man. It's not true. And so
wait a second. So okay.
I read Todd's bio. Todd used to be a DJ.
Right.
He probably used to like spin her records.
Yeah. He's a guy who spins records.
No, but he spun her records.
Sure.
Sure. And so when the show was over, I went over and I introduced myself and I said, you know, thank you for waiting, and we started talking, and the conversation was amazing. There was just great chemistry, and it was great meeting her, and we talked, and for some reason we got on the subject of snacks.
No, this is not what I'm interested in. Listen to me. Okay, so
she must dig him because she's never very forthcoming when she comes on the show, and she spit that out almost immediately.
Yeah.
So she must be digging him big.
Okay, so wait a second. She meets him at Lion King.
Right.
He goes back to California.
Right. Then they get into the whole fax.
All right, so now let me get this understanding. So you start faxing her every day?
No. So then we started talking on the phone, and she went to Japan, and we talked for at least, like 2-3 hours a day. It was amazing. I've never done anything like that.
You're doing that because she's Debbie Gibson.
No.
And you want to be able to tell your parents and everyone you're dating Debbie Gibson. You've never dated a celebrity before, right?
No, not to someone of her caliber.
Right.
What caliber? There's obviously somebody of some caliber.
She's actually the one who talked me into buying a fax machine. She's like, you should really get a fax machine.
Well, wait a second.
What?
So she goes so now he's talking to her 2 or 3 hours a day. Now you talk to Debbie Gibson. She's a nice girl, but she ain't that interested.
Not that interested.
So he's working it, because he's like, hey man, like Debbie Gibson's digging me.
He's just interested that Debbie Gibson is talking.
Yeah. So, because I know I'm a guy. It's a celebrity.
Sure.
It's cool. It's fun. Because, she's a nice looking girl.
She's very pretty.
But he probably gets better looking girls because he's a good looking guy.
Sure. He's out there in Hollywood with, Starlit City.
Right. He wants Debbie Gibson. Admit you're in. Wait, so take this out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So she's like, we should really, she goes, do you have a fax machine at home? And at the time I'm like, nah, I don't really need one. She's like, we should really get one. And then when we hung up that day, I was like, she's right. So that day I went out and bought one. And then from then on, it's just been constant faxes. And it's nice just to be able to,
And what does she write? Go get some. Let's hear them.
You know what? I don't have them handy, Howard.
So, dude, when you talk to her on the phone, did you get into any phone sex or anything?
Yeah, no, not phone sex. It's just...
I got a feeling...
Have you, actually been in a room with her since?
Yeah, well, wait a second. That's what I
got a feeling she's like Connie Selica and John Tesh. Like, she's never going to have sex with him until they get married.
Today.
I think she's a real prude.
No, I don't think she's a prude at all.
Anyway, wait a second.
So apparently you guys had another meeting since then, right?
Right.
One meeting?
So how long did you to make phone calls to her and fax her?
Month and a half.
All right, so he's doing this for a month and a half.
Uh-huh.
So you fly to, did you fly to New York? That's right?
Yes, so then I flew to New York to visit her.
Now, Debbie said yesterday, I'm dying to know, how do you make this move? You get off the plane, and almost immediately you guys kiss.
Like make out.
Now, how does that happen?
It was, well, when I got off the plane, you know, I looked just like you do when you get off the plane. It was all, my clothes were all
stanky.
Yeah, it's all stanky, and I got off, and I was, as the plane was landing, I thought to myself, wouldn't it be cool if she was here at the airport? But it's such a pain to meet people at those New York airports.
Right.
And I walk off the runway, and she's standing, you know, right there, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, you know, she's only seen me once. What if she doesn't even recognize me? And da-da-da-da-da. And just instantly, it was as if we'd, you know, known each other.
Like you just went up to her and you started making out with her?
I walked up to her, and I gave her a huge hug, and our faces were very close, and it was just, you know.
And then you tongued her?
The kiss was the next natural step.
You want to know something, man? The guy spent a month and a half on the goddamn phone with her and faxing her. I say you do it.
All there.
I mean, it's good.
Dude, let me understand something. So then you went out on a date with her that night?
We hung out for the whole weekend.
And you didn't even feel her up?
No, I didn't feel her up. You know
what? Are you a homo?
No, I'm no homo.
Dude, I fax a girl for a month and a half. I phone call her for 2 months. I get off the plane. I make out with her. I don't touch her breasts?
How are you? Oh, come on. Don't give me the deal.
You don't touch her? You don't try to feel her up?
This is, no.
You know what? And girls want you to feel them up. They want you to take charge. They want to be pushed a little bit, because girls are always like, oh, no, we're going too fast, we're going too fast. And you know what you do? You unbuckle their pants, you pull them down a little bit. I'm telling you.
Oh, that sounds like we're getting into the area of rape here.
No, it's not rape. They enjoy it. They want
it. Enjoy it.
If they say no, you stop. But then sometimes they go, oh, I shouldn't, and then I go.
Well, where should he have been doing this? We don't know how they hung out.
And Harold, sometimes no means yes.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Anyway, where did you go? I mean, did you stay in her apartment?
So I didn't want to take that route with you.
Wait a minute, but did you stay in her apartment or did you have a hotel?
I had a hotel.
All right.
I see.
Yes,
you had a hotel?
Mm-hmm.
And you took her to the hotel room?
No.
Dude, what's wrong with you?
Howard, listen,
What is it, Scott?
This is kind of funny. E has a super strict policy on how E-employees can deal with celebrities and behave with celebrities. I guess Todd's exempt from that one.
Yeah.
And we get reminded of it all the time.
What is it?
You can't ask for autographs. You can't do any personal business.
Can't you ask for anal sex?
Nothing.
No?
And we get reminded of it, like, there's an email that goes out to
Oh, really?
once a month.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't ask for her autograph, so I'm in the clear.
I guess, I guess it's okay,
what
to,
did
hook
you
up. It's okay to hook up with them, just can't ask for the autograph.
Jealous?
A little bit. No, I'm not.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm happy for you, Todd.
Yeah, everyone's happy for Todd. But Todd, seriously, you want my advice with a girl like that? You got to push her a little bit.
No, you know, I mean, this is cool because it's.
Let me understand something. So what did you do with her the whole weekend?
So I got into town Thursday night on the 1st, and we went back to her house and we exchanged Christmas presents.
He met the family. There was a big family dinner, the mom said.
We went to dinner.
And I just met her.
Yeah, he's at a family dinner?
Yeah, and then Friday night I went and saw her show, which was fantastic.
She's acting like you're married to her.
And then Friday night I went to dinner with her mother and her sister. And
the mother's a hot little number.
A bunch of her friends, yeah.
Oh, no wonder he's not getting any action. Look, there's always a chaperone.
I'll tell you one thing, man. If it was up to me, I'd do the mother first. I swear to God, because the mother looks like she's a player.
Well, there are guys lining up at E to meet her mom.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, she is. But no, man, it's a great thing. And honestly, I'm not. I don't want to say I'm thrown off.
So you're telling me all you did with her the whole weekend was that kiss on the plane? Then what about when you left? Did you kiss her again?
Well, we kissed periodically.
Oh, you did, and you didn't put your hands on her chest.
No, I did not put my hands on her ass.
Did you put your hands on her ass over her pants at least?
No.
Really?
I think I know his move.
Yeah.
His move is, this used to be my move. Gentlemen on the first date, he's such a nice guy, then you go for it the second time.
Yeah. I mean,
so
really.
he's the next time he makes the close.
He ain't coming back. He ain't flying 3,000 miles the second time that I get laid.
I don't know. This guy sounds like he sounds like John Tesh. You know John Tesh didn't bang Connie Selica?
Until they were married.
That guy's I bet she's sorry now too, because you know what? She's probably not even that good. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something.
Wait a minute.
Let me tell you something.
That's why he's on the road all the time?
Yeah. Well, why do you think he quit Entertainment Tonight? Let me tell you something. It's a very big test a guy goes through with a woman.
What is that?
When you're with a woman, and then you explode.
Uh-huh.
That moment that you're done is the moment that tells you whether you really like this woman or not. Because you sit there and you go, oh, my God, I have no interest in this woman other than the fact that sexually I was completely worked up. Because as soon as you don't know until that moment. If you still want to be with her, then it's like, well, at least, you know what I mean? Like, you could be with Debbie Gibson, right? And he's like, you know, man, I want to get in her pants. It's going to be a great conquest.
Oh, she's so great. I really like her.
She sings on Broadway. It's a big deal, you know, because it's a celebrity. Suddenly you finish and you're like, I got to get her out of here.
It's over.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than trying to figure out how to make that move, how to get a girl out of your apartment at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, but a guy doesn't know. A guy doesn't know until he's finished. Because you're in such heat.
Everything looks good.
You know, I'm just telling you the way it is.
Good.
Yeah, women know beforehand.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
That is not true. I have been in the situation.
Well, you know too then.
Where...
Right. Well, there you
what
go.
am
So
I
you
doing here?
No, the whole thing.
How do I get him to go?
Dude, you honestly think after you're done, you're going to still want to lay there with Debbie Gibson?
Dude, I just think this is really a unique experience. You know, I've never had.
I'm telling you, she's still a girl.
Initial chemistry like I have with Deb. I think this is.
Do you want to have sex with her?
It's really exciting. You know what? I want to.
You're sounding more and more like you're not into sex. No, you're not even sexually attracted. It sounds like you want to be friends with her.
No, I really want this to keep progressing.
He can't say on the air that he wants to do her because he's going to ruin it.
No, he's not.
I can't say that.
You want to? Would you like to have sex with Debbie Gibson?
Eventually, sure. I would love for it to go that far.
All right, hey, listen, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Howard.
All right, Todd. That's Todd Newton from the E! Channel. You're the best, too, man. Whatever your sexuality.
Everybody's looking for you now.
Yeah. You really know how to play it smart with girls. You'll end up being her friend. All right, man.
Take care, guys.
All right. Call me back when you get in her pants.
Yeah, you got it.
Third base or more. That's when you call back.
Okay.
Don't be a loser.
I'll do my best.
All right, take care.
See ya.
And Debbie Gibson's a girl who really wants it, too. Trust me.
If she's doing all that faxing, she must be interested. I mean, this is a busy girl.
Throw some freaking heat. Unreal. So, do I have to take a break?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Norm Macdonald's coming in. You don't want to miss this because Norm just got his ass canned from Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update segment, which is the only reason to tune in.
Oh, is he ready to unload?
Yes.
Ooh.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Also, before the break, let me just mention something. Private Parts, the movie, and more importantly, me as an actor, I was nominated for something called the Blockbuster Award.
Is that right?
Yeah, the Blockbuster Video Television.
Home Video Award.
Yeah. So I guess when you go to Blockbuster, you can actually vote for me.
Wonderful.
But I feel funny saying that.
Well, I didn't know it. I'm glad you told me.
Yeah, I just learned of it. And evidently there's only 2 days left for the voting anyway.
I better get over there.
You better go over and vote. I'm going to go over
and vote?
I guess you go over to Blockbuster and they have a ballot.
Okay.
I don't know. But that'd be cool. I'd probably show up if I won that.
Well, let's all go today.
Because that's on TV, the awards, right?
Are they? I
think so. I've seen the Blockbuster Awards on TV. They're on a crummy channel, but I've seen them.
Like one of the syndicated things.
Yeah. Like, I don't even think they can get Sinbad to host those. You know what I mean? I think they get like the fifth guy on Saturday Night Live to host.
And it's not even on network or
right,
anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make Fox.
It's not even on the WB. I think it's on like TNT.
Ooh,
Turner.
Cable.
Yeah. But I would like to win that. And then the film was nominated. It's something called the International Film Awards.
Really?
Yeah, this is another thing that I just got
I did not know
notice on. Yeah. The movie's been nominated in several categories on those. I don't know what. It's the International Press Award. Wait, here, I got it written down. Hold on.
That's not the Golden Globes you're talking about.
No, but it's International Press. Let me see what it is. I don't know one of these award shows from the...
Because the Golden Globes is the foreign press, right?
International Press Academy Awards.
Oh.
Or something like that.
Don't know what that is.
I don't know either, but we were nominated.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, it's cool. Got a bunch of Christmas cards. Want to hear what celebrities sent us Christmas cards?
Who sent us Christmas cards?
Let me do this fast, then I'll do a break, and then if Norm isn't here, we got a bunch of things to talk about. Also, don't miss part 2 of the Scott Salem Flabby Ass Challenge tonight on the Great E! Show. Scott now admits...
There has to be a part 3 now.
Yeah, it sure does. Here's who sent us, celebrities who sent us Christmas cards. B.J. Thomas sent a note.
Oh, what did he say?
Yeah, please, I've had it with that guy. I'm not even interested.
Yeah, I mean, our meeting didn't go well.
No, I would never have him back on the show, period.
Don't bother to send us a note.
Kreskin.
Every year, Kreskin
What is this, B.J. Thomas?
No, more.
Oh, these are more? Oh, okay, good.
More than you have in your computer.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Christmas card list. B.J. Thomas, Kreskin.
Kreskin is annual.
Yeah, the list is kind of depressing.
He has been sending us Christmas cards for years. I don't think we've dropped off his list.
It gets a little better as it goes along, but the beginning of it, like when the Christmas cards start trickling in, this is the order I get them in, and I go, you know what? We are losers. Okay, B.J. Thomas, Kreskin, Tony Visconti and May Pang.
Okay.
May, of course, the woman who slept with John Lennon.
Yeah.
She's been working that angle for like 25 years.
We've been on her list for years.
Yeah. Yoko said, you know what? You're Chinese. You go sleep with him.
You take John.
You take John. I rest. Then William Shatner.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's
Captain
decent.
Kirk.
Captain. Bobby Shriver, one of the Kennedys.
Okay.
I would like to speak about Michael Kennedy when we get back from the commercial break.
Very good.
Andy Richter from Conan.
You know what? I got one of those too, and I was like, could that be the guy from Conan?
You know.
You don't even know who it is.
You think there's another Andy Richter? Joan London sent me a card.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, that was nice. She's one of those people who puts the kids on there and everything.
Yeah, she always has the family photos.
And I got to tell you, man, the daughters are turning out to be some nice pieces of ass.
And good catches, too.
Is that right?
I would imagine so. Joe made a pretty piece of change.
You think?
Yeah, she's living up there on the farm, got horses and everything.
Oh, is that right? Back to Brinks truck. I'll bang Joan and the kids. Kimberly and Joe Piscopo.
Oh, okay. Yes, they got married, you know.
I got a personal
card. You know
card.
what people ask me about Kimberly and Joe Piscopo?
What?
Did he ever marry that babysitter?
Yeah, he did. He married the babysitter. I got a personal card from Antonio, Melanie, Alexander, Dakota, and Stella.
Oh, from Melanie Griffith.
That's right.
Very
I didn't write anything personal. It was just like, printed up.
Stamped?
Yeah. I was happy to get a note and a bottle of champagne from Fran Drescher, who I thought hated my guts because I didn't do a TV show.
I was watching The Nanny last night, and I was thinking, gee, I wonder if Fran still likes us.
I was watching it, too.
Because every week she has a different, celebrity star on the show.
Not
last
me.
night it was Michael Bolton singing opera.
I know. That was a real treat. Michael Buffer sent us a card.
Okay, well, let's get ready to rumble, guys.
Marilyn Manson.
Cool. What does Marilyn Manson's Christmas card look like?
Very normal. It's a picture of Marilyn.
I thought he worshipped the devil.
Yeah, but he sends a Christmas card because now I think the devil thing backfired on him. He wants to sort of mainstream a little.
He's getting Christian again.
Yeah. But I was looking for a cool Christmas. It was just like a picture of Marilyn, kind of tasteful. And just Marilyn Manson on the inside. With all the members of the band signing it.
All right.
Sting with a picture of his kid.
Yeah.
One of his kids.
One of his kids this time?
The littlest
the whole
one.
Family?
No, just the new kid.
All right.
With a rainforest calendar book.
Okay.
Which I threw right in the garbage. Then I see one here now from Alan Thicke with his new wife and his kids from his other wife. And
yeah, the different families all blending together.
Yeah. The wife is sitting behind with the kids, and the wife looks like she belongs with the kids.
Yeah, she looks like one of the kids.
Oh, God, does she. And the kids got a big-ass smile on their face because they're like, wow, look at stepmom. Yeah, here it is. Love the Thicks. Alan, Gina, Brennan, Robin, Carter, and Babalu.
Babalu?
I think that's the dog.
Oh,
I hope. And then here's one from Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah. Well, who's he got on his card this year?
This year, for once, he didn't put his girlfriend by the Christmas tree, because I think it's kind of a touchy subject. He always displays the latest girlfriend.
Oh, he's too funny.
And normally they're aerobics instructors, and it's a great Christmas card, but this one's like one of those, it just says peace on it.
Oh, really? Not even personal this year?
Yeah, and it's like, with love and best wishes, Chuck Norris, like typed on.
Right, and no girlfriend mentioned.
No.
Okay.
Because they're coming fast and furious. Oh, here's another one. Ooh, Christy Todd Whitman Christmas card.
Ah.
The Whitman.
Governor of New Jersey.
Christy, John, Kate, and Taylor. Those are the two piece of ass daughters she's got. Kate and Taylor. Yeah, Christy Whitman's got some good looking kids. And you know who's got good looking kids? Governor Pataki.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
How come all these kids are so good looking?
I don't know. But I was checking out his daughter, and I said, I better pull myself together. I think this kid's 15.
What is wrong with you?
I didn't know. I don't know.
Getting into Kennedy territory.
Yeah, but I knew to back off. Plus, my wife and my parents were standing right there when I met the kid. would it look bad if I started trying to put the moves on her?
Put the make on her with your wife standing
Yeah.
there.
Honey, I got to go talk to the governor's daughter. I tried to act like an adult in front of the kid.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Unlike most celebrities, I kept it in my pants. Anyway, so there it is.
Our Christmas list.
The Christmas card list. I got to take a short break. When we come back, either Norm will be here or we got to go. We got to talk about the following things. Kathy Lee Gifford.
Yes.
And her narcissistic viewpoint of the world. Michael Kennedy skiing into a tree. How I'm watching the news last night out of California because I got the satellite dish.
Yeah.
And they're referring to Sonny Bono as Sonny Bono.
What is that about? Hasn't Sonny been around enough for people to get his name right?
Bono.
They're congressmen, for God's sake.
Who's here, Norm? Yeah. Oh, Norm's here. I got to take a break. All right, I'll get to this. What is it?
There's a woman on the phone, but could you alter her voice, over here anyhow?
Well, what is she going to say?
Well, she works at Blockbuster, and she wants to say how they are, the awards are corrupt. But
the awards are corrupt? Well, can't she just go like,
I tried that. She's afraid that she'll be recognized, so I thought we had, a way to harmonize.
Do we have the harmonizer?
Now, let me test it out.
No, hold on. Wait a second. Oh, wait, I can disguise my voice.
Wait a second. Can you hear me?
That's not the point.
Yeah, wait, am I still? See, she won't be able to hear us, though. We'll all have to be disguised, I think.
All of us?
Yeah.
She's on my one.
Wait.
I'm not disguised.
Wait, you're going to have to be disguised. Hold on.
Hello.
It's Barbara. Hold on. Barbara, just say testing.
Testing.
No, she's not disguised. Hold on.
We could do this.
No, we can only disguise us. Hold on. Hold on, I know how to do it. Hold on. All right. Say testing.
Testing.
Oh, I got it.
It worked.
Wait.
Now, can you clear us up?
Let me see something. No, wait a second. All right, go ahead and make your statement.
Go ahead.
Who's going to understand her? Try it now.
Testing?
That's a little better.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a former employee of Blockbuster's corporate office in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
And,
I still feel I'm more disguised than you.
I heard you talk about a second ago that you were nominated for one of the awards.
Yes.
And there's two things actually I want to tell you about. One thing was when your soundtrack came out, because Blockbuster has a lot of music stores. They have roughly 400 music stores also.
Yes.
And when the soundtrack came out, the video was going to be released. There was this memo that came out to the corporate office that said no one is to be involved in any way in promoting it or doing any promotions around the certain show. And when people from the show make appearances in different markets at radio stations, none of the music stores can be involved in it because of the image. It didn't fit Blockbuster's image.
What is their image?
I thought they just sold videos or rented videos.
Robin, I can recognize your voice. What? It gets worse, Howard. It does get worse? Yeah, she explains how they pick some of the winners. All right, tell me how you pick the winners.
So one year, some country artist won. I don't even remember. Like, all the votes came in, and a country artist won. Well, they called that country artist, and they couldn't make it to the show. So they went in to pick another winner. It's basically like...
Can I say something?
You win.
Listen, I'm going to hang up on you just because I can't keep disguising your voice.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, that's it. I love the show. Long-time listener, that's it.
All right, wait a second. Let me say something. Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
I don't care how Blockbuster fixes it as long as they pick me. Because I'll show up. Yeah, I'll show up. That's all I want to say. If you show up, okay, let me get this off. I can't take it.
Okay. All right. Let's say the allegations are true, what she's saying.
Yeah.
I can deal with it.
Well, if you'll say that I'll show up, they might pick you.
Yeah, I want to win.
Okay.
I'm saying it right now. I'll show up at the Blockbuster Award. Where is it?
I don't know, but are you sure it's not on network? Because I thought I saw it on network. Network. On network last year.
I don't know, man, but I'm not above that. They pick me, I'll show up. In fact, I've told that to the you want to know something? You know the Cable Ace Awards? I've been nominated for those a couple of times. They called me and asked me to show up, and I said, let me tell you something right now. Am I going to win? And they go, well, we can't tell you that. And I said, let me tell you something. If you don't tell me if I'm going to win, you think I'm going to sit there while some jack-off like Larry King wins.
Walks past you to pick up your award.
I said, you got another thing coming. If you just want to haul my ass down there so I can sit there with a dumb look on my face while Larry King, because I swear to God, if Larry King wins over me, I would stand up and flip the bird. And I'll pull down my pants and moon.
Tackle him.
I will tackle the bastard and rip a goddamn award out of his hands. I said, I'm not going to sit there and comply with your stupid rules. They go, well, we can't tell you if you're going to win. I would welcome the Blockbuster Awards not wasting my time. I will show up if I am selected. There. I'm throwing my hat into the ring. God damn it. Screw everyone.
Showing your cards.
Hey, that's right. I would prefer to know ahead of time that I'm going to win. You know, the only award show I would go to not knowing is maybe the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
All right, Norm is
the other people with you are cool.
Yeah. Right. That's a real cool show. I've been showing up at the Blockbuster Awards, whatever that is, if I'm not going to win. I respect that. I don't know about it. And Blockbuster, quite frankly, doesn't have to promote my album. I don't need them to promote it. Just sell it. That's all.
Yeah, we don't have to tarnish their image.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't rent dirty videos, do they?
No, I think they're another one of those groups that have people, censoring their videotapes.
Yeah, I know.
They don't have offensive scenes.
And that is kind of weird. But they're the only game in town. Like, I used to go to a little video store.
I don't go to them because of that.
Can I tell you something? I'm a member of Blockbuster Video.
I'm really appalled at you.
Well, let me tell you why. Out by my house, I had a little video store.
Yeah.
I used to go there all the time, even when Blockbuster opened. Because I said, you know what? I don't want this guy to go away. A, it's convenient. B, he's a great guy. I want to see him do well.
And he doesn't censor anybody.
Yeah, and he has porno, which I don't really rent because I get enough of from the radio show.
You don't have to.
I don't have to, but I like that he rents porno. What's wrong with porno? We have freedom of speech in this kind of... We're going to have no place where I can get porno? What's wrong with porno? It's a billion-dollar industry. Somebody wants it. What, we're all perverts because we look at porno?
Yes, but go on.
God, I watch so much porno over vacation.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't even... well, you're working out to it.
I laid in bed and actually pleasured myself over 3 or 4 times a day to porno.
You know what? I don't even like that they put some of those softcore movies on HBO or Showtime or one of those things.
No, forget those.
I'm looking for a movie.
Hey, what was that porno star we had in here the other day? The one who gave the massage.
I don't remember.
I watched her porno. God, she's a hot little fox.
She was hot.
What's her name?
That little thin girl.
What's
her
Kathy
name?
Something? I forget.
No,
I don't know.
Kathy seems too ordinary.
Kathy? What porno star do you know is named Kathy?
I don't remember her name.
Taylor Hayes.
Taylor Hayes.
Taylor Hayes.
Yeah, there you go.
That little bitch.
So you watched her video?
Yeah, Taylor Hayes.
You know, I got to tell you, Howard, I was in a video store yesterday. I asked them, what videos go out. Said the Jenna Jameson videos fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
As soon as they come in.
Yeah, because she does everything, even anal sex.
But more than any, legitimate movies.
Yeah. All right, listen. I got to take a break. Norm Macdonald's here. I want to find out why the guy got canned from Saturday Night Live. We'll do that next.
All right.
All right. Where's Norm? Norm Macdonald, great guy, funny guy. Saturday Night Live. I'll tell you how I watch Saturday Night Live. I tune in about 5 at midnight to watch Norm do the news, and now I hear that he's been fired from the show. Unbelievable. Hey, what's up with that outfit, man? You look like a homie. You're like a rap star over there. You got a big baggy T-shirt on and big baggy pants? You're wild today.
You're like a black guy.
You're like a black man. You even have black eye hair. Hey, put out that cigarette. It makes me nuts. What's the matter with you? What's this one of you smoking?
Smoker too?
He's a mess since he got fired.
No, I started smoking.
Did you?
Yeah.
Aren't you nervous?
Smart. People think it's easy to quit smoking, but it's really hard to start smoking.
That's true. Because your parents give you a hard time?
What?
Because your parents give you a hard time when you start smoking. And they yell at you.
At his age, he doesn't have a parent problem.
Yeah, my dad is dead. Thanks for
Really? Oh, yeah, I remember your dad died.
Oh, that's nice.
Did he ski into a tree? I don't remember exactly.
All cool dads die that way.
Yeah. Wish my dad was Sonny Bono. You know that guy had a huge estate, Sonny Bono?
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm reading the paper today. I mean, he's got this incredible spread.
I thought he had money.
Yeah, and that wife of his, what a piece of ass. She's got some young wife.
Cher?
Yeah. No, not Cher, the new one.
What happened to
Something Whitaker.
Oh,
Jane
Sarah,
Whitaker
of
or
course.
something?
I'm sorry.
Cher's in the newspaper crying. I'm like, crying. She was calling the guy an a-hole. She was screaming at the guy.
Yeah.
His whole career. Sonny's lower than a car salesman. He's a fake with that, that politician stuff now, and I know where he's at, and he sucks, and blah, 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 blah. Now she's crying.
Remember that song we used to have?
What was that? Sing that.
everything is going bad, but I got you, and baby, you also have me.
Yeah, that was great. What happened? Tell me everything.
About the thing?
Okay. So Norm calls Gary up. I see you went on Letterman last night and spilled your guts. It's all over the newspaper. I wanted to get you on first, but I had this stupid push-up contest going on, so I couldn't get you on right away. So I missed the exclusive.
Priorities.
Yeah, we have priorities, okay? You to me, I said this a million times.
Yeah.
You are the shining light on Saturday Night Live. The best part of Saturday Night Live is when you do the news.
Right.
And in fact, when I went on Saturday Night Live, I only wanted to be on the news. I refused to be on any of the sketches.
And you actually said this.
And I said, the rest of Saturday Night Live sucks, except for Norm.
Yeah, that was great.
That was great, right?
Turned out you were completely wrong.
According to the experts. So I don't understand what happened. I think most people would say that they probably do what I do. I tune in at 5 of 12 because I know you're coming up, and then they have the musical act.
Right.
And then they turn it off and go to bed.
Right.
So why did they fire you? How did they fire you? How did they tell you they're firing you? Tell me everything.
Well, it was like over the holidays. It was...
what holiday was that?
The Christmas.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. All right, just be clear.
Over the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
I was...
Where were you? Were you at home?
I was in Los Angeles, and then...
With your wife?
Yeah. And then I got...
What do you mean, yeah?
Yeah, I was.
You're very rarely with her. That's why I asked.
Yeah. I was with
He's got a great marriage. He hardly ever goes home.
Well, you could have that marriage if you wanted it.
No, I can't. My wife said I can't.
You asked permission. I don't think he asked.
Oh, you don't? You just leave? What about when your wife says, hey, I want to go to New York with you?
What's that now?
What do you say to her? What do you say to your wife?
My wife?
Are you married or not? Are you married?
Am I married?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. God. What is this? You answer every question by repeating it?
Did you sleep with Al McPherson?
No.
You didn't really?
No.
Yeah, this guy on the phone says you did.
Really?
Hey, you want to talk to this guy?
Who is this guy?
I don't know.
He was in the room.
You say Norm slept with Al McPherson? Hello? See, he's gone.
Not there.
No, wait. Hey, dude, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you are.
All right. Shalom alaikum.
Alaikum shalom.
Thank you, my good man.
Yeah.
I'm no homo.
Right.
The gay guy I know works at Valentino's Boutique on Madison Avenue.
Okay.
He listened onto a conversation. Ella McPherson and a bunch of girls were getting some facials.
Go ahead.
They had a conversation on how bad Norm was in bed.
Well, Norm won't deny that.
All these people that slept with Norm?
Did the gay guy sleep with him or Al McPherson?
I didn't ask those questions.
I see.
So she was talking to another broad, and they both said I was no good?
No. One of them said, Alice said she was no good, and in more words than one, she said he was like Quick Jaw McGraw, and when she pulled down his pants, she thought he was a woman.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's
not right.
I do have a vagina.
Norm, I hung up on you.
It doesn't sound like the kind of things women say about guys.
Norm, that was outrageous. That was outrageous. All right, Norm. So what happened? I mean, nobody's better at the news than you. They used to have Kevin Nealon doing it. He was horrible. 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 All right?
Horrible.
He was horrible. He really was. He's a nice guy, but he was not good at reading the news.
He's a good man.
Good man. All right. Tell me what happened. You were over the holidays. You had to spend some time with your wife.
I had, I mostly played with my son and everything. I have a son.
Oh, you have a son too?
Yeah, I have a little boy.
Well, that's the complication.
So that was really fun and
right.
stuff.
Right.
And,
how old is that kid now?
Then he's 5 years old. He's
all
a
right.
good boy.
Young kid.
How often do you see him?
I see him all the time.
Little as possible.
I see him.
You spend quality time, right?
No, quantity time.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
So,
don't get all serious on me.
I'm not being serious. You're asking me about my kid.
All right, go ahead.
And then a guy phones and calls me a homo or something.
It's not easy, this show. This is not Letterman.
So, where were we at?
Okay, you're at home with your kid.
Yeah. Anyway, so it was a very sad time because Chris died. You know.
Oh, Chris Farley, and you were friendly with him, right?
That was very good.
But you expected him to die. It wasn't like a shock.
No, it was a complete shock.
Really?
It was a shock when everybody afterwards said to me they weren't shocked because I was completely shocked.
You were the only one shocked.
We've been shocked.
He thought he was in good shape, Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Norm was the only guy who thought.
You thought he was fine?
You know what? Norm doesn't have eyes in his head. He just has a funhouse mirror in his head, and he thought Chris was in good shape.
Chris was thin to him.
Yeah.
No, he was.
And you knew that
You
Chris
didn't know he was out of control?
was suicidal in a sense, right? I mean, he was fat.
He couldn't stop taking drugs and drinking.
I don't think a fat guy is suicidal.
No, but he was fat. He was on coke.
There is a suicidal way to be fat.
No, he was fat. He was coked. He was heroin.
To me,
he's a great talent.
To me, let's say you go out and get drunk, right?
Right.
I don't think that's suicidal. I think you just want to have fun.
But if you do it every day,
and you can't stop,
and you can't stop eating, you're going to eventually explode.
I think you just want to have fun.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so
it surprised you that he died?
I think suicidal guys are them dudes that hang themselves.
Did you go to the funeral?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Was it a cool funeral?
Yeah, it was very nice.
Who got up and spoke?
Nobody spoke. The nice thing was it wasn't like a Hollywood thing. Priest got up and.
It wasn't a Hollywood thing. What about Bill Murray? Was he there?
No.
About as Hollywood as you get.
No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't there. Who was there?
Some guys.
Dan Aykroyd was there.
Was Aykroyd there?
Yeah, I went.
I say he's the next guy to die on skis eating.
He went with Dan.
He went with Dan?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He said he went to the funeral with Dan.
Who did? Norm?
Yeah.
You went with Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah.
Would you pull up on his Harley with him?
He was sitting on the back.
No, he's a good man, Dan Aykroyd. Everybody was.
I like Dan Aykroyd.
Everybody was sad and.
Did you cry?
I was more shaken up by this than anybody because I never knew. I never had a guy that I really liked die before,
Right.
And he was a guy that. He was probably the only guy I ever met that was like he especially in comedy, most comedians are kind of rough on people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was a guy like he was
a good-hearted guy.
Yeah, it was a victimless kind.
Well, because he was high all the time. You'd be good-hearted too if you didn't think straight. If I was high, I wouldn't be mean.
He's not one of those mean drunks.
Right.
He was a nice guy.
And he used to have sex with a lot of whores, right?
Sex with what?
Whores. I read in the paper he had sex with a lot of whores.
I don't know. Do you think that's suicidal?
No, I think that's great. What can I tell you? As long as you don't get AIDS
or something. I'm not saying he was like ready to jump off a building kind of suicide, but he was living his life in a way that wasn't supportive to staying alive.
Norm, you're not going to be one of those guys who rewrites history now and tries to paint Chris as like a
stable guy.
Stable guy. He was unstable.
He was unstable? No. Yeah. Every time I talked to him, he was happy.
Well, wait a minute. We're talking to Norm.
Oh, that's right.
It's questionable.
Norm's unstable.
He was happy.
All right, let's get back to it. She went to... And who was at the funeral? Give us some names. Dan Aykroyd, you. What about, what's his name? Spade, David Spade.
No, I didn't see David.
Get out of here.
He was there.
David Spade didn't go? That is scandalous.
No, I think...
What?
I think he was...
What?
He was shaken up by it.
What?
Well, that's why you go to the funeral.
What? You're telling me David Spade didn't go? The guy who was in 2 movies with him?
But he was very shaken up by
what?
it. I think
how would you know that? How do you know he's shaken up?
I heard he was very shaken up.
You were shaken up that he wasn't there. Aren't you shocked that David Spade didn't go? What?
What?
What are you talking about?
No, I think that David was very close to him. He's much closer to him than me, and he was very shaken.
And he should have been at the funeral.
His family was close to him? Weren't they at the funeral?
Mm-hmm.
His family did make it.
They didn't come either.
No,
they were just shaken up.
Who else was there that we would know? Give us some celebrity names. Al McPherson? Who else? Who else? Come on. What?
There was some Saturday Night Live friends of his and stuff.
Right.
Chris Rock was there.
Yeah. Was Chris Rock there? I heard Chris Rock was crying like a woman.
He was
crying like a woman.
I heard he cried. Yeah.
Well, like a woman.
I heard Dan Aykroyd cry.
Like a woman. No, you didn't cry, did you?
Oh, I have trouble crying.
Good. You and me both.
Thank God.
I ain't crying at no celebrity funeral.
But
you don't think you would cry?
No. No. I don't care who drops dead. The Pope could drop dead. I'm not crying.
Your whole family drops dead. You're not going to cry?
No. No. I'll cry for my family.
Uh-huh.
I ain't crying at, like, Chris Farley's funeral. Guy went out having more fun than I ever had.
He had a lot of fun.
You're damn right.
And he enjoyed life, and he was really, really funny.
He was a great comedian.
You don't think he had a bad day?
No.
No.
If he did, he got rid of it real quick.
He made people laugh. He was one of them guys that...
you don't think he was, like, crying on the inside?
No, I don't know.
I'm just not crying at his funeral, that's all.
I don't know. How the hell do you cry on the inside?
All right. So you got done with the funeral, and what happened that you got fired from Saturday Night Live? That's what everyone wants to hear. Go ahead.
So then What?
Huh? Go ahead, yeah.
So then I started hearing stuff about, hey, it don't look good, and things. They want to make changes, and I didn't know what they were talking about.
Who was telling you this?
There's different people at Saturday Night Live,
The cast, you mean?
No, the people that work there, like the other guys that you don't know what...
Is it true that the rest of the cast doesn't like you much? I read that in the paper today. Is that true?
You did?
Yeah, come on, be honest. Is that true?
I don't know.
I know for a fact, because I did Saturday Night Live. You told me you lock yourself pretty much in your own room, and you don't really communicate much with the rest of the staff. Is that true?
The cast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like them.
You do? But they don't like you much?
Well, how the hell do you know if a guy likes you or not?
You can tell if people enjoy being around you. Are you difficult?
Oh, no.
You're not. Okay, all right. So you... It probably is.
I don't think Norm sees himself.
No. So you had heard rumors that there were going to be changes. It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Who said that to you?
Just people, I don't know.
Name names.
On the show. Nobody knows.
Why are you being so evasive? Name the names of the people
You
who
can
said
tell
that.
us what their position is. I mean...
Well, guys on the show, nobody knows these.
Would you say guys on the show?
Like not cast members. Just
writers.
Writers?
The guy with the long hair, the fat guy who writes for you. That's his name. Okay, so he tells
Frank
you...
Sebastiano.
Frank Sebastiano. He's a good guy.
Name.
He's a funny guy.
So he told you it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
Yeah. So
but you got to see Frank Sebastiano to know that you would not put any credence in anything he said.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So Frank Sebastiano keeps telling me it doesn't look good, and I'm going, that's just Frank,
Yeah, he don't know it.
Right?
Right.
So then, and plus everybody's always saying that to me. Hey, things don't look good.
Right. You even say things don't look good.
Yeah,
right.
People don't like you, and I go, I don't know what. Who cares? Right?
I can't believe that people don't like you. But go ahead.
So then when I got back there this week, right? And so then I was hanging out and stuff, and then the guys go, hey, man, you got to call this dude Don Ohlmeyer, the president of the network.
Don Ohlmeyer is the president of NBC.
Right.
And they're telling you you've got to call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
He tried to get in touch with you, and they said, please call Don Ohlmeyer. Who tells you to call Don Ohlmeyer?
He didn't try to get in touch with me. He said to Lauren, I want this guy off update,
He said Don Ohlmeyer wants you off update.
He told Lauren that.
Lauren wants you on, but Don Ohlmeyer wants you off.
Right.
I don't buy that for a minute.
Well, what do you...
Lauren wants you off of it. And he's afraid to tell you to your face because he has a relationship with you.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
So he has Don Ohlmeyer do it.
Because what has he got to do with Saturday Night Live?
Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Yeah?
I'd bet any amount of money on it.
So you're telling me Lauren got me off Saturday Night?
Yeah.
Doesn't he run Saturday Night Live?
They don't tell Lauren who to take off Saturday Night Live. You think Lauren's on you? Lauren digs you, right?
Yeah.
You think Lauren is against what Don Ohlmeyer is doing?
Well, that's what he told me.
And that he can't do anything about it?
Man, you're naive.
Well, he didn't know anything was wrong with Chris Farley.
Yeah, right. So they tell you to call... First you speak to Lauren, right? And Lauren says call Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah, he said, you should call Don and...
When has any staff member had to call Don? Lauren's the guy in charge of Saturday Night Live. Why do you have to call Don Ohlmeyer?
Well, he's like apparently I don't even know who the guy is.
Yeah.
He's the president of the whole network.
Yeah, but when any other instructions about what you're doing happened, where did they come from?
In my...
In your tenure there. Who talked to you about what was going on?
Answer the question.
It was Lauren.
Right.
Fine.
So why now are you talking to Don Ohlmeyer? Because Lauren doesn't have the balls to tell you he wants you off Weekend Update.
Wait a minute. Lauren doesn't want me on Weekend Update?
Right.
That's it.
I'm being serious with you now. Of course.
Well, that's horrible.
All right. So you called Don Ohlmeyer. Tell me more about what happened here.
He told me he wanted me on
Yeah, of course he told you that. He's lying. I would do the same thing. If I didn't want Fred on the show, I wouldn't do it myself. I know Fred 10 years. I can't do it. I'd have Tom tell him.
Wait a minute.
Of course.
No, but
every weasel does that, and I'm the biggest weasel there is.
Lauren doesn't want to tell you. How's Lauren going to tell you? He likes you.
Yeah, he likes me, right?
Right, but he doesn't want you anymore.
Oh.
It's a business thing.
Be serious with me. Do you buy for a minute that Don Ohlmeyer has the power to do this?
And what if Don Ohlmeyer probably doesn't even watch the show?
All right, let me hear this. So when you called Don Ohlmeyer, what did he say?
He said he didn't want me to do update.
Why?
Because he doesn't think I was funny.
He said that to your face. I mean, he said that to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I don't think you're funny.
On the phone he did this?
Yeah. And you said, well, I am funny, right?
No.
What did you say?
I said, funny is just whatever you think. I mean, I believe you don't think I'm funny.
You might be the only funny guy on there, on that whole show. That might be the only...
Don thinks the rest of the show is funny.
Does Don think the rest of the kids? Does he think those cheerleaders are so funny?
He said to me that update is like dragging down the show and that...
Really?
Yeah.
Gee, I must not know anything.
Yeah. Well,
and then what did you do? Did you yell at him? Did you say anything to him, or did you just hang up? Well, tell me.
No, I just said, listen, if I'm unfunny, then he said, I want you to be better, and I go, well, I can't because if I'm not funny,
How can I make myself funny?
An unfunny guy can't be funny, yeah.
Right. This is really the discussion you have with this idiot.
Yeah, so then I said, but this decision is coming from you, right? And he goes, what? And then I go, because I talk to people on the show, Lauren and stuff, and they're for me. And he goes, well, if that's what they tell you, sure, blame me.
Oh. So he was basically telling you.
What?
That it was a group decision, and he had nothing. I mean, really, it was Lauren's decision.
No, he said blame me.
He said blame him, but he's saying basically,
Chauncey's on the phone. He says he knows why Norm is getting fired, and it's none of this. Chauncey, go ahead. Chauncey writes.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, let me see why my phones are so screwed up. Hold on. Talk now, Chauncey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, from what I understand, it has to do with that Rolling Stone cover.
When Norm was on Rolling Stone's cover?
Norm didn't make it on Rolling Stone's cover. And that has something to do with it.
What?
What? What are you talking about?
Several cast members, only 4...
Oh, here comes Gary. He's got something to say.
I know what he's saying. The entire cast of SNL was on Rolling Stone's cover a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Except for Norm.
Right.
It was the cheerleaders. It was the guy that's with Amy Heckerling now, the bar guy.
Yeah. The smiley guy?
Yeah.
There's more to the story. Those guys are on the cover because they're in a film that Lorne Michaels is producing. And so there's resentment with the rest of the cast.
You hear, Norm, do you buy any of that?
No, I know why I wasn't on the cover.
Was Norm?
Why weren't you on the cover?
Well, because I went to, you have to, when you get on a cover, you have to go take pictures of these dudes.
Right.
So I went in and took these pictures, and then they wanted me to do stuff, and I said, I don't want to really do that.
What did they want you to do?
I don't know, they had the cheerleaders and the guy that played, Monkey Boy.
Goat Boy.
Goat Boy.
No, Goat Boy didn't get on.
Goat Boy wasn't on.
No, a lot of them didn't get on, and they're free.
Well, Goat Boy is the Monkey Boy.
Jim Brewer.
I think, I don't know. They're different guys?
There's another guy that plays Monkey.
So wait, what did they want you to do on
They just want, you get in the studio, and there's this kind of, one of them characters, that take the pictures that are kind of,
The photographer.
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Mark always gets you to do weird stuff. Yeah, I've done a lot of shoots with him, and I just go in, because I'm by myself. I go, I'm not doing it, Mark. Bottom line, I don't care. Because you won't be on the cover. I go,
the only one saying no?
I don't care.
Yeah.
So you were the only one saying no, and
I said, I don't want to do that, and I look ridiculous.
Of course.
A guy like a cheerleader squatting on my face or something.
Because the point is that you wait your whole life to be like on the cover of Rolling Stone. That's cool to someone.
Yeah, you want to be cool.
You don't want to look like a jackass.
Yeah, because you know what? That's going to be around a long time. Right. You don't want to be squirting mustard on a hot dog.
Right.
What?
A lot of the cast members didn't even know they were going to do that.
What?
Half the cast didn't get on the cover. It wasn't just Norm.
Yeah, well, Norm said no, and now they get pissed off. I could see, you know what I heard? Then it says in the paper today the reason you got fired is, this is page 6. You want to hear this? I don't know if you read this.
Did you read this, Norm?
I just woke up. Jesus.
Yeah, you sounded. Hold on a second. Sound like you just woke up. I'm very tired. Yeah, here's what it says. Norm Macdonald, blah, 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 blah. Others say one of the last straws for NBC brass may have been Macdonald's decision to host the ESPY Awards at Radio City next month because it'll appear on the rival network ABC. Do you know anything about this?
No, this is...
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is... the ESPYs are being produced by Lauren, so Lauren asked me if I wanted to do it, so I said, yeah, sure. Okay.
I got a great Norm story.
What?
Norm, you know how Michael Kennedy was playing football on the slopes and got killed? Yeah. Norm, tell him about how you play football in the hallways of the 17th floor of NBC and how everybody gets pissed. It gets violent.
Is that true? Do you play football in the halls?
Who do you play football with?
Yeah, I just play football in the halls.
And do they yell at you for that?
Yeah, I guess that's why I got fired.
Yeah, well, I'm saying maybe it's a bunch of things. You're just irritating people. I don't know.
Who is he playing football with?
I don't know.
Jim Brower.
I play football in the hallways.
You do with who?
I don't know.
Your writer friends?
This is a very boring story.
You don't play with the rest of the cast. You just play with your writer friends. Maybe that's what it is. You're alienating the rest of the cast.
With the interns.
He plays with the interns.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right, whatever, Chauncey. You know way too much about people's lives and have none of your own. All right, Chauncey Hayden.
It's all a mystery to me.
So that's it? That's what you want to say?
What? I don't know. What?
And you're accepting this?
What do you mean?
And are you now with Saturday Night Live in any other capacity, or have you quit out and out?
No, I got to keep doing sketches.
Is that right?
And you don't want to do sketches?
I don't. I mean, I'm not. You know.
And who will be the news guy now on Saturday Night Live?
I think it's I think maybe it's Colin.
That's what it says in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it says you agreed to be replaced.
Well, that sure is how I'm sure.
That's not true.
No,
you love doing the weekend update. And be serious.
Yeah, that's the thing I like doing the best. That's the only thing I like doing.
I know. I love you doing it.
Fun. So, this is boring, right?
No, that's fascinating to me. I'll let you know when it's boring when I throw you out of here. Jeff, you're on the air. Or Maria. Or somebody. I don't know. Maria, you're on the air.
How you doing?
Hey.
Hi, guys. Listen, I was at a taping of the show like a couple of seasons ago.
Uh-huh.
Norm, man, you are the best on that show. Well, you were the best on that show. What do they like open the show like to warm up the audience every night? Is that what they do? Like they have people come out and do stand up? Because you were doing stand up. You were so funny. You have so much presence and so much charisma and just confidence.
Well, there you go. People do love you, man. I don't understand the decision. Justin, you're on the air.
All right.
What's up?
Norm, yeah. In the Rolling Stone article, did you read that? I'm sure you read that.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever wrote that kind of trashed you a little bit, said that you were a loner and you didn't party with the rest of the cast.
Well, how's that trashing?
Well, I mean,
maybe it's the truth, and why is that reason to fire somebody? But maybe they want like a team spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you said you didn't want to go onto the cover. You kind of resisted, and next thing you know, they're trashing you. The article, it kind of seemed a little bit slanted, saying you didn't party with them, you didn't go out with them.
I don't.
You were alone.
He doesn't.
So basically, what I say to you, Norm, is you're a star guy. Get out of there. You got a great movie coming out.
Yeah, maybe it's time for you to just get the hell off the show and move on. It's a shame, though. You know, it's a shame they're ruining the show. Yeah, Danbo.
Yeah, Norm may forget that in a skit last season he did say the F word.
He said it on Weekend Update.
Yeah.
You think that might have contributed to you being thrown off?
No.
You don't?
Because I talked to Don Ohlmeyer after that, and he said, I know it was unintentional, and he would have fired me.
Not one of those really strict folk, eh?
Nah, he would have fired me then.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
good luck on your new endeavors.
What's that now?
I said good luck on your new endeavors.
What's that mean?
He doesn't have any.
No, it means, whatever you do next.
Oh, thanks, man.
I can't get a read on you. I don't know what's going on with you.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I mean, when somebody fires you
That's it.
What the hell?
Well, what are you going to do about this?
So you're going to go back and you think they're going to write you into skits, actually?
Well, the thing I don't like is they write you into things and you can't, like I don't have no character where I'm.
Well, you do Letterman. You do that good.
Yeah, I do. I don't want to do Letterman anymore, but I do some impressions and stuff. But sometimes they write you in sketches, and this is what they didn't do when I was on Update because I had Update.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you got to be like, you got to be like the scientist that discovered Monkey Boy or something.
I know. Yeah, you're not even Goat Boy. You're the scientist who discovered
Monkey Boy.
Yeah, you're being a straight man to Monkey Boy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get Goat Boy myself either. I mean, I'm with you on this. I don't understand the Goat Boy sketch.
I like Goat Boy.
Goat Boy's cool. They just run it too long.
I was talking about
Monkey
Boy.
Monkey? Oh, you don't like Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy
Okay.
you don't like,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm with you.
I agree with you on Monkey Boy.
Yeah. Nobody likes Monkey Boy.
I say, after the makeup, what's up?
Like even those two women that do they do a sketch where it's public radio.
Yeah.
The first time they did, I said, man, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
that is public radio. Now they've done it 87 times, and I'm like, well,
nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, I'm immediately out of there, and I just come back when Norm's on.
Well, sometimes they do that. Like I did impression of Letterman on the show.
Yeah.
And then they wanted me to do it again. I said, I don't want to do it again. I already did it.
Yeah. And you feel like you're beating the guy up after a while.
And plus, it's only funny once.
Right. Like, do it once. Everyone goes, it's brilliant.
Yeah,
and then
figure something else
and then
out.
if there's another reason for it, you just don't write something to have Letterman on again.
And then, like, even the cheerleaders, first time I saw that, I said, man, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Perfect send-up of cheerleaders.
Their heads. That was funny to
Brilliant.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
Now they're making a movie out of that.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane. The world is insane.
So how do you get out of these sketches?
Tell you what I'll do, man. If I go, I might go up against Saturday Night Live on CBS. They're always talking to me about that.
Huh?
So I do that. I'll let you do Weekend Update on my show.
Great.
I'll hire you to do that.
That'd be great.
Yeah. You go and do whatever the hell you want. Say the F word. I don't care.
You know Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah. Do what you have to do.
But
write a couple of jokes and go on there.
Don Ohlmeyer is a good man, though. I mean,
man, don't kiss the corporate ass that just fired you.
No, I mean,
he's not a good man. He's a coward.
He's not funny.
Why? He said you're not funny, number one, which you are. He's a skunk.
Look,
He's a skunk.
And I've heard all kinds of horrible stories about Don Ohlmeyer.
A guy calls you up and tells you you're not funny. You're a performer who makes his living being funny.
You've been doing it for 4 years. You're not funny.
You think that's a delicate way to tell a guy he's fired? How about saying we just want to make a change? We feel like it's getting a little stale, something like that. But you're a very funny guy. Can't say that. He has to say to your face, "You're not funny."
That's what he thinks. I'd rather hear that than.
He's a nice guy.
So why is he a nice guy? That's not nice.
He just seems like he's stuck by his OJ. You know, he's stuck by his friend.
There you go. Yeah, Don Ohlmeyer's the guy who's stuck by OJ, isn't he?
Well, I would say he was a good judge.
Yeah.
Of anything.
Don Ohlmeyer likes OJ.
Yeah, he wanted to put OJ on TV and have him redeem himself.
Don't tell me he's a good guy.
I just feel like Don Ohlmeyer has gone through a lot of problems. He was, he was. People said he sexually harassed women, and he went to, that he was a drunk and all this stuff.
Who said that?
Well, he went to rehab.
He did?
Yeah.
This is a really good way of introducing all of that and still saying he's a good guy.
No, he is a good guy.
You are an amazingly calculated man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Vicious.
You are vicious.
Vicious man.
Wait, you don't think anyone's seeing through this? Dude.
Not funny.
What's the matter with you?
I'm just saying, that he's a guy that's taken some knocks over the years. And
for the OJ thing? And
the OJ thing, for allegedly sexually harassing this woman that used to work for him.
Was that ever settled, or?
I think she was paid off or something.
Oh, you don't even know.
I plead the fifth.
You don't know.
I think she went to ABC or something.
You don't even know. Yeah. You don't know a thing about it, but you're just gonna badmouth the guy. But that's all right. The guy said he wasn't funny.
I'm not bad-mouthing. He's a good man.
Oh man, no, you're not.
Of course I am.
You're bringing up all this garbage on the guy.
Don't ever compliment me.
Yeah. People say Stern's sexist, racist, homophobic, but I think he's a good guy.
But I would say that.
I know. I know you would. That's why I don't let people ask you your opinion on this. So you are here to say...
I just wish he'd take up skiing.
You would like it. You would like to have your...
trees.
Would you like to have your job back?
What?
Weekend update.
Would you like the weekend update?
I'd love to do that.
Do you want me to call Don Ohlmeyer right now and ask him if you could have your job back?
Sure.
Okay. Gary, let's take a break. Give me the phone number for Don Ohlmeyer. Where is he? Do you have a number on him?
Lojo probably has a number on him.
Lojo. Who's Lojo?
Lojo.
Is that the guy you're with?
No, she's my assistant.
Lojo.
Yeah.
Let me see her. Is she here?
Yeah.
Let me take a look at your assistant, man. What's that about?
She's just
Is she hot?
No, she's not hot.
Really?
I don't want to say that.
You just did.
He just did. He goes, I don't want to say that.
No.
Is she like a sexy assistant?
No. I don't want to. She's a very nice girl.
Lojo.
So I don't want to say she's not hot.
You know what Lojo rhymes with?
What? Oh, bloke.
Sorry. It actually doesn't rhyme with that, does it?
Doesn't.
No. Lojo.
Yeah. I brought my friends Lojo and Frank Sebastiano and Artie Lange, my buddy that I did this movie with.
Is that the guy who got fired from Mad TV?
Yeah, man, he got fired from Mad TV.
Yeah.
This is the coolest story.
Where is he? Bring him in, too.
He's a good guy, man.
Come on in here.
Funniest story.
What's this guy's name? Artie?
Artie, yeah.
Artie, yes.
So me and Artie, we did this movie in the summer, and Chris Farley. And
Chris Farley's in the movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, man, this guy Artie's crazy. Hey, that's not...
That's Artie?
Hey, there's Artie.
Hey, Artie. Hey, man, you got fired from Mad TV? Good. You could go with Norm. He got fired from SNL, so you got something to talk about.
Club.
No wonder you guys are hanging around with each other. Two guys who got fired from prominent television shows. What'd you get fired for?
Prominent, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe Mad TV isn't prominent.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be a comedy.
He did the funniest thing on Mad TV. He did this character, That's My... What the hell was it?
That's My White Mama.
He played an old black woman.
Oh, really?
I play a black mother.
So why did you get fired if you're so funny?
It's a long story. Norm tells it really well.
You're a heavy-set guy?
I can tell it fast.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So he goes, he's like, these problems, all right? So he goes to that Quincy Martin dude, you know?
Who's Quincy Martin?
What's his name?
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones, right.
Martin.
The black guy.
Yeah.
The Q.
Who's a cool dude.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah. So Quincy Jones, right, he's the head of the Mad TV show.
Yeah.
So he goes, hey, I'm going to bring all you dudes out to Vegas to see the Tyson fight.
Right.
So they all go out, to see it. And then Artie turns out like he's a crazy, compulsive gambler. Me and Artie.
Oh, no.
Me and Artie used to have gambling.
You have a gambling problem, Artie?
He still does. I finished.
You kicked yours.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What did you bet on? What did you bet on?
Sports.
Really?
Yeah. So
how much money would you go through?
I lost everything.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You? So I don't see you as like a sports kind of guy.
I don't know anything about
he's very
sports.
good. You're very good at picking the games.
Yeah, not when he puts money on him.
No,
he's a mush.
He gives me a lot of good tips.
How much money would you say you lost gambling?
I lost everything.
I know an exact number there.
Go ahead, give it. What's the exact number? Go ahead. Go ahead, Artie.
That's a few $1,000.
Yeah? A couple $100,000?
Yeah.
Was this money that you earned on Saturday Night Live?
What?
Was this money you earned on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Is this what cured you, losing a whole bundle?
Yeah, I just, I didn't have any more money.
Wow.
So this dude...
I didn't know that about you. No wonder Don Ohlmeyer hates you. I'm with Don Ohlmeyer. He's a compulsive gambler.
Yeah, around the set.
Who urinates in bottles.
He plays football in the hall.
Right. And won't get along with the rest of the cast.
So this dude, Quincy Martin, takes him to...
Quincy Jones.
I'm sorry, Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones had nothing to do with this.
No, he didn't.
Right.
So he says, hey, I'm going to take the cast of the Mad TV, man.
Is that how Quincy Jones talks?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly. That's it. You know, you do good impressions.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that on the...
man, you jive. Turkeys, we're going down to... I went to a black dude.
Go down to the Tyson fight.
Yeah. So they go to the Tyson fight, right? Then this dude, Artie bets like more money than he has. Like,
how much did you bet?
I bet like $15,000.
Okay.
Right? So then, of course, Tyson loses. So then he goes crazy. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying to get his money back, so he goes to the casino, loses a bunch of money in the casino.
How much did you lose in the casino?
Like another $5,000.
Okay, then you're done 20.
This sent you on a tear. Huh?
Yeah.
He just went into a spiral. Then he does a bunch of coke and beats up his manager.
Really?
And gets thrown in jail.
Really?
And then when he gets thrown in jail, some dude...
how come fat guys are all doing coke and they're still fat? I thought you get thin from doing coke.
Well, actually, I haven't done coke in like 8 months.
What, you go to rehab?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What, do you just hang around with like Chris Farley and this guy? I mean, it's like all fat guys who do coke?
Really
weren't we going to call Don Ohlmeyer? Wasn't I going to have
That was the idea.
So then he gets fired from the show.
Right.
He doesn't have any money.
Because he did the gambling and he got arrested
in jail
for beating up that guy?
Yeah. So then he has to go back to...
I didn't beat anybody up.
Oh, okay. All right.
So then he has to go back to New Jersey and become a cab driver.
Is that right? You're a cab driver now?
No,
that's sad.
I make a good living in show business.
Now he came back.
Did you go to rehab?
Well, Norm, I went.
Did you clean toilets and the whole thing?
No, I never cleaned.
When's the last time you did? So you had a big coke problem?
Not a big coke problem. Like I never did it every day, but like once a month you couldn't find me for like 4 days. And it always ended bad, like with like naked in the cop car. And I went to like LA County jail for like 4 days.
I love out of control guys. Yeah. I love out of control guys.
I hated LA. I mean, Mad TV treated me really well. They were nice.
They were good to you, Quincy Jones.
They gave me a break. Quincy Jones is like the best guy in the world.
Okay.
But I had a lot of problems.
Right.
And I was like really depressed down.
What were your problems? You gambled and you were on coke.
Gambling, a lot of booze
and coke.
Yeah.
Right.
Every once in a while, like I said, like once a month, I would say, "Oh, I'm going to do cocaine," and I just would get it would end up bad.
Yeah.
It never ended up good.
Right.
And the last time it ended up bad was in front of
Quincy Jones.
I can handle it.
No, but I was in front of. I got arrested at like 11 o'clock in the morning. I was up for like 3 days.
Right.
In front of the studio where we shot the show for possession of coke.
All right, so who caught you with the coke?
When he goes to jail, right?
Yeah.
Because you know how they rape you?
Yeah. You got raped?
No, he didn't get raped, but they put a special thing on you, like if you're either a snitch or a celebrity.
Right.
They put this, in L.A. County Jail, they put a red band on you, and that means one of 3 things. Either you're a celebrity, you're a snitch, or you're a murderer. So that means they separate you from the other.
So they don't figure it.
So now they're playing a game trying to figure out what you are.
Yeah, well,
so
no one knows me.
Right. You're either a snitch or a murderer.
Exactly.
Right.
So this Puerto Rican kid comes out to me and says, "Yo, man, what's up?"
So the Puerto Rican guy comes up to you and he has a red band.
He goes, "Yo, man, what's that red band all about, man?"
Yeah.
And I said, "I'm not, I don't know. They just put it on me." At that point, I didn't know. He goes, "What? You snitch?"
Oh.
And this is like on the bus where they're transporting me from where I like detox.
Yeah. Because you don't look like a murderer and you don't look like a celebrity.
Right. Well, he goes. I couldn't be a celebrity. I mean, I'm on like a Fox late night show.
You don't look like you murdered anybody.
The cops. The only ones that recognize you're a celebrity are the cops, and they put a red band on you.
The worst part is all the guards. They have these real bad attitudes, you know, the guards.
Right.
And they saw the red band on me.
Right.
And the one guy doesn't know why I have a red band on, so he asked one of the people who like checked me in.
Yeah.
Checked my ass for contraband.
Right.
Oh wow, you had a whole search and everything.
Oh, it was bad. I was standing like next to all these like black guys naked, getting my ass checked. That doesn't do much for your self-esteem.
No. And they really check you thoroughly, right?
Yeah, they check you
with a glove.
Yeah, they check you with a glove.
Wow.
Yeah, the glove.
I can't say that. Come on, man.
Don Ohlmeyer was right.
Yeah, you're out of control.
Norm is completely out of control.
Yeah, Norm should be fired. And anything Norm says about Don Ohlmeyer, I don't know that to be true at all.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
But no, so the guy says, why's he got a red band on? The woman whispered into his. I'm handcuffed now to these gang members.
Okay.
Before you get your cell assignment.
Right.
And the guy says to me, he goes, why has he got a red band on? And the chick says to him, why? Like, I'm on Mad TV. And he just screams out, he goes, that's why?
How humiliating. I'd rather just be strip searched.
And then some kid, like some 20-year-old Mexican kid recognizes me from the show.
Yeah.
And starts yelling, yo, man, Mad TV, white mama, Mad TV. And that was like the most humiliating thing, because then everybody like...
Now you're explaining who you are.
Yeah, and they're like, why are you famous? And I'm like,
how do you get caught with this coke, though? I mean, I don't understand how you got arrested.
Right in front of the building where you work.
I was completely out of control. I lost all my money gambling in Vegas.
So how does the cop find you with coke on you? Where were you?
Well, I showed up.
Tell them you beat up your manager.
Well, I'll get to that.
You showed up where?
What happened to calling Don Ohlmeyer?
And you're more interesting.
Oh, okay.
And you know we'll never get through to Don Ohlmeyer anyway. It's a good idea, but if he gets on the phone, which is no chance in hell.
No, I went to the studio and I was clearly messed up. And the day before, they had a meeting with me and said, look, you got the same clothes on for like 3 days.
Right.
And that week, like,
smell.
Harry Connick Jr. was hosting the show that week.
And he's a Christian.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
I don't know, and everyone was all like excited about Harry Connick Jr. hosting the show, like he's funny or something.
Doesn't he bring guns to airports, Harry Connick Jr.? Yeah, he's out of control too. Yeah.
I don't know. So I only had like 5 lines in the whole show.
Right.
And I figured, hey man, I got like the week off, so I'm just gonna go crazy. And
yeah, they didn't say anything about my week off.
And I was, like I said, I was just nuts. And I showed up the day after they had this meeting saying, look, if you don't clean up, you're gonna have to go away.
Right.
So I went out, got more coke, and just stayed up all night. And then I showed up, and they had people there waiting for me. You know,
who was waiting for you?
Like a couple of my agents and stuff.
Oh, to have a confrontation. Hey, what do they call that, Robin? When you
intervening,
intervention. Yeah.
So,
I've never had one of those.
I was all paranoid.
Yeah.
Right. Because I had done like an enormous amount of drugs.
How much drugs had you done? You know that a gram of coke now costs $35?
That's what I heard, but I wouldn't know what that meant.
It used to cost like $100. It's gotten less expensive.
Yeah, but there's a lot. A lot of it isn't that great, though.
Well, you would know.
No, I would not know.
Yes, you would.
All right, I guess I would.
No one knows more than you. Chris Farley knew more than you, but he's gone.
Yeah.
So you're the expert now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad to have that role.
Yeah, you stepped right up.
Congratulations.
The funny thing is, like, he always pretends, I don't do coke anymore.
Right.
But then, like, after, because, like, he was like, I want he doesn't do it. But I want him to do this movie that I was in, I did this movie. So they said, I don't know, man, because he's,
There's a cokehead.
He's got a reputation even, huh?
Yeah, right.
But you haven't done coke in 8 months, right?
No, 8 months, nothing.
Really?
No booze, no coke.
Good for you. Yeah, you look.
So I go, no, man.
No coke.
I go, man, he's cleaned up, he doesn't do coke anymore like that or nothing like that, right?
Right.
So then that night, like after I hire him, like to be in the movie.
Yeah, to celebrate.
Yeah, we go shoot pool at this place. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So we're shooting pool, right?
Right.
And then I start noticing, like, because there's a lot of Mexicans around.
Right.
And so there's this.
That's something I would notice.
So there's this one Mexican, and he's like kind of making faces at the Mexican, right?
Right.
And the Mexican's like they're making these like faces at each other, like.
Right.
And so he comes over, he's like, take care of me or something like that. You know,
really?
all this weird stuff.
Complete lies.
And then all of a sudden I said, I figured it all out, you know?
Right.
And then he still hires me.
Right.
He's a good man, man.
Who, Norm?
Yeah.
Really?
Because Norm doesn't care. Norm thinks you're just having a good time.
No, you see.
Don Olmeyer doesn't think he's funny.
I was done. I was out of show business. I was, and
right.
Norm pulled me back.
Yeah. Good
you
for you.
were driving a cab.
I was going to go. I drove a cab before I got on Mad TV, and then I was making I was Fox.
You're making mad money.
I was making $12 an
Wow.
hour.
All right, so you went a little while, but now you got it under control.
I'm fine now. I
right.
never felt better in my life.
Chris Farley told me that. Just right before he died. So, no, you're fine now. You got it under control.
Now. Norm put me in this movie. This movie's really funny.
When's that movie coming out, Norm?
What?
When's that? The movie's not funny? Oh, Norm says the movie's not funny.
Funny, Jesus. My God.
Movie's not that funny, Norm.
It's out March the 27th.
Well, Don Olmeyer's going to review it. So wait a second. You're telling me that thanks to Norm, you're back in show business.
Thanks to Norm, I am sitting.
And during the intervention, you beat up your manager.
No, well, no.
That intervention didn't go well.
My manager, again, was just trying to take care of me, and I was just not.
Are you still with him, or?
No, actually.
No. He figured maybe you're too much trouble.
We had a parting of the way.
All right.
Which was all my fault. But
right. You sound reasonable now.
Yeah, I had like.
Do you think this will ever happen to you again?
No, absolutely not.
No.
Not, unless something goes wrong.
Right. Well, you need an outlet.
Unless I'm faced with some sort of reality.
Right.
Unless,
Is the gambling taken care of?
Oh, I haven't placed a bet in a long time.
All right, Norm Macdonald is here to say he is funny.
Yeah, I just want to say, any executive to say Norm's not funny is
crazy.
Is crazy.
It is crazy. I know funny, and Norm's funny.
Funniest guy ever.
Right. Norm, well, not the funniest guy ever.
Except for...
Very funny guy, though.
Very funny guy.
All the other funny guys are dead or something.
Yeah, Chris Farley.
That's right.
Kinnison, those guys were the funniest.
Norm is great, and I can't believe it. I'm sorry to hear that you're not going to be with Saturday Night Live anymore.
No, I'm going to be over there.
He's going to be doing sketches. He's going to be catching Monkey Boy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You'll be the scientist who discovered Monkey Boy. Hello, yeah, you're on the air. Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing? I got a theory on why he might have gotten fired.
What? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's a publicity stunt.
Any chance this is a publicity stunt, Norm?
No.
Not to get any extra ratings, people will tune in, see who's going to...
Seriously, are you hoaxing people by saying this
No,
stuff?
I mean, actually, Letterman asked me that last night on the break, you know? Like, he said, I know what this is. This is like an Andy Kaufman thing.
Oh.
You know?
I didn't get that impression. I get the impression you're for real.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't think you go for stunts.
That wouldn't be a very good stunt.
No. Yeah, quite frankly, what is the humor in that?
No, that's a bad one.
Yeah, that would be a bad stunt. It's like disc jockey. Like, when I got fired from NBC, I got fired from NBC, so... I remember I had a press conference, and because all this press was calling me.
Right.
And they said, we know that this is a stunt.
You'll be back at work.
Yeah. And I said, no, I was fired. I assure you.
Real.
First of all, this isn't funny if it's a stunt. I mean, what's the joke?
Yeah.
They go, well, all disc jockeys do that. I said, yeah, but that's why I'm not all disc jockeys. That's why I actually get ratings.
You never do that.
I would never do that. It's just not funny. I mean, I deal with reality. The reality is funnier than the... So they wouldn't believe it, and they wouldn't print it in the paper. For weeks. Until they finally realized that it wasn't a stunt.
You're a legend, man.
Thank you. And so are you.
I've been listening to you
yeah.
I was 14.
You outdid me, man.
No idea. This is
one crazy night in prison, you already outdid me.
4 crazy nights.
There it is. So it's not a stunt, Mark.
Okay, thanks.
All right. And Anthony, what do you want to say?
Howard, what's up?
Yo,
let me tell you, Lorne Michaels needs to retire.
Anthony.
Because Norm Macdonald makes the show. That's the only reason why I tune into the show.
Yeah, here you go.
It's for the weekend update.
There you go. That's how I feel about it, too. Jimmy, you're on the air.
Yes, Howard, I can't believe you're pumping up this moron and telling him he's funny.
Who is this, Don Olmeyer?
I'm telling you, Norm, you're disgusting. You're despicable.
Oh.
I mean, it's obvious that you're copying Chevy Chase. Why do you pause like 5 minutes and stare into the camera after every sentence when you're giving the weekend update?
Wait, this is my agent.
You're not a fan of Norm's?
Oh, he's disgusting.
Wait a second now. Are you saying I don't get? Are you saying you like me or you don't like me?
I can't stomach you. I couldn't miss you because you know why? I couldn't miss you because you're so despicable.
Are you sure it's not because you're some kind of a homo?
No, I think you're a homo.
Jeff, go ahead. Anything? No, Jeff.
George.
Oh, okay, George, go ahead.
Yeah, I just called because Norm's the only reason I pretty much watch it myself.
Aside from that one guy, I would have to say that pretty much people agree you're the reason to watch it.
Yeah,
I really do mean that.
They're watching TV, and right now, well, they're off now, but Cherry O'Terry was just on Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the cheerleader segment, what you were talking about.
Yeah.
And,
horrible.
they asked her why it went over so big, and she was like, well, everybody thinks that they're just so cute.
Ah, please. Hey, Gene, go ahead. One last comment, and then I got to go because I'm getting the word that I haven't broken in a while. Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Hey, three things. First of all, Scott Eisinger, yeah, I'm very sorry that you gave him the money.
Scott, the engineer, you mean? Scott,
whatever.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, number two?
Number two is Norm, you're awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you very
you're
much.
awesome. And
you never know how that's going to go.
Yeah,
that's right.
And Artie was the only reason I watched Mad.
Whoa!
Yeah, well, I've been a prolific reader of Mad for many years.
Oh, he wasn't in the magazine.
He wasn't in the magazine.
Yeah, right. He wanted to be, but they wouldn't put him in.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of you to say. Thanks, man.
It was.
All right, who cares?
Hey, he was a good guy. That guy.
That was the Puerto Rican you met in jail.
Yeah, he wants to propose to you.
Yeah, we're dating. We're dating.
All right, listen, I got to get out of this.
All right.
Listen, Norm.
I got to go?
Oh, yeah. I had you on for over an hour and a half.
He has no place to go now. You know, Norm never asked that question.
I called Don Omar, but you know he's not going to pick up the phone.
Yeah, he will.
No, he won't.
Lojo has his number.
Lojo's got where's Lojo?
Let's get the real number then.
But I got to take a break.
Hey, Howard?
What?
So Don Omar is on the West Coast, and all you get is voice, not even his voicemail, you just get NBC's voicemail.
I told you.
Yeah.
You're not going to get Don Omar anyway. Yeah. He's going to hide.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, I hope it, I don't know. What do I hope, Robin?
It works out for you.
I hope it works out for you. What am I going to tell you? We got a job opening on this show. You sit right over there. All right? Listen, I want to thank Norm Macdonald. I want to thank Artie Lange. They got a movie coming out sometime.
What's the movie called?
Dirty Work.
Dirty Work? Okay, well, look.
When will that be? What?
March.
They say March 27th.
All right, we're looking forward to that.
Are you really?
What year would that be?
That'd be this year.
This year. Okay. There you go. Bob Saget directed the movie?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. You were fired from Weekend Update.
Bob Saget did my movie, so everything's going
and
well.
And you were at Chris Farley's wedding. I mean, funeral.
The Chris Farley funeral was the highlight. All right. No, seriously, I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. Both of you guys, a lot of fun. And
good luck to you.
Good luck to you. I don't know.
This was hard for me because
this was hard for me too.
I just like coming on and being funny and stuff and talking. And this
you were
like
funny.
This was like a real thing. It's weird, you know.
Dude, it was good.
Oh, okay.
Just remember one thing: Lorne Michaels is in on this. Okay. Trust me, I've been through a lot of firings in my time. I don't know much, but I know about firing.
Why would Don Omar all of a sudden get involved in the internal affairs of Saturday Night Live?
He's the hatchet man.
I have no opinion on that.
You know what? You need Coke. You're a lot better off on it. All right, listen. We'll be back. We're going to do news for you. The great Norm Macdonald, who I love, and Artie Lange, you are a new friend of the show. We dig you, man.
Thanks, man.
Go out and get into more trouble, and I'll have you back on.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Right.
Hey, thanks, Howard.
Thanks, Norm. Thank you. So, don't miss part 2 of the Scott Salem Flabby Ass Challenge tonight on the Great E Show. I actually seen him do his, what he calls push-ups. He admitted earlier in the show that he did not, in fact, do 17 push-ups.
You know he's a happier man now?
He is. He likes being
not happy until he admitted the truth.
Yeah. No, I told you he couldn't do it. A loser. Maya Angelou back with us again from yesterday. She stopped by.
Hello. I couldn't believe it either.
I was shocked.
I had to come back and see the tape again.
All right. It was great fun, wasn't it, Maya?
Yes, it was. I think he's happy because he's got your money.
Right.
I think that's why he's happy.
This is not Maya Angelou, the famous poet.
No.
He just has the same name as
her.
her.
They just have the same name.
Yeah, they spell it differently, though. How do you spell Maya Angelou?
ANGLXAUYEU.
Right. That's how his mother spelled it.
It's a Cajun name. The I and the X and the L and the U and the Y are silent.
Right. Well, anyway.
All the letters are silent.
It's great having Norm Macdonald here, and there's a million things to talk about, but I think we should do a little news. We should do a little bit of the news.
Very well.
And now here's Round Recording with the news.
Can I start off the news with the Kathy Lee Gifford tape?
Oh, go ahead. ahead.
All right, I'm going to play this real quick, because I told you about this yesterday. This is Kathy Lee Gifford talking about the funeral, the Michael Kennedy funeral, and she actually talks about Kevin Costner, what a great guy he is, because he offered her his plane.
But did he really offer it to her, or is she in the group?
I don't know. Listen to this. And she called him Kevin. She's in show business. Now she's a Kennedy.
Everybody knows Kevin, right?
Yeah, right.
I want to thank Kevin Costner, who was unbelievable. We were in the car from Vail to Aspen when we got a call in the car. Kevin had found out and said, listen, my plane is available to whoever needs to go someplace. And
there are AIDS patients who need to get places.
Right.
But,
there's people who, can't get to their doctor's appointment.
Michael Kennedy, who was with a babysitter, Kevin Costner's worried about.
So the Kennedys did fly out the next morning very early on Kevin's plane, which is, I call him now Kevin First Call Costner, because he is a real hero to our family.
He's a real hero, because he's going to afford a plane.
Family. She's now a Kennedy.
Yeah. So all the Kennedys flew out, and he's a real hero to our family. She is such a dick.
What a dope.
But it doesn't take much to be a hero in her family.
No.
All you have to do is give her your private jet.
Right. See, if I had a private jet and lent it to Kathy Lee, I'd be a hero.
That's right. You'd be Howard First Call Stern.
Yeah. I call him Kevin First Call Costner.
Yeah. How heroic is it to say, I'm not using my plane. You want it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just sitting there anyway.
Hope it runs out of fuel.
She's not too in love with it.
One time.
I sat at home for 2.5 weeks on vacation, did nothing except watch satellite television.
Yes.
And Rosie O'Donnell's on satellite every 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but she is.
I'm lucky because I managed to miss her.
Yeah, well. There is nothing that sends chills up my spine more than listening to Rosie O'Donnell gush over Tom Cruise.
Mm.
It is the biggest, phoniest, ridiculous hoax. It is just so uncomfortable to watch her feign this love affair for Tom Cruise.
I believed it more when she carried on about Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, well, that I get. That I get. But I don't get... There is nothing more disturbing, okay? That's all. I'm going to leave it at that.
Mm.
Quiet my ass.
The whole concept's funny.
Right. Anyway, that's all I want to say.
That's it?
That's it. No, I mean, there's tons I want to say about Kathy Lee Gifford and this kid who drove himself into a tree, but I'll do it during your newscast.
All right.
Whatever. Or I'll do it tomorrow.
Drove himself into a tree?
Yeah.
They were on skis.
You don't think he wanted that? I mean, the guy was thoroughly humiliated.
No, I don't think that you can humiliate these people.
No.
Somebody told him there was a 13-year-old babysitter in the woods.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah, he was going in there to find her.
That's why he was moving so fast.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
And she was an Alicia Silverstone lookalike.
Right. Yeah, gee, what a great guy. Kathy Lee's talking about what a great man this guy was. His children can know that he was a great man.
They need to know.
They need to know.
Stop telling them something different.
Well, now Kathy Lee told his kids what she wanted to. I'm going to tell the kids something. Your dad was a pervert. He saw the babysitter who was a piece of ass, and he could have cared less about you or your mother.
Or what it would do to the family.
And carried on with it. He didn't have an affair with an adult woman. Okay, you slip, you cheat, whatever, the marriage is over. An affair with the babysitter who was 14. In the house.
He didn't even take it out of the house.
And didn't do it just once and then come to his senses. He had an ongoing affair with her. Guy was an animal.
I'll drive the sitter home. I'll be back Tuesday.
Yeah. Let's take the sitter on an extended camping vacation.
And then he's probably having dinner with her parents.
Right. Oh, please. And Kathy Lee is supposed to be Miss Religious. Well, she says, the family is so religious, and Ethel with her Catholicism.
The Catholic faith is so real
and
to
the
them.
kids are strong because,
so real,
gosh,
in fact.
darn it, they're Giffords and Kennedys.
But the faith is so real to them, Ethel was already cracking jokes.
Right. Cracking jokes. She's thrilled probably he's gone.
Skiing jokes.
Yeah. How do you get rid of the family embarrassment? Send them into the woods on skis. Give them an ice bottle to play football with. No, there's nothing sadder than a child losing his parent. Mm-hmm. Except when the parent is carrying on with the babysitter. Come on. That's called statutory rape. Jeez.
He took 3 lie detector tests.
Not 1 or 2.
That proved that this relationship did not become sexual until this girl was 16.
Well, then how come he admitted to having an affair with a 14-year-old babysitter?
This is not, it may be immoral, but it is not criminal.
Okay, so he's immoral.
Oh, he's a great guy then.
Yeah. And all this carrying on. Hey, poor ass Sonny Bono did more for...
You know what? I'm really upset. Because
about Sonny Bono?
Nobody is doing a tribute song.
We'll do one. You want to do one?
Yeah, no, I mean, come on.
One of the listeners sent me a song that I was thinking of producing.
Yes?
It's Sonny Bono and Michael Kennedy doing a duet to I Got You, Babe. And it's so out there.
That's funny.
I got goo brain.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I might have to change it around a little bit.
Yeah, because they died so similarly. I mean, both of them hit a tree and were dead instantaneously.
Yeah, but the song kind of goofs on Sonny. Now Sonny, I mean, poor Sonny. Here's a guy who...
Sonny was goofed on in life.
Yeah,
we have to goof on him.
I mean, I'm watching people talk about this guy on TV, and all they can say about him is, and these are fellow congressmen and stuff, and they're like, well, he made us laugh.
He was a fun guy.
He was a fun guy.
He brought fun to Capitol Hill.
Yeah, great. A place that's not supposed to be fun. He brought fun. Cher, who now is into some crying jag, like she's the widow.
Well, you know what?
I don't get people.
She's a wacky girl.
Yeah. If I said the things about Sonny that Cher has said,
have heard of her, yeah.
that I've heard her say, I would be in hiding right now. Instead, she's so bold. This is what I love about people. She's at the house crying with the widow.
She's at all the wives have gathered. Now,
this
is another thing I find now exemplary about Sonny.
Yeah.
That all of his ex-wives can be in the same room together.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
5 generations of them.
Yeah.
All the different ages.
Now, there's a miniseries.
All the different children.
Yeah, all good-looking babes. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The testament.
So, I mean, when you die, I guess all of your wives are your wives.
That's about the kindest thing they say about him in the newspaper. They went and they interviewed his family. You know, the people he grew up with.
Uh-huh.
Like his aunt or something.
Oh, really?
And she was like, well, I mean, we're a very conservative family. And when we used to see Sonny on television with romping around with that Cher, we were like, oh, my God. But at least he made a lot of money. He was pretty successful.
You know, I was thinking about that, too. Here he is, a conservative politician.
Yeah.
Yet he was Sonny of Sonny and Cher.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird.
And he had 50 wives and, you know, the whole thing.
No, he believed in the family, just a lot of them.
It was like that Michael Landon's view of family.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the other day...
Michael Landon made family television. Because he had so many goddamn families, he had to have something for them to watch.
He had to tell everybody what a good family was.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it on his own.
But he did family television.
Yeah.
I do satanic radio, but I have a nice family.
You have one family.
I have one family.
You got to be a bigger hypocrite. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're not big enough hypocrite.
Oh, trust me, I am.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am. All right, anyway, so where were we?
It's a very strange thing. All these things that don't seem to add up.
Right.
But they were Sonny. Anyway, we'll get back to Sonny in a moment, because actually what I wanted to do was talk about Paula Jones. Did you see her picture in the paper today?
The Wicked Witch of the West?
Well, she's fixed herself up.
Has she?
Look in the post.
She needs a nose job.
She still may need a nose job.
Yeah.
But somebody got a hold of her.
Yeah, she does look a little dolled up.
Look at that.
They got the braces off of her.
And they fixed the hair. Look at it. It's lightened. It's straightened.
This is a woman who wants to be a star in the worst way.
She's got the new makeup job.
How a judge didn't throw this case out. Here is a woman who claims...
We still can't figure out what the case is.
The case, I read in the paper today, it seems to be, the definition of this case is that the president met with her somewhere and asked if she wanted to have oral sex. She said no, and she left the room.
How is that...
That's supposedly a crime?
Actionable under the law. What happened to her?
She claims that it interfered with her career. She was a government employee. You have to read the paper, people.
Yeah.
Did she get fired?
No, but she didn't get advancement, and she claims it's...
The next day.
Yeah,
right.
Well, you know...
Like, what kind of advancement was she supposed to?
I don't know. It is such an outrageous lawsuit.
Did the president even know what department she worked in?
And today the president has to sit in a room with her while the deposition goes on.
This is the best part. Now, she doesn't have to be there.
Right, but she wants to be there.
She's showing up today.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Is she showing up
today? Because she wants to be famous.
There are cameras going to be around.
And she fixed herself all up.
You know, Cher's there, too. She's crying at the
Cher will be crying
as well.
Right.
But I thought that was very interesting that all of a sudden she has undergone this great makeover.
Yeah.
It's like one of these talk shows got a hold of her and fixed her up.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, she looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, she's got some handlers who are telling her what to do. Like, as you said, you know, whenever you saw her in her own guise, the way she would fix her hair, the way she did her makeup, she looked rather peculiar, and you'd wonder, why would the president be hitting on her?
Yeah, well, that's why they had to fix her up.
And so somebody got a hold of her and said, look, you got to fix yourself.
Yeah, they said, hey, look, honey, you look bizarre. Between the braces and the weird nails and the hairdo, you know.
Nobody's going to believe the president said anything.
Yeah, in fact, he was doing you a favor. That was a mercy session. So
looked like something you meet at a truck stop.
Right.
Hey, cutie.
Yeah, so they said, you better fix yourself up so you look like somebody the president would want.
Yeah, so I guess that they got her some kind of a consultant.
What can I tell you, Robin?
Radu.
Not a fitness consultant.
Radu fix her up.
Right. She can do 20 push-ups.
Yeah. On the president.
What else is in the news?
What is the best-selling car in America?
Radu. I don't know. I would say best-selling car in America, not the Jeep, not the, although everyone we know has a Jeep. A lot of this four-wheel stuff going on. I'm going to say...
best-selling.
Best-selling. Can't be like a foreign car. Would it be like a Toyota or something like that? I'm going to say the Jeep.
You're wrong.
Mercedes.
No.
No. Okay. Let me take one more guess. All right. You know, I don't know that much about cars, to be honest with you. As you can tell by my guesses.
That's my pacemaker.
I'm going to say a Toyota.
Which model?
All right. Toyota Celica. What is it?
It's the Camry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not an American-made car.
No, and it's the first time in several years that it's been a foreign car. But the Toyota Camry is the best-selling car in America.
Wow.
The Ford Taurus had been for several years before that, but...
Wow.
Camry eking out a win this year, followed closely by the Honda Accord. So two foreign cars right up there. Yeah, they say that they've been restyled, and people are...
Good piece of investigative reporting, Rob.
Really taking to modern styling.
Konnichiwa.
Wow.
Also in the news, they are going to charge the guy who shot that Randy Weaver's wife at Ruby Ridge in 1992.
Yeah.
They're going to make him stand trial on manslaughter charges. This is an FBI agent who was
please.
They told him to
who was ordered to go to this area by the government.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I love these things.
Yeah.
The government never pays. It's the individuals who go out to do the job they assign them to do who wind up in trouble.
That's outrageous. I don't buy it, Robin.
Me neither.
Hey, how you like it? Well, you're going to bring it up, I'm sure.
But he was ordered to stand trial for the shooting death of white separatist Randy Weaver's wife during the 1992 Ruby Ridge standoff.
Hey, bring up that Terry Nichols guy. I got plenty to say on that.
I'm about to get to all of these
That's what I figured.
cases.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arraignment has been set for February 13th. The guy's name is Lon Haruchi. Lon Chaney. Lon Haruchi. Haruchi is accused of shooting Vicki Weaver in the head as she stood holding her infant daughter behind a door of their Idaho mountainside cabin. This is one of these separatists who was living alone, and the government decided for whatever reason they had to go get him. And there was a big standoff. Somehow some gunfire started erupting, and this sharpshooter took out this woman. He says he was trying to shoot somebody else. But all I know is when you send people with guns to a place, sometimes people get shot. And if they're working for the government, how come now the government is going to put him on trial?
I don't know. He did what he had to do. He did what he had to do.
He used 2 bullets.
Oh, they should have only used
1, yeah. It's only a woman.
All right, whatever you say.
Talk about Terry Nichols. I got plenty to say about that guy.
All right. Well, the jury was given the task in the Terry Nichols case in Denver to determine if he should get the federal death penalty. In federal death penalty cases, it is a jury that must decide whether a man should be put to death.
What did Terry Nichols get convicted of, Robin?
He was not convicted of the most serious charges in the case.
What was he convicted of?
He was convicted of being sort of an accessory to this bombing.
He assisted. First of all, this jury was where was this jury from?
In Denver.
All right. A guy in the newspaper today said, you know what? I think Denver's very high elevation.
And they're not breathing.
The oxygen level is very low there.
Very thin.
Yeah, so they can't really breathe so good, and they don't get so much blood to their head. Well, let me tell you something. Terry Nichols, I don't know how this jury sat there and somehow came up with the verdict that they came up with.
Well, I thought it was rather interesting. I said, if they decided he had something to do with this bombing, then he had something to do with all those deaths. I don't care whether it was a little bit of involvement or a lot of involvement. A lot of people died.
Yeah. He was, at the very least, he was involved, helped make a bomb that blew up all of these people, and they're basically letting him off.
They're saying, well, that's not so bad. He didn't take it to the building.
And the jury can't figure out what to do with him.
They were deadlocked, it seems.
It's unreal what's happened to the jury system. There's so many laws now. It's so much fine-tuning of the law.
There were different opinions as to the level of his involvement in the jury room.
If I help make a bomb with a guy that blows up a ton of people, shouldn't I pay with my life?
Absolutely.
What, so I didn't light the fuse? I get off? I got to sit on a jury one time. I got to see what goes on in these jury rooms.
You know what? I always pull tape of these people when they come out of the jury room and they are interviewed, because I think it's always fascinating to hear what they have to say, to listen to them, to try to figure out how they think. This is the jury forewoman. Her name is Nikki Deutschman.
Yeah. Does she make less sense than Kathy Lee?
She says the government didn't prove its case beyond a shadow of a doubt.
The government was not able to prove to all of us satisfactorily that Terry Nichols was greatly involved in this whole process.
Well, of course.
Only that he was somewhat involved in this process. And others obviously feel like he was a lot involved.
They proved, listen to what she's saying, they proved that he was somewhat involved.
See, for me, the bottom line is involved.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way in America today to prove, like OJ, well, they don't have a tape of him killing her. I mean, literally, people want videotape of the guy committing the crime.
Now they say, well, you know what? The tape can be doctored.
Yeah, the tape can be fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they proved...
Not even a tape will do.
If they made a connection in any way that this guy, Terry Nichols, was involved with this guy, this maniac who blew up these people...
Throw the switch.
Kill him.
Throw the switch.
We are such pussies in this country.
Yep.
Here's Deutschman again. She said...
They
kind of feel that others were probably involved. So what?
So what does that got to do with it? We got this guy. So why bother? Because she'll let him off.
And decisions were probably made very early on that Tim McVeigh and Terry Nichols were who they were looking for, and the same sort of resources were not used to try to find out who else might be involved.
Who cares? She's worrying about who else was involved.
What's that got to do with what you were doing in that little room?
You see why we have to have professional juries?
You were supposed to deal with one person.
Yeah, forget this.
They're taking the government to task.
Guy was so guilty.
Fry his ass.
Right.
Fry him.
Now they don't even know if they want to give him life.
Well, that'll be up to the judge.
These judges and these juries, I don't know what's going on. Well, they didn't prove the case that much. How much evidence do you need? We can't show you a picture of the guy blowing up the building.
How do we know that was his bomb?
We don't know if he was greatly involved or just a little bit involved. Just now he was involved.
Yeah, and they're like, well, he didn't know what the bomb might be used for. This was a bomb that was the size of...
Don't make bombs in your house.
They don't make atomic bombs like this. And what, he couldn't pick up the phone and call somebody if he saw a bomb was being made? Kill him just for that.
His buddy's sitting around carrying on, screaming and hollering about the government all the time, and he wants a bomb made.
Yeah. Put two and two together. Freak. What else?
So anyway, that was the Terry Nichols case. The Unabomber case is also getting underway in San Francisco. Theodore Kaczynski is very upset with his attorneys, and he tried to get the judge to allow him to change counsel. They had a whole big meeting, and Kaczynski and the attorneys had to go into the judge's chambers, and then the judge took a day or two to figure out what he should do. He finally decided that it was too late to jump ship at this point. Kaczynski's problem with his attorneys is they want to present an insanity defense.
Right.
And he does not want to be portrayed as some wacko.
Yeah. Oh, good.
He's got my vote.
Well,
no whacker.
That's good. Maybe we could kill him then.
Let him go. We should let him go.
Yeah, well, they don't have a picture of him actually doing it.
And the post office actually is who delivered the bomb.
Right.
He just made it and put it in the box.
Right. Why don't they put in the post office as a accomplice?
Should be prosecuting the mailman.
Yeah.
Of course. He delivered it.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how wacky we're getting.
Okay.
Oh, no whacker.
I'm sorry. We were talking about Sonny Bono.
Right.
A little earlier. His funeral has been set for Friday, Howard. Here is a family spokesperson. When something happens to you, who's going to be your family spokesperson, by the way?
Al Rosenberg.
Is that right?
Right.
Because these people always seem to have family spokespeople.
I don't have one. In fact, I don't want a family spokesperson. I want mass confusion when I go.
I can guarantee Al would do it.
Right. He ain't doing anything else.
It's a gig.
It doesn't pay, though.
Still do it.
I just wonder, what is the family spokesperson and how does he get that job?
I don't know.
So anyway, Frank Cullen Jr. is the family spokesperson.
For Sonny Bono?
Yes.
Really?
And he says the family, his wife Mary Whitaker and the kids and everybody are coping.
Very emotional time last night at the house. The children had their friends and, of course, the family with them. Mary had her family.
I say Mary will get over it very quick. She's a young woman. She don't have to be with that alta cocker anymore.
She skied right by with him.
Yeah, no offense.
She's being consoled by Pedro the gardener.
There's just been an outpouring of love in the house, but it's a very difficult time.
She might not be being consoled by Pedro the gardener, but I bet you he'd like to console her.
You know,
I'd like to console her.
I have some sympathy for this woman.
Right.
This is her moment to shine.
Yes. This is it.
All attention should be put on her. Yet last night when I was watching Entertainment Tonight, they showed the family spokesperson outside the gates of Sonny's place, and all the questions were about Cher.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not right. She's being overlooked.
Mary Whitaker is the wife. Cher is not the wife.
She was the one doing that old corpse in bed. She deserves to be on TV.
It's her turn.
Right.
So I thought that was rather odd that all the questions were about how Cher is doing and how Cher is breathing.
Cher was bad-mouthing him right up until the day he died.
And Susie Quello, we mentioned her yesterday, she was doing interviews.
Really?
Yeah.
She's not even with him anymore.
She was on Bryant Gumbel's show last night talking about Sonny.
How come we don't have any Sonny widows? Gary, get to work on that.
We didn't put our bid in.
Here's the spokesman again.
Frank Cullen says that the funeral will be open to the public.
I understand a delegation from Congress will be arriving, along with many other celebrities, friends, families.
Why don't they just charge money?
And
this will be the funeral to go to.
Yeah.
That it's going to be crowded, but we'll try to accommodate all those folks that show up and try to have some sound outside for those who can't get in.
Absolutely. Now's the time to stuff them and get them out there in front of the public. Now people want to see them.
Yeah, if all these people are going to be around, put them in a bigger venue. Guess whose birthday it is today?
What's the date?
Today is January 8th.
Al Rosenberg.
No.
Dr. Louis Weinstein.
Is it really? No.
Yeah. January. Richard Nixon. He had a birthday, January 8th, and Dr. Louis Weinstein.
Can I believe you?
Dr. Louis Weinstein, yes.
And
Elvis Presley.
Birthday?
And Elvis Presley.
Well, that's who I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any sound of Dr. Lou.
You don't? I went to college with him.
Happy birthday, Dr. Lou.
You're a birthday fool, Howard.
Yeah, I knew. I had some answers, didn't I?
You know everybody's birthday.
Yeah.
Dr. Elvis.
Right.
He would have been 63 if he had lived.
That would have been real sloppy. A 63-year-old Elvis, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Let's hope he would have cleaned up his act. He probably would have become like a Sid Caesar type.
Yes.
You know, to get in good shape at 63.
Yeah, now's the time to get in shape.
So anyway, this is from a 1956 interview with the King. Someone asked him why he gyrated on stage.
Because I have a hemorrhoid.
People can buy your records and hear you sing, and they don't have to come out to hear you sing. You have to put on a show in order to draw a crowd. Yeah. If I just stood out there and sang and never moved a muscle, the people would say, well, my goodness, I can stay home and listen to his records. But you have to give them a show, something to talk about.
Is that at the right speed?
I think so.
Did he say singed, or did I miss that?
I sing because I loved it.
Here's Elvis.
And I gyrated because I had jelly in my pants, my underpants.
From a 1960 interview discussing his career.
Really?
Number 12, yeah.
All right, here it is, Elvis.
I like the business I'm in. I like to entertain people.
I like hamburgers.
I think this is the drug deal.
And I like grits, and I like jelly.
Notice how clear he sounded before in 1956.
This is when I discovered two and all.
The money or the financial end of it is not the greatest aspect as far as I'm concerned. It can't be, because if it was, it would show. And I wouldn't care about the other people. I wouldn't care about a performance I gave.
This is the Elvis I like.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, it's great if you can get in a position to have things, you know. But I like to entertain people. That's why I pick all my records, and I try to pick the best songs possible.
Thank you.
Got that Valium cocktail down there.
Yes. Sounds like right before you go in for surgery. You know what I mean? Just right before before they knock you out.
Very mellow.
I got to tell you, I'd like to thank my doctor. I'd like to thank all you people out there, everybody. It's a big hello, big shout out to Hamburger Jim, who bring me a hamburger every single goddamn day. I'd like to thank the woman who discovered the duty in my pants and doesn't tell the press about it. I'd like to thank everybody.
Change my sheets.
I'd like to thank the woman who changed my sheets every morning with the pee and the urine all over the sheets. This is who I like to thank.
And here is a public address announcer at Madison Square Garden after an Elvis show saying these 5 most famous words.
Elvis is made in his pants.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.
Right.
Because apparently his audiences would not leave until they heard that announcement.
Robin, I see we got to take a little break. We'll wrap up the news when we get back.
All right.
Hey, you know our friend Colt 40 Feinberg, who we haven't had in a while. I got to have him in soon. He'll be at the Laugh Factory in L.A. tonight.
Oh, good. I
thought I'd mention that. Don't miss the
E show. Get out there to see him.
Part 2 of Flabby Ass Scott trying to do push-ups, which he didn't do, which he confessed to on the air today.
I think they should get that on the E show, too.
Yeah, get that on quickly. All right, also...
resolution to this whole thing.
Maya Angelou is with us.
That's right.
All right.
Right over here.
Not the poet.
Not the poet.
No.
Can you do any poetry?
Yes, I can.
Let me hear it.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Scott didn't do the push-ups. I still think he's a Jew.
All right. But that's the only poetry you do.
That's it. Well, it's a small book I wrote.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Maya. Okay, let's...
Very good.
Okay.
Have you heard of...
Son of a bitches, here's Robin Crimmins with the goddamn news.
Thank you very much.
Invisible pricks.
All right.
Back with the news.
A lot of gratuitous words there.
Have you heard about this Chicago scientist who plans to start cloning babies in about a year?
I think it's great.
Why do you think that's great?
Tell you what. I believe cloning in the future is the secret to making our lives 9 billion times better.
How so?
Okay. Once we start to clone humans, and literally we're going to be able to clone to the point where we don't have to put a head on a body. We'll be able to clone...
Well, literally, nobody said anything about that yet.
Listen to me. We'll be able to clone our own kidneys.
But that's not what he's doing.
Well, the first step we got to take is clone a human being.
But you know what he's trying to do? He's hoping to help infertile couples this way.
Fine.
So they're cloning a baby to raise a child.
Fine. We got to start with that. Once we open up that floodgate... What we'll do is, here's for example, Robin, listen to this. Listen to this. Just bear with me.
Just remember that there are all these religious wackos.
Yes.
Who will immediately start screaming about God's way and nature and all that.
They did that when we made test tube babies. They'll shut up. Listen to why this is great. And religious wackos will be the ones who will love this.
All right.
So here you are. You're getting older. We clone a Robin Quivers. Okay?
I'm already here.
Without a head.
Without a head.
Now, when your body matures to 20, we just stick your head on that body. And honey...
big scar.
Oh, no, you don't. They got a great plastic surgeon.
They'll cover it up.
You go over there to your pal, Dr. Baker, and he'll fix you up. And you don't have any scars on your breast.
They better clone him.
Yeah. Oh, that's part of the whole plan. They're already cloning him somewhere. So then what you do is you need lung transplant. Let's say you even just think.
But I got a whole new body.
You got a whole new body. Hell, when you reach 50, no facelift. They just stick you right on a new body and a new head and everything. Just stick your brain in the head. Even that. They can make a brainless Robin Quivers.
Well, I think some people would say they already have.
Yeah, well, so the point is, there was I saw on TV that there was a baby, had cystic fibrosis, whatever it was, need a lung transplant. I guess that's what you need when you have cystic fibrosis. I don't know. So, I can't even say it. So, they Need lungs. Can't find lungs anywhere.
Right. You got to beat the bushes looking for compatible
Maybe
lungs.
you want lungs? We'll give you lungs. 9 months we could have lungs for you. Boom, they give you lungs.
Lungs
it's going to be
us.
fantastic. Take a big fat Al Rosenberg.
Wait a minute.
Wants to be thin? Clone him. Feed him the right foods, the clone. Stick his brain in the new body. Boom, he's all done. This is going to be our answer, Robin.
You are an advocate of living forever?
Yes. Oh, yes. You know I am. Oh, yes.
I thought you hated living.
I don't want to live as an old person.
But
if I can be young again, I'll take it.
You're not enjoying yourself right now, according to you.
If I was younger, I'd enjoy myself.
You didn't enjoy yourself then.
I think maybe if I did it over again, I could.
More time to watch them Superman cartoons.
Oh, I see what this is.
Yeah.
This is that opportunity to go back with the knowledge you have now.
That's right. That's right. I'll be in high school knowing what I know.
Will youth be squandered on the young?
Right. And when they clone you, they can make little genetic improvements. Like I won't have a small penis in my next body.
And?
What do you mean, and?
How are they going to get a big penis out of your genetics?
Because what they will do is tweak my gene pool.
Oh, so they'll do some genetic engineering.
Improvements, yeah, of course.
I
don't want to come back as me exactly.
Imperfections you don't like. Well,
the benefit that you and I will see is they won't be able to. They won't be able to do it.
It would be nice if you had been born like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, well, eventually you'll be able to pick out a whole new body, but we're not up to that. What the boom is going to be in this business is that when you need a lung transplant or your heart starts to go, you will have a brand new Robin Quivers heart.
I almost see that.
Yeah.
This idea of I don't understand.
We got to start somewhere.
That you just get another little Howard Stern.
Yeah, well, that's pretty pathetic. But what it's going to be great is it's going to be a great boost to our medical industry. No more artificial hearts. You'll have your real heart. You'll be cloned at birth.
It just smacks of... even like little deer, when I see them lying on the side of the road after they've been hit by a car, it hurts my heart.
Yeah, this will make you feel better.
No, it doesn't.
You could help that deer.
You got a headless clone over there, and you're just ripping parts out of it.
It's going to be the way it is. And you know what? When it's your clone, you're going to feel great.
Or maybe it'll have a head, and it just gets no life.
Oh, and let me tell you something. What they'll be able to do is like clone women's breasts and make them bigger.
Ooh.
Oh, it's going to be great. Right?
It was funny because, somebody told me that the E-show, where the woman came in and got the breast implants, they showed the before show, where I laughed hysterically.
Yeah, and what happened on the after? You shut your mouth.
Well, my point here is that she could have used some clothing.
Oh, let me tell you something, Robin. I read a report. Do you know that breast implants will be obsolete in about 5 years?
Is that right? Why is that?
They are now able to take a skin scraping from a woman's buttock, all right? Like, scrape off a little piece of skin.
Yeah, for the DNA.
Put it in a Petri dish. And actually mold onto, they take a fake breast, they mold real breast tissue. Now they create a real skin, your own skin, create a whole new breast with a nipple. And they will be able to just put that on a woman, and you will have brand new breasts.
Again, don't we have scars?
None. Do you have scars on your breasts? How many stitches did you have in those things?
They're very light.
Excuse me?
I had tons of stitches.
Yes, and you have hardly any scars.
Not noticeable.
Exactly. I rest my case.
Not that noticeable to me, anyway.
If they could stitch you up like Frankenstein and give you those beautiful cans, you don't think they're going to be able to do this? So they are now able to do all of these things.
But why wouldn't they still go with something they could put inside so that you don't have to break the skin?
You're not going to need it. You're going to have a whole breast, a real living gigantic breast with no danger of silicone or saline or anything.
And so that's 5 years away, you say?
Oh,
yes.
Really?
Where did you read this? In Mad Magazine?
Maxim. I don't know. I read it somewhere. I do not know the source.
Well, anyway, this guy, his plan is to help infertile couples, and he says, the president originally, when they heard about the cloning of the sheep, they immediately went into action. They didn't want humans being cloned. They said, we need a lot more study, and let's try to stop this.
So who cares what the president thinks? You know what? The president is only trying to appeal to the religious right by trying to,
Well, he's urging Congress to pass an immediate ban on this kind of experimentation.
Like Dr. Kevorkian, doctors will do it anyway. They will.
Well, this doctor says if he's stopped by the American government, he'll just go to a foreign country.
Let him go.
France will let him do it.
Oh, yeah. They let you do anything.
Yeah.
So that's the point. It is good.
Well, here is Dr. Richard Seed. He's the man who wants to do this, and he says, I understand. Every time there's a new procedure, people, oppose it, but this is the future.
That is the future.
First phase is fear and abhorrence.
The second phase.
That's a doctor? Wow.
I don't think I'd let him clone me.
Elvis was more coherent.
Sounded like Elvis on drugs.
Is passivity and tolerance, and the third phase is enthusiastic endorsement.
All right, there he is.
That's what I think will happen with human cloning.
I support Dr. Richard C.
You're already at enthusiastic endorsement.
Absolutely. And I don't know. He sounded a little weird at the beginning, but then he sounded fine.
Yeah, breasts in Petri dishes. I like that.
You bet.
Oh, we didn't talk about the fact that Jerry Seinfeld, while we were away, had decided that this is his last season.
By the way, a very smart move on Jerry Seinfeld's part. Anyone who's a huge fan of that show knows this season the show has.
I have heard complaints. I don't watch.
The show is horrible.
I have heard people complaining.
It has gone way downhill. It's time to leave. Goodbye. Enough with that. I'm sick of the four of them.
Everybody's calling him the $1 Million Man, but do you realize, they said, in recent reports I've read, that he's way beyond $1 million an episode already.
Right. He's
and he makes tons of money on the syndication deal.
Right. He doesn't need it.
He is as rich as he can be.
Right.
He does not need money.
He's the opposite of Al Rosenberg.
What will he do?
What will he do?
Yeah.
He will, like most people, like for a couple of years be a little productive. He'll try and write a little movie or something like that.
You think? Because I've heard, the word is that he wants to return to stand-up comedy.
Oh,
please.
Please. He'll do that once or twice.
He'll be at Rascals on Friday night.
Yeah, no. That's completely absurd. He will not return to that.
And the other thing
I say he'll return to Central Park and meet 16-year-olds.
You know what women want to be happening is that Jerry is now interested in starting a family.
Yes.
Because, he's been so successful in his career, but it has robbed him of a personal life.
To the Yentas who listen to the show, you're not going to be Mrs. Jerry Seinfeld. Give up on it.
I once had a friend who thought if she could just meet Jerry Seinfeld, that she understood him, she knew him, and that if they could just meet, there would be this kismet.
Yeah.
So I took her to one of his concerts and took her backstage and introduced him.
Yeah.
He never even noticed her.
Good for you.
Stalker.
Set her reality straight.
Yeah. I said, all right, I'll take you.
Yeah, is your friend a supermodel?
No.
Is she a 16-year-old in Central Park with an ass and breasts like a supermodel?
Not even.
Yeah, well then forget it.
So there you go. And Jay Leno signed a new contract with NBC. And he's going to be a $14 million a year man. They finally gave Jay a big raise and made him feel comfortable about his position at NBC. They've taken him in and said, yes, you are the man. The Tonight Show is yours.
And then he only got 14. When Letterman gets $14 million and he doesn't beat Jay, why wouldn't Jay ask for more?
I don't know. I think he was just looking for parity at this point.
He wants to make as much as
Letterman.
Letterman.
He was so underpaid at number one.
Right.
And I think there are, nice incentives in there and all kinds of stuff like that. So he'll probably be making more. But he finally got what he wanted.
Right.
And smart kids, turned out that they were breastfed a lot longer than us stupid ones.
You know I was never breastfed?
Yes, I said us.
I never even got near my mother's nipple.
Why was that?
Why? Look at me.
Naturalist.
I had a huge nose. I couldn't get near it.
Could have rested that nose in between, couldn't you?
Yeah, I guess I could have. No, my mother says to me to this day, I am so sorry that I never breastfed you.
Because you start now.
Yeah, she goes,
retroactive.
We didn't know back then we should breastfeed. I go, well, what do you think those two things on your chest were for?
Why do you think God put them there?
Yeah, she didn't know.
Children breastfed longer do better in school with benefits that can be measured into adolescence.
I'm so glad my mother didn't breastfeed me.
According to a study published in the January issue of Pediatrics.
I never hear the end of it.
Hello?
I breastfed you.
You're glad you didn't.
Yeah, I gave you the milk from my body. You know what? This is good. I could just say to her, thanks for the bottle. Thanks for making me stupid.
This is a New Zealand study. The study authors found that the longer infants were breastfed, the higher they scored on evaluations.
Everything good that could have happened to me in my life didn't.
It concluded that breastfeeding is associated with small but detectable increases in educational achievement.
Of course.
Couldn't we grow you a breast in one of them Petri dishes you could, suck on now?
Do you know that I can't understand the New York Times? And if I was breastfed, I probably could.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. Yeah. A man who refused to have his airline luggage inspected on the grounds that it contained a sex toy was arrested when authorities looked in his cases in San Francisco and found $50,000 worth of marijuana inside.
Oh, wow.
But that was a good excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you looking in there because I'm carrying a sex toy.
Right.
The guy was trying to carry 2 duffel bags with him aboard a flight to Honolulu.
When will people learn?
The sex toy's over there underneath the grass. What a dope. Just shove that cocaine to the right there. There's a sex toy.
Do you know that the president of Iran was saying nice things about the United States?
I thought you were going to say he said nice things about me. That would be the kiss of death.
He hasn't gone that far.
Yeah, Iran seems to be trying to have a change of heart.
They're trying to normalize relations with the United States. You know what it has to do with.
Moolah.
Yes, of course. Money is the great leveler.
Yeah.
Everybody will learn to get along with us if they want this cash we have.
You are correct, sir.
So here is Mohammed Khatami, who says he respects the American people and he doesn't approve of those anti-American acts we often see Iranians taking part in, like burning the flag.
There might be actions taking place that might not meet with our approval. Yet I am sure that those doing such actions do not intend to insult the American people.
No, not mine.
We hope that actions which might be interpreted as against the American people and nation would not take place.
That is, please give us some of your trade. Please, please.
Like, we won't say we really like you, but we'll say that maybe what we're doing isn't so bad. Yeah, they're burning American flags.
We got these wackos in our country into a frenzy. It'll take a while for us to calm them down.
Yeah.
You give us money, we won't blow up the World Trade Center again.
Right. We only do it once.
Robert De Niro is in a new movie called Wag the Dog, as well as Jackie Brown. But Wag the Dog is his new movie in which he co-stars with Dustin Hoffman.
I want to see Wag the Dog.
I do, too. I've heard a lot about it. Here he is, and he says that, we don't often get to hear from Robert De Niro. So he was interviewed, and he says he's such an experienced actor, but he still needs a director.
I mean, you have yourself to kind of like keep an eye on yourself, but you need somebody who can be an outside, even more objective eye than you on yourself.
What? He's so cool until he starts talking in his own voice.
Sometimes you have a blind spot. So the director does that, and as long as they're smart about it and give you those guidelines or give you that help, you're okay.
He's the world's worst interview because he'll only talk about acting.
Yes.
He won't talk about anything else.
But also, he's the perfect example of off script.
No
he doesn't
sense.
know what to say, can't make any sense.
What?
Here he is answering the question, do actors get nervous when they have to work opposite you?
I think after a while that goes away. And I mean, it does. People, they realize you're just there to work, to do the...
What a kiss-ass question.
Not be... And it is important, especially like with younger actors. I mean, if they are like that, I mean, it goes away after a while.
Does it go away, though?
It's not a thing where you have they can't do the work.
Yeah, we're all shaking in our pants.
He says that Wag the Dog is a different kind of role than he's done before.
This thing I felt was different than a lot of stuff that I've been, known to do, and I felt that I like that, and yet...
He doesn't play a psycho.
There are things about it that are similar to me. I use parts of myself that'll fit this part.
My arms, my legs.
More easily, but you don't see that often, I think.
He's the coolest in the movies.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
You gotta give him that.
If I was interviewing him, I'd sit him down and go, how's your love life? Interview over.
You know what's so funny? The other day I saw a picture in the paper. Talk about a convoluted personal life. Saw a picture in the paper of him carrying these 2 lovely-looking children.
2 black kids.
And it said, Robert De Niro hanging out, he's at the Big Apple Circus or something, hanging out with the 2 kids he had with a surrogate mother by 2 kids. It's like the caption was an article.
The explanation takes a week. Who are these kids exactly?
Petri dish children.
Whatever. Very good, Robert De Niro.
There you go. That's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. We got to go. Thank my boy Al Rosenberg over there.
Yeah.
You don't sound like a guy, though.
Yeah.
Don't miss part 2 of Scott Salem and his push-ups tonight. It's really good on E. Don't miss Steve the Gorilla Gorillo hosting one of his last appearances at Fantasies in Keyport, New Jersey.
He's a farewell tour.
His farewell tour, Thursday, January 15th.
Is it a wet T-shirt contest or something? Or?
No. Told you not to talk in your own voice.
You're right.
Okay, yeah.
I pity the fool.
And I think that's it.
That's all the plugs? No Scott the Engineer plug?
No, we just gave him $20,000.
He doesn't have to work.
All right. 718-BAG-5040 for Scott the Engineer. We'll see you tomorrow.